for the album?
I mean, I guess it's kind of like writing.
The dyslexic speed reader. So how do you choose which songs make the cut for the album?
I mean, I guess it's kind of like writing a book, except with a... It's kind of just about making sure the stories... Like, this is like the next chapter from the last one. I mean, stuff I didn't really think about.
So no one take it personal.
Pull it up, pull it up.
That's the disco club.
I Lego the shower.
So no one take it personal.
That's the disco club. Mickey Apollon, let's just rock, y'all. That's the disco club. El Media, let's just rock, y'all. That's the disco club. Dirt Nasty, I just rock, y'all. That's the disco club. Andre Legacy, I just rock, y'all. That's the disco club. Kevy Cat, I just rock, y'all. That's the disco club. Shoot to kill, I just rock, y'all. Dead on arrival, hand on the Bible, catheter dick, slit wrist, check divide. I'll be laying low, high class, taking my time, walk down and fuck 'em all like Duval in his prime. Modern day apparel, roller trade dudes forward, across the border, court order for the trial of my soul. At the bottom of the barrel, I praise the Lord, but I didn't get across the bridge because I couldn't afford the toll. Oh brother, no milk in the udders and the baby's hungry screaming, please feed me, mother. Welcome home, Charlie Brown, the town done changed. They tore down the pool hall and the bowling alley. Maybe Joe moved away and the kids don't play in the streets no more, cause the cops carry AK. Say what you will, but you won't say nothing when you talk like a giant and you're small like a munchkin. That's the disco
No
club.
one take it personal. No one take it personal.
That's the disco club. Mickey Apollon, let's just rock, y'all. That's the disco club. El Media, I just rock, y'all. That's the disco club. Dirt Nasty, I just rock, y'all. That's the disco club. Andre Legacy, I just rock, y'all. That's the disco club. Kevy Cat, I just rock, y'all. That's the disco club. Shoot to kill, I just rock, y'all.
Yeah. Who wants to party with me? You guys want to have some fun? Come on. That's right. Who came here to have some fun? Walking drunk without a gun. Andre Legacy, I think I'm spun, and I think someone spiked the fruit punch. Let me take you out to lunch, buy you crab and carpet munch. We can go shop and hunt, or stay at home and swallow some. Don't be a bitch. If you do, I'ma leave you at the crib, stuck with the kids. While I'm gone, I'ma get me some ribs. Everybody in the house say yeah. Throw your hands up like you just don't care. Everybody in the place say ho. Throw your hands up like I'm robbing your dough. Everybody in the house say yeah. Throw your hands up like you just don't care. Everybody in the place say ho. Throw your hands up cause I'm robbing your dough. Who came here with the name and lights? What type jeans hit a rock the mic? Andre Legacy, I do what I like, and I might go home with 2 dice. We can drink a Sprite. You got the vodka, I got the vice. Let's go all night, then wake up and do it again, right? Don't be a trick when I leave the crib and suck some dick. That's some fucked up shit. While I'm gone, I'ma get me some grits. Everybody in the house say yeah. Throw your hands up like you just don't care. Everybody in the place say ho. Throw your hands up like I'm robbing your dough. Everybody in the house say yeah. Throw your hands up like you just don't care. Everybody in the place say ho. Throw your hands up cause I'm robbing your dough.
What's my name? Nasty. I want it all. Nasty got money by the stack. Give me the cash, bitch. Nasty got money by the stack. Stack to the back, smoking crack. I want a fat bitch to suck my dick, cause all you hot chicks don't know how to spit. I want a car that's a piece of shit, cause my Lamborghini make me look like a prick. I met your mom at the Waffle House, slapped the bitch, that's an awful blouse. I used to dream about green monsters, now I got a bitch to clean my apartment. I'm so cracker ass fantastic, smoke speed when I'm in Nebraska. I've been eating on Valtrex, cause the vault there ain't no canal sex. Now let's get naked and braid my pubic hairs in Jamaica. Gremlins, leave me alone, all I need is dope and a microphone. Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. What's my name? Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. I want it all. To the back, smoking crack. Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. Give me the cash, bitch. Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. To the back, smoking crack. I got a strong like Donkey Kong. Bought my Sean John in Vietnam. What's wrong? Do you hate the song or do you hate on me because of your mom? Cry me a river. Phoenix AZ where I ate your sister out. Crack babies love my steez like hippies all like to hug them trees. Grandma, down on your knees, close your eyes and take out your teeth. Y'all better press the Amber Alert, cause my dick's so big a hand gon' hurt.
Hey, Dirt, where's my mommy?
She at the deli with some hard salami. This song gon' send me to jail, that's cool cause your dad gon' post my bail. What? Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. What's my name? Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. I want it all. To the back, smoking crack. Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. Give me the cash, bitch. Smoking crack. Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. Dirt Nasty. What's my name? Dirt Nasty. I want it all. Dirt Nasty. Give me the cash, bitch. Dirt Nasty. I want it all.
Do we listen to our own music mostly?
Really sad.
Because we don't really like rap music anymore.
Street chic.
I call it shit streak.
You know, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
That's the regale stage.
Yeah, that's palatial. That's stuff. Yeah.
She's a rock and roll princess, victim of incest. Daddy's little girl likes to play with the big kids. Running around with the boys in the band. My lord, that mama make noise in the van.
She's a rock and roll princess, victim of incest. Daddy's little girl likes to play with the big kids. Run around with the boys in the band. My lord, that mama make noise in the van.
5'9", 6 flat with the heels, razor blades in the braids, backstage with the pills. Sweet talk will get you a lot, but this sweet thing might get you shot. She got the soft spot for cocaine and Jimmy. She like the guitar player and the one who sings. I seen her skipping down the strip, shaking a tambourine, smoking on a cigarette dipped in PCP. Sweeter than a whole box of jujubes. Got so much love, she give it out for free. Tattoo on the left hip, guess what it read? Property of the AVE.
She's a rock and roll princess, victim of incest. Daddy's little girl likes to play with the big kids. Run around with the boys in the band. My lord, that mama make noise in the van.
She's a rock and roll princess, victim of incest. Daddy's little girl likes to play with the big kids. Running around with the boys in the band. My lord, that mama make noise in the van.
She's about 5'7", straight from the heavens. A $1.15, soaking wet in her denims. Blue jean baby with the high class fashions. Her mama told her if you got it, better flash it. Fake lashes, late for her classes. Wakes up degraded, feeling cheap and classless. And she ain't ever even on the list. Just shakes her tits and always gets in. And most dudes know she a psycho. Pull a knife to your nuts in the back of the nightclub. And even though she a white girl, she'll cold smack a bitch and fuck up a whole world.
She's a rock and roll princess, victim of incest. Daddy's little girl likes to play with the big kids. Running around with the boys in the band. My lord, that mama make noise in the van.
She's a rock and roll princess, victim of incest. Daddy's little girl likes to play with the big kids. Run around with the boys in the band. My lord, that mama make noise in the van.
Rock and roll princess, this is your inquest. Cash your chips in before they lose interest. Better go bench press, mask unimpressed. Undid,
dyslexic speed readers.
It was kind of like a magical thing. I worked at a pizza shop.
They said it couldn't be done, but then I did it. What now? Spending all the money out my bank account. I thank my mama and I thank myself. No thanks, partner, don't need no help. I strut through the jungle with my dick in my hand. I don't fear the Lord, I don't fear no man. I don't trust no bitch. And
Oh my goodness. First thing I hear of there, oh my goodness, is Greg's like clogged ass nose.
Yeah, dude, my sinus has been a goddamn mess.
Yeah, so am mine though. We're a little hot, aren't we? Yeah. Anyways, welcome to the Ultimate Men's Conversation.
Hey.
We're here. My name is Jake. I'm here with my wife Aubrey and my best friend Greg. We are here. What do you think? Do you think that camera needs to come down lower?
I don't know. It could come down lower.
Maybe we'll worry about it later.
Yeah.
Just. Oh, Greg's not even in that
We'll
shot.
have more guests later, though, right, babe?
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess we will. It's going to be a packed house tonight. Tons of opinions
on stuff and things.
On things that don't matter. But that's okay, right? That's what we're all here for.
I think this is the first time both sides are working. I'm going to say something and immediately one's going to
fuck it all up.
I should stop touching cables.
Maybe this final quarter I'll put a little more money into the studio.
Yeah.
I mean, so we'll just put it out there
a
now.
peep job?
Well, hold on. You can put the face camera on. This might be the last time that we actually do the podcast from this studio. We're thinking about moving it to the room over there, which will be nice. It's a little bigger. I don't know if bigger is a good thing, though. I feel like, I don't know. My goal was to always have 4 people. There's always going to be 4 people. And
Well, you can just invite 4 people.
Well,
or
I
3
do.
people.
Well, I do invite 4 people. And then it turns into like 6 people.
Well, then invite 1 person.
You can always pull people and then put people in, like.
Yeah, but then what? They just sit out in the living room and drink.
No, they sit over on the couch and they chill. And
Yeah, I mean, I hear you there, but like, I feel like they're still gonna like put in their 2 cents.
I have an idea.
Which I don't mind. It's just like,
well,
if you can't hear it in the microphone, that's all.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Your other guests could be out in the living room streaming what's going on, and they could add their 2 cents maybe in the
chat.
If they have really something to talk about. And you can choose to listen to them or not.
My thing though too is like if they wanted to be a part of it and be in the chat, then they would just do that anyways. But they're not watching unless they're here. So, which whatever.
Right.
Oh
nice.
My, starting it off strong there, babe.
That was
weak. I was really trying to push that out.
Yeah.
It's a mushroom burp too,
ridiculous.
which mushrooms are not the easiest thing to burp. Like they don't taste or smell very good.
I know what you're talking about.
What?
Anyways,
Mushroom burps are kind of gross.
I've never had that.
A mushroom burp?
Move on.
I'll say everything else about mushrooms kind of smells terrible, especially when
Yeah,
you're driving around
they're
here.
grown and shit. Yeah.
We live near the mushroom capital of the U.S., so.
So Chris sent me the information. So when we decided to talk about my hot wing that I have the info.
We'll get into that very shortly.
And it's worse than I remember. No wonder. Sorry. Yeah, I don't want to give away too many things.
So let's see. Is there anybody in here with us yet? That's the question. Probably not.
So
we got a couple people.
So we went to a brewery this
Hold
evening.
on. I want to talk real quick. So if you're new to the podcast, I want to welcome you. If you are just joining us now and you haven't been here, I would highly suggest that you give a follow or a subscribe. That way you can catch these once in a while. And yeah, I'd super appreciate that. But go ahead, dear. What were you going to say?
We went to a local brewery tonight.
Yes, we did.
We wanted to go to another brewery, but we were a few minutes early, so we went to this one because it was open, and we've been there a million times.
Yes.
But it was awfully good tonight.
Food was good.
A couple new beers to try. I know we're gonna try one later.
Yep, because one of the main things of this show is drinking beer.
Yeah, they do those. They do those hazy Johns, but they do a good job of them. So
yeah,
I like
Greg can be very judgmental over the hazy IPAs.
Yeah.
So
or beers in general.
It's too many.
Or beers in general. Damn, babe.
That's true.
Well, he judges beers all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
he judges. He gets judged. I mean,
yes.
But no, what they've been putting out is really good, and stuff we had tonight was good. Their food is better than it was a long time ago. Their food's gotten a lot better, which is awesome.
Yeah, their food kind of took a
now.
Yeah, their food. So when they first opened, the food was amazing. Then that guy left, so it kind of took a dump. So.
Yeah,
but it's back on. Good. Yeah, she is good. Hold on, I'm fucking everything up over here. I'm still fucking everything up over here. Go ahead, dear. What do you want to say?
Today's our dog's 10th birthday.
You want to put Bo on the camera?
Bo Jackson. He's
Pick
a
his
little
ass up.
shy
Pick his ass up.
No, he'll come around later.
Come on, Bo. You look so cute over there.
Bo Jackson is turned 10 years old today.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So we have 2 that are double digits. So
old ass dogs.
It's rough, and that's no pun intended, but
didn't.
I mean, it's not that bad, dear. Why you make it?
No, it's not bad. I mean, everybody's doing great.
Yeah, but I don't know. You just said,
but
like,
don't
it's
think
rough,
about it.
but
Don't
like,
talk about it. Don't think about it.
That's what we're talking about, though. You brought it up to talk about it. Oh! The late people are here.
Yeah.
Oh my! Music break.
I hate myself, don't wanna live no more. Just another lost cause on this last hurrah. Singing a swan song, fa la 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 la. I bring them all down, however many there are. And I could give a fuck less who your part work for. This is my house, my block, my shop, and we can meet in the back. Wanna talk some more? From the coast of Cali to the North Shore. Mickey, I belong, something to live for. I hate my teachers and I hate my folks. I wish this dirty old town would go up and smoke. I hate the police and the principal. I hate myself, don't wanna live no more. I hate the president and the National Guard and all those Jehovah's Witnesses that knock on my door. Right.
Okay, I just had to get the dogs to stop barking, which didn't take that long.
Yeah.
I thought Erin was with you.
She's in the bathroom.
Oh, she's pooping.
Yeah.
Man. It's pretty bold to just come. Hey, thanks for coming to my. Thanks for visiting. Hey, Bernard. Yeah, if we could stop that, that'd be kind of nice.
I've already almost finished my first beer. I'm going to just go ahead and do it.
Is Steven coming?
Yeah, he's getting Becca, so it's going to be a packed house. But,
Sounds good.
So you went bowling for work?
We went to the main event.
Oh, you went to main event.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet spot, actually.
That's fucking. I've always wanted to go.
They have like laser tag, bowling, arcades, which they have the most arcades I've ever seen in one spot.
That's awesome.
And then they have like a rope course above, like just suspended in the air. Obviously you're clipped in,
right?
But and then at the end you zip line to the thing. It's pretty cool.
All inside.
All inside.
Did you only do bowling today though?
No, we bowled and we did arcades and we did. They have like pool tables, laser tag. I did laser tag.
How'd you do in laser tag?
Terrible. Well, our whole team did terrible. There was like somehow or another, it was yellow team versus blue team. And somehow or another, the yellow team like a military squad surrounded the blue team. We all just fucked. Like, I don't know
They had their shit together.
Yeah,
I give
There was
up.
one guy who was actually a soldier who clearly did the best, but
like I don't know, like a soldier going into laser tag is like I don't know, sending it like I don't know.
No, it all depends on the. What are you talking about? I know where you're going with this.
He
It's not
did. He
gonna be
just
good.
like he
It's
had,
like sandbagging.
I
This
feel
guy is trained to kill people.
I
Now
feel-
he's just pointing a light, a beam of light at
they,
somebody.
somehow or another. I mean, I don't know. They just they got upstairs first, and then all the blue teams like, "Ooh, let's go upstairs," and then all of a sudden we were just, fuck, can't escape, and we got shot down pretty
Was
bad.
it just people from your shift or?
That was the whole platform. So it was like first, second shift
Oh,
from
nice.
our team and one other team. So it was like 60 people.
Oh,
wow, holy shit.
Was Aubrey's mom there?
No, she's not. She's boss. She
Oh.
she don't hang out with us little people.
She didn't have time for
Yeah.
bowling.
She has plenty of time for bowling. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
How's you doing bowling?
Not well.
Good.
Not good at all.
I know who I'm going to main event with.
I got like
so you can feel better about yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
116 was like my best, and I was really upset.
Damn, that's pretty piss poor.
Yeah,
That's
I
like
put on
my
a real bad
sport.
showing in front of my work buddies. That's pretty
Sandbagging
I
for
couldn't-
next year.
I couldn't really show how upset I was about it either, and I didn't have anybody to blame it on. Like I usually blame it on Greg.
Greg, do me a favor. Point that camera down.
You
I'll,
should,
I'll guide you.
You should like practice really hard over the next year and then like come back
Yeah.
like whoop everybody's ass and don't
Or-
even talk about how good how much you've been
A
practicing.
little more.
We're trying next year. I think we're gonna try and convince everybody to shoot
Perfect.
skeet.
Or he's gonna waste
Oh wow, that'd be cool.
good and then be terrible.
Yeah.
It's practice.
He's like, I'm really good not here. I don't understand why I'm so terrible when I'm with you guys.
Do skeet?
That's what we're thinking.
That'd be
I was
dope.
talking to the boss.
Say this like I'll be there.
And I'll, he said, what would you
You'll
guys
be
wanna
working at Gore,
do next year? And me and a couple guys who shoot skeet just happened to be the ones he was talking to. We were like, let's do that. The guy knew a guy who owns one of the places, and probably won't happen for like safety reasons, I would guess. But,
Right.
Co-workers and
Be like
guns.
after
I mean,
party.
that goes real well.
So were you allowed to drink today while you're at
yeah,
work? Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Some of those people were getting it.
Were they paying for it?
No, they could pay for everything but
The alcohol.
liquor, booze. Yeah,
Yeah, that's still awesome. Yeah.
They pay. We had like 2 hours of bowling, 2 hours of laser tag. They gave you like a card for arcades.
Oh, you know why?
Nice.
Cool.
Hold on.
It
I
was pretty
probably
cool.
figured out why we're not like getting any traffic. Whoa! Water bottles. Look out!
We
Oh,
actually
you get free chips too.
All the
Yeah,
chips you can
by
eat,
the way,
right?
Just start getting salt and vinegar chips. Just get bags of the kettle cooked ones.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll eat the shit out of
I
those
don't
too.
eat them, and I don't use my coupons except to buy him like the big variety pack for his lunches. So, I can get you a lot.
nice. Aaron, I just had Aaron put in for a job in the lab.
Ah,
Hoping she
moving
gets
yet
it.
again.
Hopefully she gets it, man.
Yeah, that's the
Would you guys
easy-
work the same shift?
Same shift, same plant. Yep.
Oh wow.
Just.
Then you better
Aaron, I
fucking
just
get the
had
chips now.
We need those chips.
Well, Gore takes like 6 months to do anything, so she's got plenty of time before they even probably call her.
Yeah, I think I only have like 2 coupons left because I used a bunch of them for my dad and for you guys and for his lunch. So.
Yeah.
But we get coupons a couple times a year. So, next time.
It was the whole event was pretty cool. Like it served its
That's
purpose
awesome.
of being like it's called team building for us. And
Yeah.
It was you know everybody, but like something like this was actually pretty cool. You like really got to just bullshit talk shit, which
Oh,
is
yeah,
what we did
that's
the
what you
entire
wanted to
time.
do.
It was weird though, because like we're not friends, we're just work friends. So
Right.
with like you, when I'm talking shit to you guys, like we're bowling, I'm like you fucking suck dick. And then when you do good, I'm like god damn it, you still suck. But when like we would like yo you suck, and then they get a strike, be like oh yeah good job.
Oh yeah, you're still being nice.
Yeah.
It's not like a fuck
Yeah.
you.
Though once everybody started drinking a little bit, like when we moved on to pool, people started talking some real shit, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna get." I'm gonna
Get
walk out of this one. Yeah. I'm not very good at pool, so I'm not even gonna try. And there was
That's why no one's here.
Did you forget to do something?
Yeah, let me see if it resets. Yeah, so like I used to put everything in IRL.
Yeah. In real life.
Yeah,
that's just the thing.
Well, that's the subgenre
Right.
IRL.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeet.
Well, they deleted that last week.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
So like I was trying to go to something that doesn't exist anymore. So now, we'll see. We might have to restart. Might have to refresh. We'll see.
So are we doing anything right now?
We're talking and bullshitting right now.
Yeah.
Should we play some music though?
I think let me play some music and I'll figure this shit out.
Word, I'm gonna get the growler.
Do it.
I try to stay alive, and I am alive.
Man, you should protect your rectum.
What's it all about? Nasty.
Dead baby, pussy, butthole, shit, diarrhea. Cocaine. I do cocaine.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
This is crack.
Dirt nasty, got money by the stack, hat to the back, smoking crack, I go on and on like Shot Khan. Dom Perignon to the break of dawn. Diamond rings and golden dreams, these are just a few of my favorite things. Rolls Royce on the PCA with a fat blonde bitch with Dookie braids. Menage a trois, so I'm running late through Beverly Hills on my roller skates. I love the hate, please don't stop, cause I be fucking my way straight to the top. My leather seats go way back like fat laces in the Cabbage Patch. When I rap, you go get wet as my stereo bump out the pink Corvette. Caviar and escargot on my private jet to Monte Carlo. So please let go of my donkey rope filled with emeralds. It's all regalia, palatial views from a yacht sailor. My shit's exquisite, like a Cadillac with a Ferrari engine. You might find me golfing in Honolulu, swimming with the dolphin. We can fuck in my Gucci sheet, but when I bust a nut, it's time to leave, bitch. My butler's the shit. He's old and British with a wrinkly dick. Check it out, y'all. It just don't stop. Choosing Vogues up and down the block. Lamborghini, zucchini green. I make it seem so easy. Dolce Gabbana, partner with the Yves Saint Laurent. I'll be naked at the opera. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's a dream. Caviar and diamond rings. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's delish. Collagen lips on my baby dick. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's a dream. Caviar and diamond rings. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's delish. Collagen lips on my baby dick. I've been talking to NASA and shit about putting a hot tub in my space and shit. Rub and tug in the bubble bath with the trouble team with the lovely ass. I got a million Brazilians, their titties jiggling in my condominium. I put the condoms in them, man. Ain't no bees made out of peanut M&Ms. Now you ladies put your panties down, hands on the wall, turn it around. GPS to find the G-spot. Jake the jeweler, design my cock. I go on and on it, on and on and on it. Dirt nasty up in the ass like Charmin. Even my dog eat filet mignon, and I taught him how to pass the Grey Poupon. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's a dream. Caviar and diamond rings. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's delish. Collagen lips on my baby dick. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's a dream. Caviar and diamond rings. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's delish. Collagen lips on my baby dick.
Doing it with crack isn't just wrong. It could be dead wrong.
Yeah, it's Hollywood's finest, baby. Dyslexic speed readers, Andre Legacy, my man Mickey Avalon, Dirt Nasty, El Media on the track. All you bitches grab your tits. Throw your motherfucking dicks in the air. Hi.
Throw your motherfucking dicks in the air. We might have this thing back on. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe nobody will talk to us tonight. That's fine. It's not.
Who's checking these
I'm not
people?
there.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
Nobody will eat. They don't even check themselves.
Hey. Hey.
Side convos.
Hey. Side convo's out.
Oh, sorry.
You can go outside for that.
Sorry, I didn't know we were back.
Thank you.
You didn't announce
No, I definitely did. I definitely did.
Oh my god.
Yes, thank you. Hey, we're back.
No, Greg.
Oh,
I see his head.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we're back.
Gave me time to go get the growler.
Yeah,
So
we got
I-
some more beer. Just hopefully figured this out because I forgot that IRL is no longer a thing on Twitch. So
The delay is less. The delay is less than my last time I was here.
Oh,
yeah, I've been working on that. So
Greg, tell us about your beer.
Oh yeah, so I originally was bringing a gallon of beer today because I'm trying to empty a keg.
Then you drank it.
Yeah. No, I dumped off 32 ounces to one of my buddies. But yeah, I have too much beer, so I need to get one keg out of the kegerator to put
it's
another
so
keg
sad
in the kegerator.
to say that you have too much
Yeah.
beer. Like that
Too
is
much
such a
homemade beer.
problem.
Oh yeah. But
Such a problem.
because I have 5 gallons that's sitting in a refrigerator that needs to be moved, and then I'm brewing 5 more gallons tomorrow, so I'm gonna have 5, 10, 15, 20 gallons of beer.
Where
Get
are
to
you
drinking.
brewing at?
We're brewing
You're brewing at Neil's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Before we set up the disc golf course at Todd's house.
Again?
Yeah, what are we doing tomorrow?
God damn it! I don't want to.
Nothing.
You're doing that.
I don't want to.
You're yeah. It'll be fun.
Oh, all right. Well, my dad's giving me a guitar tomorrow, so I have to go at some point over there to get it. He's
Still
making
before
me.
noon.
Are you going to play said guitar?
Not tomorrow, probably, but eventually.
Have you been playing guitar?
Not really.
Okay.
My dad. No. My dad's like building guitars now, so I was
okay.
like, I like this kind of guitar, and he's like, okay, I'll make you one. And I was like, well, he's like, no, I'll do it. All right. I'm not gonna pay you.
What did he make you?
Telly body with strap neck.
Oh,
strap
cool.
neck and head, with like double humbuckers in them. So it's gonna growl, be gnarly.
So that's exactly what I want, but I just want a left-handed headstock on it. So it'd be like a reverse headstock.
Do you play left-handed? Don't you?
No.
You play right-handed.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want it upside down.
Yeah, I want it upside down.
He could do it, man. I can tell if you're interested. I can have him build you one.
I'd have to hear the prices before I did something like that.
I mean, it's not gonna be like $1,000.
Well, it's got to be less than like $300.
I can ask him. I mean, I can ask him.
It'd be fun. Like like you did exactly what I want, except I just want a reverse headstock.
Yeah.
That's all. Is he painting them?
Nah, he gets the bodies pre-finished.
Oh, okay. So like, what's yours look like?
Mine's cream.
Oh,
mine's one that he come on, Greg. He bought a body that he's gonna use, and he's gonna give me the old one. He's gonna like make one out of one of his old ones.
Yeah.
He's got bodies of Stratocasters and Telecasters
Be very
just
careful
sitting
with
around
that there, please.
So he's gonna give me one of his old ones.
Nice,
with a neck that I want.
Cool.
And some humbuckers. It's gonna be nice.
You doing the hit and the bridge and the neck? Just
Yeah.
duals?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. And I'm not sure if it's gonna have like the classic Telly switchboard thing going or like, but I don't know. It's still gonna look
Did
cool
you
as shit.
used to play in high school?
Guitar?
Oh, he's been playing.
Yeah.
He's always played.
Yeah,
guitar.
he's in a really awesome band.
Yeah. Back in the day, Anonymous Products, shout out. Anybody who wants to Google that.
Best singer ever.
Not really. I did sing on some of the songs, and I'm no better. So,
I mean, yeah, right. What are you gonna do?
So, Jake. So I just gave myself a cramp in my foot. Hold on. So
Stretch it out, Greg. Stretch it out.
So Neil texted me and wanted me to ask you about the ticket because if you're not going to go, he's going to pass it by Josh.
Just pass it by.
Okay.
Just pass it by.
What
It's
ticket?
okay.
For where?
Beer
It's
festival
some beer
down in
festival,
Baltimore.
and as
I'm
much
serving
as I want to
everywhere.
go, Aubrey's going to be at work that day, and I kind of just want to be in this house alone.
Gotcha.
It's like one of my favorite things.
You're
Like,
in the house alone today.
you're not getting close enough to the microphone.
You want to be
You
able
were
to...
in the house alone today.
You.
See, it wasn't me.
No,
Isn't
you.
Streetlight playing
See
in
where
Baltimore
my
this weekend?
face is?
Is it this weekend?
I think so.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. I'm cool to go see. I didn't even put it in my calendar. I just have too much shit that I keep planning.
Yeah, I missed that He Is Legend show that I was
Oh,
looking
yeah.
to go to. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go to that. I even told her last week. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to Lancaster soon. You know, He Is Legend on Saturday. And she's like, oh, okay. And I check it. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Wow.
what the hell?
Oh, by the way, Justin, I was looking for tickets for Zach for Tenacious
Yeah.
D.
Did you find any?
You can find them on whatever the hell the sites.
StubHub or...
Yeah.
How much are they?
110, 112, 120, 130.
Is that worth it to you?
No. Nothing is worth $110 to me.
Wait, nothing?
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Not even rent? A place to live?
Well, of activities.
Okay.
I wouldn't go back to an Eagles game for that much. You know what I mean?
I don't even remember how much I paid for them.
Well, this season, right?
Oh!
Still Super Bowl chance until somebody else wins it. I don't want to hear it.
Don't worry, somebody else is going to win it.
I'm going to hang
We all
on to
know
it
that.
until the second the game is on.
Oh, man. Shots fired.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. My caring about that topic is going way down after the
Hey,
Eagles
at
won the
least you
Super
won
Bowl.
last night, right?
Yeah. We needed it. We needed a
Well,
confidence
that would have been
booster.
embarrassing.
If we're not watching the Super Bowl together, I'm going to text you as soon as the game's over.
Yeah. Which we got to do. Why do we always end up not watching the Super Bowl together?
I don't
like
fucking know.
me. I always end up going to
'Cause
like
it's a
family
Sunday
or
night?
something. No,
I
I
don't
don't give
know.
a shit. It's you guys that have to work in the morning, not me.
Maybe I'll take
I
off.
always
I'd
stay up for
take
the
off.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I always stay
We've
up
done
for
it here a couple times, I think.
Yeah.
I remember watching a few games here, but last year we just went to her mom's because they're Eagles fans too, and it was fun.
Well, we could plan on it because although I would love for the Ravens to get in, I'm pretty sure neither team here is going to get in, so we will have a great time hanging out.
I think the Eagles are they're gonna probably win their division because the division's garbage.
Oh my God,
the
it's so
whole
fucking
division
terrible.
is-
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
One of my favorite Zelda streamers, Das Kunin, is in the chat. And I would
Hi.
like to say, hello, Das.
Hi, person.
He lives in Michigan, and he has 2 wiener dogs.
Aaron's making out with
Oh,
one.
we have a wiener guest coming in a little bit.
Look at Aaron in the background. Aaron, you're on camera doing
Look
all
at
That's
that.
Bo Jackson.
Look at the
that's,
tails.
That's the birthday boy.
Hey-o.
Is Bo's birthday?
What's going
Yes,
on?
he
Yeah,
is
he's
10
10 years
years
old
old
today.
today.
Oh, don't. Oh,
He's
come on.
having a little
I wanna
birthday
get-
surprise.
Bernie and Myrtle's birthdays is coming up.
Yeah.
6. Can you believe
That'd be
that?
6.
That is crazy.
Myrtle's getting old, man. Starting to show a little bit. It's getting sad. Bernie's probably not at all.
He is a puppy forever,
he's a
but that's
puppy
because of his
forever,
mental
dude.
capacity.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with anything else.
Myrtle's been waking us up after like 4 hours recently.
So
Show
Waking
out.
us up, yeah. But he can go all day at work or like when we're just chilling at home. I think he just wants us to not be asleep. He's being
He was
an
doing
asshole.
that to Becca, but
Hey,
Becca, I think, was
Did do it
thinking
to
it
me
was
when I was
like...
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hey.
think Becca was thinking maybe it was like her schedule versus his.
I'm
or
hoping it's the
something like
steroids we had him on from
Oh,
the,
yeah,
the
absolutely.
that'll do it.
That's a
is
good
it.
possibility.
Hopefully, because he's done now. He took his last one like a couple days ago. I'm hoping that shit stops because it's really frustrating.
Yeah. So when we were watching him, I went out to walk him the one night, and he climbs up the fucking hill to shit.
Yeah, and it comes rolling down.
I thought he was gonna shit on the hood of my car, dude. He started climbing up next to my car. I'm like, come on, man, where are you going? I'm not. He went up. This is the farthest he's gone up since I've walked him. Like, where the fuck are you going? And stop going to the left because I feel like even though it's not physically possible, you shoot a turd out of there, it's gonna fucking land on my hood.
He likes to shit almost standing up on the hill
Yeah.
for some reason. I don't
Hey,
know.
What is that?
I don't
though?
even catch them, dude. They just go to the woods. No one.
If they stay out of like an area where people walk, I leave it like in the bushes or something.
Oh yeah.
But if it rolls into the thing, I pick it up because I'm not
No,
an asshole.
no
Yeah.
shame in that, right?
But yeah, I let him. He went up one time into like the off to the left where it's like really heavy bushes that hang over. You know what I'm talking about? And I was like, all right, I'll just let him go, let him do his thing because he can't go up the hill from there. He fucking found a way. I had to go in my freaking flip flops up the hill.
Did you?
Yeah, because he started
Oh,
walking
man.
up. I was like, God,
Oh my goodness.
chase him. It was wet.
I feel like he just wants to shit standing up. Like,
Yeah.
Well, even people don't shit standing up.
You're pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He has to be on the hill or hidden somehow. I don't.
Yeah.
He's like got a complex, I guess, or something.
I was trying to find it. Damn it, I can't find it now.
Oh, guys, I have to apologize. I told Aaron this on the way here. I forgot to bring the authentic Tennessee moonshine that Aaron's dad got us while we were down there.
You done fucked
Authentic.
And you're
Well,
I
you
mean,
can leave now.
in any,
can you go back and get that?
it's
This is-
horrible.
ready?
Oh, it's horrible.
Well, I mean, it's like drinking fucking
moonshine.
gasoline.
Oh, yeah.
Is it just straight?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's plain old regular old goose
Woo-wee.
moonshine. I
all about moonshine while
yeah. I let Chad and Johnny try it. I took it down to the bar.
Yeah.
And let them try it before we went to my brother's last weekend, and they were like, "Yep, that's terrible." The 30 seconds late, but we get it.
Yeah.
We need
I finally found it. I
you need
was
one of
looking
those,
for it a while ago.
Beat boards, you know the.
Oh,
with
it'd
the
be
pad.
nice. Yeah.
It'd be like womp womp womp. Just punch it. That would up this game so hard.
So hard.
Who we got the moonshine from?
Oh yeah. All right. We got the moonshine from your dad's, her dad's father-in-law's friend. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This guy, her dad's father-in-law, lives in picture like a house from like Wrong Turn, with all the cars and like random shit and buildings full of junk, like that, but less evilly, just like more hillbilly than evilly.
So kind of like you're on Pickers. And
American
sort of.
Pickers.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
this guy had electrified tripwires all around, like in front of his doors, so people couldn't, and people and like rabbits and rodents.
Before the door.
Yeah. So people couldn't get in, and rabbits and like rodents couldn't just wander into his house.
Because it's so bad that rodents are walking
Wow.
in.
Well, he feeds them.
Oh,
you
he
know?
feeds the raccoons.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait,
So-
is he trying to like electric?
I don't.
He's trying to. He just is a deterrent.
Is he
to
trying
keep-
to electrocute them so he could eat them?
I don't. Probably.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Aaron goes in. To
Rabbit
take a-
goes walking around and then just like.
Aaron goes to take a piss, and she comes back out, and he goes, "Oh well, there was a snake in there somewhere. I saw about 6 foot long snake, and then it just disappeared." So she's like, "You didn't tell me there's a snake somewhere in your house?"
Border extreme, and it was dark. The only way I could see it, he probably can't hear me.
Yeah, so Aaron's saying that he was a hoarder, and
it was like a path.
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, obviously,
gets
like
to hear
American Pickers. Like this is the guy.
Yeah, it was that to the extreme, but I don't think any
There
of it was of
she is.
value.
Now she's coming
Yeah,
up.
It was
Oh,
just
yeah.
all just.
So the only I can't see anything. It's dark in there. All I can see is a path to the bathroom. And he's like, "Oh yeah, all the way in the back. Has no teeth, by the way. Big beard, belly,
Yeah.
chugging moonshine
Awesome.
on the back porch."
All
so
day long.
I am finding my way to the bathroom, and like furniture's like covered in sheets and just piled up with papers. And I get into the bathroom, and it's like a flickering yellow light.
Nice.
And
It's like our kitchen.
I go to wash my hands. I don't sit on the toilet, and I wash my hands, and I go to grab the towel, and the white towel was like brown in spots, and I was like, okay, so just gonna
Shake off.
yeah, and I come back out, and they're like, oh yeah, the black snake in the kitchen yesterday, and I came back to get it, and he was gone. I was like, oh,
Oh, it's just going.
oh, okay.
So it's just somewhere in his house.
Yeah, we had the sense of the wiener party on the couch. It was getting a little too X-rated. Too much love. Too much brotherly love. Happy birthday, Bo Jackson.
Happy birthday, Bo.
You still can't hump your brother, though.
I mean, it's 2018, man. Let him do what he wants. Can't put him in a box, you know. What I'm saying?
Eventually,
Well,
it's
yeah,
just to come
he
back.
can do whatever he wants, just not on camera.
Well, as long as you give him money, it's fine.
Yeah. That's
All right, guys. Where's the donations?
Did you try the moonshine?
I've had it before.
Is it gasoline?
It is. It's terrible.
Yeah.
He uses it literally for like when he's sick to clear his head up, like his sinuses.
That's
and
not what
allergies.
you're supposed to do when you're sick.
Like that's it says it
Drink
works like a
plenty
charm.
of fluids.
So
Yeah, he has a sore throat, and he gargles with it.
yeah.
Oh God.
And he says it works. Her dad doesn't even drink.
Because it burns off all the skin.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the
there's
mucous membranes, like, ew.
It's pretty terrible.
So
I don't know why
gross.
anyone would want to drink that. I guess if it's the only thing you have, but
If it's the only thing you have, like, maybe water, like, I don't know.
nah, I mean,
You can
looks
mix
the
it with
same as
shit,
water.
but you got to mix it with a lot of shit.
I wish I
Like, more water? I don't know. Like, this
So
shit's
at
crazy,
Pro,
man.
The moonshine.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
mix the,
Talking about.
yeah.
So-
I wouldn't mix the moonshine with water. I wouldn't want to try to get the flavors out of the moonshine.
So, Greg, you might know.
I
I
don't
was
know.
trying to talk to her dad about wonder if moonshine's more potent now than it was back in the day, like the 30s when
it's safer probably.
Well, I'm talking about like in terms of like how quickly it'll fuck you up. You know what I mean? Do you think they had it figured out?
Proof
then?
is proof though. Like
Yeah,
it can only be 100% alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like
But
there's
now, no, Gilly's saying like it's like now they can measure it like very well. Like
yeah.
back in the day, they would look at the bubbles. and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah, I mean,
still do that.
I mean,
He was like, he
that's
shook
the
it up.
thing.
Well,
like,
just you see like
bubbles,
of course it's
means
on
that's good moonshine. He was
on
like, you see
TV,
fruit
Right.
movies or
that's not
whatever.
good moonshine.
You see like the dudes
Said it
drinking
would-
out of the jar for like
yeah, but I mean,
He
like
said
I wonder
the
if that's like a
fruit
possible
just
thing to do
disintegrates
for
in
somebody.
24 hours.
I think if anything,
there's technology that's very simple now to where you can figure out.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if it's like someone how figured out. Wonder if the moonshine they were making back in the day was 60%. And
No,
today,
no,
you know
no.
what
I
mean?
think it was heavy.
Oh, yeah.
As heavy as it could be.
But Gilly's not. He's making an idea. He's like, what
That-
if it's 60% then, and they thought it was high?
Well,
But
okay,
now,
so I was gonna say the tool that they use to measure alcohol is pretty much like it looks like it's a similar concept to a thermometer.
Yeah, I think I've
So
seen.
how
you
long
use
has
it.
the thermometer been around? Like,
Do you think they used it back in the day though, in like the
Yeah,
hills
probably.
of Tennessee? You know what I mean? They're probably like
Well, that's why everyone went blind though, because like
that shit would definitely do that.
yeah, because there was
Flash
just
in the pan.
there's a difference between knowing what did Das say?
it is easier.
My
to
neighbor growing up had a giant 4-foot tall glass jug in his living room, homemade shine, drank by the thimble or so. So like
Thimble.
he had a giant thing of super strong stuff where you would just have to take the littlest bit.
I'm just trying to picture this 4-foot jug.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I wonder if
yeah.
he's just talking about like a glass carboy. Because I could see that having a glass carboy full of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure
There's still way too
somewhere
much.
someone has a huge like jug. Not maybe not a jug, but like a vat.
Well,
or
they have
something.
like they have like
a
the
vat of shine.
The big wine things are like 7 gallons of big round bulbous things. They're usually in a
Bulbous. I
basket.
love that word. Bulbous.
bulbous.
But
If anybody
4
has
foot,
any
that's
any
like fucking
bulbuses
this,
full
dude.
of
How-
moonshine.
Just like a. Can I
Bulbi.
please have some bulbous? I don't know. I don't know. I got stuck on that.
Do some of
word.
this like. Give
Oh,
it some
God.
gross sounds.
Oh,
No,
get
we
back
were
into
doing
the
last time
fucking
we were
shit.
here. We were
Yeah.
doing like some ASMR kind of. I was 13, and that was many beers ago. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Of course, like I said before, it's movies and like TV, and you know it's horseshit. But I wonder if there's like a person that just drank like moonshine by the jar like one an hour. You know, could do that.
I mean,
like how
I'm
we
sure
do
they
with beers.
could. Yeah, but I mean,
I don't know if
That's
so
I
much
guess
alcohol.
distilling really does really make it stronger.
Oh yeah, that's
Once you distill
that's
it,
the point
you
of it,
just
yeah.
it just becomes. I mean, you could drink what is it? I guess it would be corn beer, right? Like, what would it be if it was just fermented corn before distilling? Like,
be
disgusting.
Bud Light.
Yeah. There you go. But I mean,
now,
yeah. So like, of course, it has an alcohol content, but to increase the content, you have to distill it, right?
Yeah.
Like it does have an alcohol content before distilling,
And that's just it evaporates and then drips.
Right.
down.
Yeah.
The evaporation is the alcohol, and then you
Yeah.
catch it and
Yeah.
then distill.
And
That is distilling. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't put my 2 cents into it. I don't know why anybody would ever drink the stuff. It literally hurts.
Oh yeah.
I believe
especially
it.
now when there's so many options. Like during Prohibition,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I get it, but like,
Right. Yeah. I
Do you
mean,
think it's like the hills of Tennessee hillbillies, their way of still being cool like, amongst themselves?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
we don't drink
absolutely.
the pumpkin wheat IPA. We drink the moonshine.
I think it's
Yeah, I mean-
the idea that you can have alcohol for free, like instead
Yeah.
of going out and
Yeah,
buying.
but you can have alcohol for free without making corn liquor. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, I
Like,
mean, you can make homebrew, but it's way cheaper than making homebrew.
Is
you
it?
literally go out, you find some corn in a field, then you collect that
Sugar,
corn.
right?
Yeah, all you need is
Corn,
the
sugar,
corn,
yeast.
which people can get for free, and then they don't even need yeast. They could just use the yeast that's in the air that's on the corn. So you just steal the corn from the fields, collect it, let it ferment, and then all you need to do is have the equipment to evaporate it. So the big expense is building the equipment to evaporate it.
Tennessee's still the only state that can make moonshine legally. I don't think so. I think there's other places.
Oh, sure.
Tennessee actually just legalized legal moonshine. Probably 5 years ago, right?
I didn't even know it was legal. You know.
Yeah, I mean there is legal moonshine in
there's
Tennessee
legal
now.
moonshine, but then there's a lot.
So
of
I think
illegal
5
moonshine.
years ago, 6 years ago, Old Smoky Moonshine was the first legal distillery in Tennessee. So I would say if Tennessee 6 years ago, that was, I mean, technically Everclear is moonshine, right? It's a corn liquor.
No, it's grain alcohol.
Yeah, but why is it different?
It's moonshine is just stronger. You see that Old Smoky Moonshine?
No,
in the liquor
Everclear
store?
was like 198% like
yeah,
proof.
but they're making moonshine with the Everclear, and they're putting fruit in it, and the fruit just stays intact, and that's not real moonshine. They said real moonshine, if you put fruit in that, it's going to just disintegrate into goo in 24 hours.
I think all of it depends on what's being used to make the alcohol.
Probably, yeah.
That's he said the moonshine we bought that mason jar for like $15. That he said if we put fruit in that, it would just disintegrate. It would turn to goo in 24 hours.
You have to consider what
So-
the total classification of moonshine is. Could it go from the spectrum of Everclear to what we have, or is there a bunch of stuff in the middle? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how
not a scientist, so I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I'm not
I
up
know
to date
that
on my
I'm-
moonshine.
somehow-
Next podcast, Greg, be on it.
All right,
Yeah,
You're the
get
alcohol.
on it.
I'll make some.
But
I
I'm
have to buy
sure,
equipment for
like
that.
West Virginia and like Kentucky, I'm sure they all have their own moonshine. I don't know if it's legal or not, but I'm sure it has.
Well, there's
to be.
so much. I mean, like Greg, I mean, you're home brewing. You don't have like a liquor license or anything. It's still legal,
Yeah,
but
you can't
as long
sell
as I
it.
don't
because
do,
you.
like 550 gallons, 500 gallons. It's gotta be like 500 gallons.
But you can't
A
sell
year?
it, right?
Yeah, I could do 500 gallons a year, I think.
That's a lot. I feel
You
like.
might
yeah.
get to that.
Some people do it.
Well, you said you have 20 gallons in your fridge right now, right? So just up your
Yeah.
game a little bit.
Yeah.
Quit hanging out with us.
Drink it.
You went over that.
Oh, it's impossible. It's almost impossible to tell.
Exactly. So just
Yeah,
put
unless
one-
like go up to like
Right.
the whatever the name of the alcohol.
The FDA guy comes out like, hey, that looks like 500
No,
gallons
not,
of alcohol.
not FDA, man.
No,
Push
it's,
it over.
What is it? No.
No, what's the guy you were just talking about?
Firearms, tobacco.
Tobacco and firearms.
Tobacco, firearms, and alcohol, right?
FAA.
No.
You're just making acronyms up.
I'm just picking the words he
Somebody
said.
Google that
I
shit.
don't. I can't remember. You're talking about Peter Frescott. who
FTA,
is the-
TFA, AFT, ATF. ATF. It's the ATF.
Yeah.
Alcohol, tobacco, firearms.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh wait, yeah.
Oh, thank you,
I was
Doss.
talking about the comptroller.
Yeah, the comptroller. He.
Oh.
Yeah.
ATF.
But also,
He's in control.
they show up and you're like, hey, that looks like 500 gallons of alcohol that you made. And you'd be like,
No.
push it over.
Person in the household.
Wiener barks.
okay.
Okay.
They're smelling him.
Oh, so we have a new dog. We have a new wiener dog in the room. In the house.
Easy.
All right.
Let's say you want to
That
take a
going
break
on.
since Steven's here, and then get Steven in, and we can start talking about stuff that we have to talk about.
Like Kanye West. Oh, sweet Jesus.
And we can talk about the fight.
Yeah. I mean, oh, yeah. We definitely have to talk about the UFC fight.
Yeah.
That shit.
I figured that was on the agenda.
Yeah. It's
the fight or the fight after
the fight.
Oh, all of it, yeah.
The brawl
Yeah.
after the fight.
So tease it out, and we'll get Steven in here, and we'll start talking about that, Jones.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish this beer, fill up this beer, get all this shit figured out, and then we'll be back in hopefully 10 minutes, maybe.
Connor McTapper.
Connor McTapper.
I called.
Touche,
touche.
touche.
Lose in the third round, but apparently he made it to the fourth.
Made it to the fourth.
Hide your wallet.
I'm borrowing from Peter to pay back Paul. I got to ask him my wiener for the teens at the mall. Wanna meet the Av? Take my number and call. 323 blah 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 blah. Straight to the neck, dude. Check the restroom. Babylon's gone. Shoulda never spilled the test tube. I'm coming back to get you on the MIC. KF to the rescue.
I second that emotion.
Likewise.
Me and Mickey just a couple lucky strike guys. Sniffing white lines. We like white girls with white thighs. We've been known to get real milky. Bust them flows that run the city. It's Hollywood, baby. So all y'all fake tip plastic lip ladies, if If you like to get naked, so the boys know you shave it. Put your skirts up, put your skirts up.
If you give it, I'ma take it, daddy. Shake, shake, shake it, pull my skirt up, pull my skirt up.
If you like to get naked, so the boys know you shave it. Put your skirts up, put your skirts up.
If you give it, I'ma take it, daddy. Shake, shake, shake it, pull my skirt up, pull my skirt up.
Andre Legacy, I should have a holiday named after me. And you can call it blasphemous, but if I blast, you be the last one missed. Paying cash for dick, just like that last bitch. And you might think I'm a fascist, off the crack but back on your mom's mattress.
Whenever long come, better throw them ones. Fives, dimes, and doves, half notes and huns. Cause this MC don't rock for free. Got to cool it down, mama, kick the legs out the hot seat. Lost, swap me. Cause when you smoke coke like me, it gets costly. Neighborhood watch try to spot me, cause I got the Oxycontin in the child seat.
If you like to get naked, so the boys know you shave it. Put your skirts up, put your skirts up.
If you give it, I'ma take it, daddy. Shake, shake, shake it, pull my skirt up, pull my skirt up.
If you like to get naked, so the boys know you shave it. Put your skirts up, put your skirts up.
If you give it, I'ma take it, daddy. Shake, shake, shake it, pull my skirt up, pull my skirt up.
Yeah.
in your area.
Check it out, y'all. That's right. Andre Liberace.
In your area.
I walk through the shadow of the valley of death with my balls in my hand and a lit cigarette hanging from my lip. I ain't gangbanging, blood in a crib. Shit, bruh, get a grip, cause your pistol ain't equipped for this shit. You might take a bullet right through your skull and blow out your mullet. Fuck it, I don't care. Andre Legacy, fluff up my hair. I'm always prepared for warfare and I ain't scared. I jump in there. Shit, who you think I am? I think I'm related to the son of Sam. With a gun in my hand, I'm savage and got tons of ammo. Call me Johnny Rambo. I take out the village, it's all handled. Don't be afraid, cause you might be the next one to get sprayed. Pushing up daisies, don't act crazy, you might get sprayed, G. Pushing up daisies, pushing up daisies, pushing up daisies, pushing up daisies. Don't act crazy, you might get sprayed, G. Pushing up daisies, I'm sorry, Your Honor, but they made me. They say the kid loco, cause I strut my shit like I'm Popo. Glide through the dojo, take a good look, little homos. I gotta go home though, my bitch cooking corn and wanna film a porno. I deliver like DiGiorno, make your lip quiver and say oh no. He did it, yes he did, and I think he up for a 12-year bid for killing them kids. Split they wig right off they lid. Shit, I got a little problem. My trigger finger itchy and it's still throbbing. I got a bunch of coffins right in my office inside my apartment. Don't act retarded, or you might just be my next target. Come on, don't step to me. Wait, shit. Pushing up daisies. Don't act crazy, you might get sprayed, G. Pushing up daisies, pushing up daisies, pushing up daisies, pushing up daisies. Don't act crazy, you might get sprayed, G. Pushing up daisies, I'm sorry, Your Honor, but they made me.
No one ever says, I want to be a junkie when I grow up.
Why want to be a ballerina?
Yet,
Why want to be a ballerina?
yet,
Why want to be a ballerina?
yet.
Shallow grave.
Why want to be a ballerina?
Shallow grave.
Dirt nasty.
Buried in shallow grave.
Andre Legacy.
Buried in shallow grave.
Just like some speed readers.
We're at a point right now where it's not too crazy, where we're gonna get murdered. Knock on wood.
Go get your shotgun. We gotta shoot 'em before they run. Go get your shotgun. We gotta shoot 'em before they run.
I ate for the brains, then they take 'em away.
Don't tell your mama, don't tell your pops, cause they don't like me and I don't like cops. Looking down the barrel, Saturday night special, man. If I was you, but tell the truth. Cause I'm breaking motherfuckers down to the bone. Member, just ask your daddy for the proof.
Go get your shotgun. We gotta shoot 'em before they run. Go get your shotgun. We gotta shoot 'em before they run.
Oh no, are we dyslexic? Yeah. No. We just name the group.
Dyslexic speed readers.
3, 2, 1. Run away on the one-way train, laughing with the captain. He have been saying I killed my baby cause she misbehaved. Such a lovely lady in a lovely grave. I can't eat, can't sleep, geek don't speak. For 3 straight weeks I've been seeing things. Dreams of Denise on her hands and knees, screaming please, please, please. Is a 5-3. Pull up to my girlfriend.
How can you say that camping is terrible?
Because it's terrible.
Like, it's not terrible.
This is literally the best camping condition. Sorry. So what we're talking about is we're talking about my camping trip where have we talked about this yet? No.
Not on here, no.
All right. Last weekend, wasn't it?
All right, yeah.
Just a brief synopsis because I don't think people really care that much about it.
The whole thing's kind of crazy. If anybody out there plays golf, you know how like strict golf courses are and stuff, and they're usually really expensive. Well, I played disc golf, and we're going to a place where you can do both, and you got golf carts, which is fucking cool because riding around golf carts, you need to have that for golf, and then for disc golf, it's nice. So we're going to a place. I get everything. I call the people. I'm like trying to make sure I have everything set up right because I feel like there's no way that we're allowed to camp on this golf course and play disc golf and golf and have carts. It just doesn't sound like it's
all
going to
for
really
the low price.
Yeah,
$30.
Yeah, we paid $30 to play golf, disc golf, and we camped there 2 nights.
And you played like I felt like the first day, like I was just watching your Instagram story. You started with some disc golf.
Yep.
You played regular golf.
Yep.
And then you finished with disc golf.
Yeah, we played another 9 holes of disc golf too.
So you did 18, 18, and then
9. And he said, like, I told him
camping is people for money pretending they're homeless.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
I don't know.
It was actually really nice. Like, the temperatures were perfect.
Yeah,
I
you
slept
had
in
a
my hammock
great weekend for it.
without a blanket. Like, you didn't need anything. It was perfect.
You know what I did? I slept in my awesome bed and didn't have to be outside.
Dude, if you have an air mattress inside of a tent, you're fine.
Yeah, I agree. Camping and golf are like perfect, and I feel like if you're gonna do both of them, that's pretty cool. My thing is like, you're like, my bed is great. You don't have air conditioning.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
They have one little guy.
It's pretty damn hot in your house sometimes.
Well, only when it's like 100 degrees.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Unfortunately, Greg stayed there the week that it was brutal.
Oh yeah.
But it's because I'm poor, Jake. I would have more air conditioners.
You know how you could be richer? You camp a lot. Where you just don't.
That's homeless.
Well, homeless and rich is two different things. You could still be rich and homeless.
But
I don't want to be.
So the one thing that now you can tell, like, obviously I'm talking about this place, you're allowed to camp on it, and it's a golf course. Normally golf courses are like pristine.
Yeah, you said
that's why I
this
had to
place
pay
was
so much
not
for
so
them.
hot.
Yeah, for the way it came to golf, the guy that owns the place, I told him we wanted to play golf and disc golf. I got there and he's like, we're getting ready to play the next morning. He's like, yeah, you should probably just stick to disc golf because the golf here is terrible. And he owns the place. So I'm like,
at least he's
all right,
honest.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, we're gonna just play
for
around.
That price though, you really can't beat.
Oh yeah,
and none of us are good enough for it to matter.
Exactly. Yeah, that was the big thing. You're never gonna play better than the course.
Truth.
Yeah,
humanity is key. I mean, 100 is 100. Yeah, that's true.
But
I actually, he said the perfect thing. I'm clipping a lot. I think I gotta turn my modulation down. But like, it doesn't matter how cool it is. Hi.
What up, dog?
A new dog in here. If it's 100% humidity, like if it's humid, camping is not fun.
Oh no, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But what we had was perfect. I mean, and it was like kind of wet, but it wasn't that bad. Like we did get a little bit of rain.
I'd like to tag along to what Jake said, that if 100% humidity camping is not fun, but if you're camping, camping's not fun.
No.
I'm telling you, this
Dude,
is the best
have you ever
time
seen me camping?
No.
Dude, queen size lifted air mattress, like I'm not slumming at all.
Glamping?
Oh yeah.
Glamper?
Now
I'm not. Can you close that door again? It just smells like burnt ass food.
Now the one thing,
there's a slight fire in my kitchen, but it's okay. Well, this can continue.
Yeah. So there was a cool thing, and there's one thing that okay, it's a golf course. They don't have like showers, like you can't take a shower, like whatever. The guy was cool enough that he actually he left one of the doors unlocked to the clubhouse, so if you had to use the bathroom, you could actually go into the clubhouse and use the bathroom.
All right, cool. Now I'd get down with that. Like,
yeah.
Pooping up against a tree is not my thing.
No,
I would never do that.
Yeah, I haven't had.
When have you ever done that?
Never. I'm just saying that's because I never go camping.
So you're afraid of camping. It's not that camping sucks; it's that you've never really done it. Yeah. Have you ever gone camping?
Not as an adult, I think.
No,
then you don't even know. Yeah. That's such a biased opinion.
When you know you're not going to
like being such a Republican right now.
Well, I am from Cecil County, so hail Trump.
Hail Trump.
But you look at something like you look at broccoli.
Yeah, right. Zig Trump.
You look at broccoli and you just know you're not going to like it, and that's just kind of how I feel about camping.
Well,
you don't like broccoli either.
Who likes broccoli?
I like
You're
broccoli.
Liars, both of you.
Bullshit. I like broccoli, and I like the effects that it gives me, aka health.
I was gonna say, it gets you high, 'cause that's crazy. I didn't know.
That'd be cool, right? No.
But no, so you probably would have actually enjoyed the camping that we did because it was comfortable and it was laid back. The only thing that did suck was the whole you couldn't take a shower. I didn't really give a shit. I don't take showers.
We're just there 2 nights, right?
Yeah,
it's not that big a deal.
You don't shower on weekends anyway, do you?
That's what I just said. I don't shower on the weekend anyway.
I use those makeup wipes on my face, like when I wash my face at night. Dude, that's all you need.
Yeah, you just gotta. I did have some terrible diarrhea at one point during the camping.
Who's in this room?
I don't know, a whole bunch of wieners.
I see three little wieners.
Yeah, but are they all mine?
No, that one's not.
Yeah, that one's got to go.
Okay.
Just because it's not mine.
Animals, come this way.
Just get them all out. Fuck 'em.
Wieners, fuck off.
Get out.
Birdie,
go.
Go on.
Get.
Nobody will
Get.
Remy, go.
Go.
Bird, Bo.
Go.
Other dog.
He can stay.
Is that Bell?
Yeah, it's his birthday.
I can't see the darkness under the table.
Darkness.
Anyway.
But there was
Remy cocked his leg on my couch already. So yeah, what are you gonna do?
I feel like when a strange dog comes to your house, it just has to happen.
A, it always happens.
Yeah.
B, he still has his balls, and that's why it happened.
That's why Murtaugh did it years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I have another. So I found out that there's actually a golf course in York that'll allow you to play. They have disc golf there as well, and it's a very, very nice place.
York, PA.
Yeah, like golf is like $56 to play, which sucks. But disc golf, disc golf is $20 to play, which also sucks. But it's a really nice.
Do you get a cart?
You do get a cart for $20.
See, that's worth it.
Yeah, I'll go. I want to go check it out for disc golf.
Us three and Evan. Remember, we have a
We
free
still
game.
have to buy
We
one,
still
get
have
one.
to fucking play.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta do
fun.
that. Shit, I have so many fucking weekends I'm doing shit.
Stop being busy.
Dude,
It
we
has to be
still
November.
got like 2.5, or we got a month and a half to still get some stuff.
Yeah, I'd
done.
have to play, and it'll have to be in November for me.
All right,
We should make that happen.
let's talk about it. What?
No, never mind. The 27th, the last weekend in October, I can do. I forgot. That's Neil's doing something. God damn it, Justin.
Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out that
Oh my
weekend.
God.
No,
Dude,
I'm just kidding.
I'm
gonna
not
get it. but-
I am getting that.
I did play that game.
So
It's been
stoked
that
for
long
that.
since the first
The
one
first
came out.
one, yeah.
I actually played the first one. That's how long it's been.
I mean, I'm fucking excited.
I was thinking about getting the new Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where they're like Romans or whatever.
Huh. Yeah,
But I mean, I'm gonna save my money for Red Dead.
Yeah, the 27th. I can do the 27th or the 26th. I have off that day. But
That's
yeah,
Saturday, right?
The 27th is a Saturday.
Yeah, we should set it up.
I'm down. Just
Yeah,
go ahead and
so-
fill every fucking day in my.
It was like 80 degrees here. What, 2 days ago?
Yesterday, right?
Yeah,
It was hot as
it was
fuck.
hot yesterday.
And muggy.
Today it was like barely got 60 degrees.
I loved it. Today is like my
Today
favorite
was
weather.
awesome.
Yeah, tomorrow should be really nice. I'm hoping.
If I could choose weather all year long, this
It
would
was
be
today.
It.
Well, there's always going to be weather.
If I could choose the weather all day.
choose the
God
weather.
damn it, Greg.
Yeah, Greg, you were right. He didn't put the
Yeah,
in the middle of
yeah.
those two words. If I could choose weather,
Well, you're always going to choose weather because there's going to be some kind.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I think our listeners knew what I meant.
Yeah, maybe.
Jerk.
I don't know.
I'd rather
Just make
not.
sure.
Did you know what I meant? Person who I can't remember your name?
just call him Das.
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 We'll sit here in silence until he responds.
We'll just stare at the screen until he
Uh,
responds to the chat.
So I'm going to New York City next weekend.
Yeah,
Dude,
Broadway
why would you
Bomb.
For 2 days, actually.
Oh, you staying over?
Yeah, we're staying 2
you
days.
driving up?
Carson's going to drive, and we're staying in the fucking city this time. Yeah, so it's like I had to pay $240
I make $100,000 a year. I can afford that.
There's
It's-
Das
it
right
sucks.
there.
I really
dot.
I
He
really
has
don't.
No
wanna,
idea what you're talking about.
Like I really don't want to pay as much.
Ponder,
I have to pay $240
Ponder's
for the 2
answering.
days.
Is Chad going?
Yeah, it's me, Chad, and Carson.
Yeah. See if Chad can find any drug dealers.
Oh
he
my
can
god! I
swindle
swear
money
to
from.
God, if he's trying to fucking buy drugs, the first
I don't
time.
think he's like that anymore, though.
I hope not, but he might get drunk and he might want something like he did last time.
He's going back to
Let
the
me
gym.
just
I
wander
saw
through the
Snap.
city and oh, he's going to the gym. I saw a Snapchat post
One
once.
snap.
Yeah,
It was yesterday or something.
He said he's been going to the gym. He's also been hanging out with a girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is it the blonde lady from the tap room?
No.
Oh,
No, I don't know.
I did not fuck that girl. Oh man, you weren't there when he was
No.
telling that story.
I think I've gotten a similar answer from him.
He was just talking about like it was his birthday and he went down to the bar and he got drunk. So I forget her name. Her name doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Her name should be left out anyways.
Yeah.
But
I
she
can't
lives
think of it right now anymore.
near the bar.
Yeah.
And he was like, and then I was so drunk, I knew I couldn't drive, so I slept on her couch. And then before he finished the story, he was like, I did not fuck her. I did not fuck her. Just let it be known right now. I did not fuck her. And then he just goes in the story, like he wakes up, and then his ex-girlfriend, I'll leave her name out now, he was like, where are you? What are you doing? Why aren't you home? Did
Because
you
they lived together at the time. So.
Yeah, they were still living together, and he was just like, I was staying at so-and-so's place. I did not fuck her. I was too drunk to drive. I'm coming home.
Yeah.
And he goes home, and she wasn't even there to
Yeah.
begin with.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, so wait, you didn't know where I was, but you knew I wasn't home, but you weren't there.
Why do you care? Because you're
Right.
my ex. Anyway.
Last time I went to a bar called the Tap Room, things were tapped.
Punny.
Yeah.
Very punny of you. Oh, I
All right.
hate myself a little bit for that joke.
Anyways, you're doing the Broadway bomb.
Yeah, should be
You're
good.
gonna
We're staying-
skateboard
I think we're
unlawfully.
Yeah.
We don't know what day that is or what time it starts because that is just not discussed.
Yeah.
We don't want that to get out.
But it's next weekend.
Is it one of those deals where you just get like a text message and say, start here, go?
No, they've
announced-
predetermined a date and time. They just don't say it anymore.
So
it's
if they know
it's next weekend at some time.
Yeah, but couldn't the cops just be ready to roll next weekend, or is it just
They
doesn't
could,
work?
but the only reason they were ready to roll once before is because it was just so announced.
Yeah, it's not announced. I'm announcing what weekend it is right
Oh,
now.
okay.
They're not,
Yeah,
They don't announce.
There's
the
no
weekend.
announcement.
Any
Just like,
cops that are listening, stop.
Yeah,
Right.
Please.
There isn't.
Just
any.
just
it's
like
the third Saturday in October.
There you go.
I'm just gonna say that.
If you want to longboard down Broadway Street
Yeah.
in New York City, it's the third
Saturday
in October. And
That's some
just
time.
kind of like
It's right around 12 o'clock.
like when I go to the Race of Gentlemen, I went to the Race of Gentlemen this year.
Yeah.
It's never a date. It's the first weekend in
Yeah,
June.
yeah.
I mean, it's a planned event though.
Right.
But they changed it.
Yeah.
So it's the first weekend in October, which I'm pretty excited for.
Nice.
October is always better than June, weather-wise.
What?
We're back to weather.
You're so picky. You are
I am
so
a diva
picky.
for sure.
Yeah.
I can't.
How can you just be this giant meat diva?
It's because I'm so.
Justin is the meat diva.
The
I
meat
love it.
diva.
It's
That's
because
his
I'm
new
so
name.
big. I get so hot so easily. I need
Giant
diva.
meat diva.
I like the name actually.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
like
good.
it
Might
too.
replace Big Meaty Claws. You know.
Big
Yeah,
meaty
I
claws.
like meat diva
I'm
better.
calling the cops. Meat diva.
Oh, hey, that's Katie.
Oh,
Not
well, she's a citizen of New York State, so
Yeah.
she's gonna give the hot
Yeah.
tip.
Morse code that in.
I saw you were watching, Katie. I would like to say thank you for joining us. Anybody new that's also joined us already, I want to welcome you to the Ultimate Men's Conversation happening here Friday at 8 o'clock when I decide to do it.
Yeah.
If this is your first time here, please give a follow if you're on Twitch or a subscribe on YouTube. Even though this is slowly getting off of YouTube soon because fuck YouTube.
Yeah.
Even
fuck
though
you.
2 people are watching, thank you for the 2 people who are watching. But to those 2 people watching on YouTube, I would highly suggest go to twitch.tv/theconvo and watch us there.
The Convo. That's actually a pretty good name for a podcast. You're coming up with all kinds of good names, man.
It's the Convo, the Ultimate Men's
Well, no, I
Conversation.
mean, I'm saying, but
it's
if
the
you say
Convo.
the
I'm working, man.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
mean, it's honestly, I don't know if you know, it's been about a year since I've started this thing.
It's been a minute since I've been on because of my work.
Yeah,
schedule, but
well,
it's all.
And who's to say when the next time you'll be back? Because your shitty work schedule.
You should just move it to Saturday to accommodate your best guest.
Yeah, well, honestly, I think the best.
Yeah, but then
guest
fights
that
will
I've-
be on. You won't come over.
What?
Well, we
then whenever
could,
there's a fight on, you won't be able to come
but
over.
we could watch the fight while doing it, as long
true.
as we don't show the fight or play the sound.
Yeah, like a companion video. They do that sometimes.
They do that shit all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
This is the Ultimate Men's Conversation. Is basically, it was the Ultimate Friends Conversation, UFC.
Yeah.
So they would do the same thing.
Yeah.
So
I could
but
work
they
on my
don't do that
commentator
anymore.
skills.
You gotta really talk.
I
You
have
have to be
started
tough.
way too much of that.
Yeah,
I
there's too
feel
much
like your
information they
brother
put
would
out.
be really good at that. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
By the way, he is the best guest. Period. So
Yeah.
so far,
Yeah.
he has good conversation.
He's informed. He
He's no dummy.
he takes the time to like research things, which I don't do. 'Cause
I'm watching this on YouTube
He would
and
give up on
commentating
that
on
real
Twitch.
quick.
Katie. I'm getting double views thanks to Katie.
Yeah, nice.
nice.
All right. We got
derailed.
this UFC fight. So I didn't watch it live.
No, me neither. I was camping.
It was a good event. I mean, all around it was really good.
But like
good event.
you cannot say that this is getting okay. First off, do you think the whole thing is staged?
No.
Second off, do you think it's becoming a zoo?
Yes.
It's becoming the WWE.
That's my thing, but the WWE is staged.
Oh yeah.
That's why I asked him if it's staged first.
Yeah.
No,
It is
I don't.
becoming a zoo where it is too much to me.
The only counter to that
That's how I felt. Like I woke up the next day.
That's my point,
Das,
though,
and
because
saw like
Oh, yeah, it's
just
all-
the highlights. Like
the only good thing about it becoming so hectic and zooey and is because more people are going to watch.
Yeah.
Which means the fighters
Which
get more
sucks.
money
do
eventually.
you think though?
Yeah.
Like
Now,
because
next time
I don't
Khabib
know.
fights, or there's a
If he fights,
he's gonna fight.
He's
yeah.
gonna fight.
There's a scheduled fight between one of Connor's guys and one of Khabib's guys in a couple months. Those two guys, nobody knows who the fuck they are except for like people like me who watch a lot.
That's
That's
Khabib's
probably
a
gonna-
hard name to remember, even though it's so weird.
Well,
That's a big part. I
those,
keep forgetting what his
that
fucking
fight's
name
going to
is.
get boosted up because of what happened. More people are going to watch that fight who people probably wouldn't give a shit about because of what happened. You know what I mean? Views are going to go up, and then
That's
because of
why-
guys like Conor McGregor, the money's going to go up.
And the only reason I rebut you is wasn't one of the guys that went into the cage also a UFC fighter?
Yeah.
And Dana White said that guy, the fighter's is smart. Try to show character. WWE. Glad. Yeah, right. Ronda Rousey.
Yeah,
That's
he's
what
killing
I
it.
said Connor's going.
He should.
No way.
I
don't
think he's
he
going
would.
to.
No, I think he's
Maybe
dude.
not
He's
yet.
collected so much money that he could just be done.
Yeah. I mean, he got
he
$3
doesn't-
million minimum.
But he also likes attention.
I think he likes to put on a show, but he will close it at some point in
I
time.
don't know, man.
Hold on. And before you just get me sidetracked, one of those guys that punched Connor, he was a UFC fighter, right?
Yeah. Some Russian name I can't think of.
Right. Anyways, so Dana White says that guy's never going to fight in the UFC again.
Which is probably true.
Okay. Khabib says if you ban him, then I'm going to.
Which Khabib's a very honorable kind of guy. Like his,
oh yeah, Ronda Rousey is in the WWE.
Yeah, she's killing it.
She's full time. She's killing it.
But like Khabib's very like respect. You need to respect.
Right,
respect.
but I'm saying
And
if this guy is banned, I think Khabib will follow suit.
they'll work it out. They will.
That guy won't be banned.
They'll figure
That's
something
why I
out.
think it's all a shoot. Like I don't know. Like I
But
can't believe
you
this
have
shit.
to do something. The thing where Khabib is wrong there is the dude punched Conor from behind when he wasn't looking. That's assault
In
That's
the cage.
That's like that's a felony. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
Connor also threw a fucking chair
Okay.
or a thing
Here's-
through a
and
window.
Connor got
Okay.
went to jail for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's paying all kinds of money.
Connor went to jail. He got charged.
Yeah.
And he pled his
millions.
time. Like he had he had to do all kinds of shit for that. Khabib went out of the cage and basically assaulted somebody.
But see that what Khabib did isn't assault because the other person was ready. Like they were trying to fight each other.
No, it's definitely assault.
Well, no, like it was like a consensual, like the whole like
because the guy said something first. So.
he was like
Open
telling him
that
to
door for that dumbass dog. I'm sorry. Fuck you too.
But so
you can't go into an open crowd. Like that's the thing. You go into an open crowd full of people that
it's
they
wrong,
don't
for
know.
sure. No,
like,
it's
that could have
definitely
started
wrong.
a fucking riot
Yeah.
or something.
I
Like,
mean, it kind of a little bit did.
Yeah.
And then Connor punched the guy when he was on the cage, and then the two guys jumped in and tried to beat up Connor, which I will say Connor won that part of the night. But you can't punish Conor McGregor's and Khabib's of the world because they make you too much money, and it's about money.
I agree. The guy that jumped into the ring, like that's not just like assault or.
Well,
that's also like trespassing in a sense. Like you're not supposed to be in that ring. I don't know.
Well,
like,
the commission is
the whole thing is a fucking. It's insane.
It comes down from the commission, right? The commission is going to say Khabib jumped out of the cage to go after an audience member who was egging him on, right? Which still can be completely Khabib's fault. That happens all the time. People egg people on all the time. But the guy jumped into the cage, which is commission.
That's your ticket. Don't do that.
The cage is a commission property, right? So the UFC, if that guy jumps in, and the commission says, "You're fucking fine. You're done forever in Nevada or Las Vegas or whatever."
If I jump in that cage, I'm getting arrested.
Yeah, those guys did get arrested.
All I have to do is jump in. And they'd be like, "Get the fuck out."
Yeah. So there
this
is a
guy
difference.
jumped in and then started punching one of the talents, though.
Yeah. A lot of people are putting all the pressure on the UFC, but it's not necessary. It's not on them. It's a commission held event, so it's on the commission to do whatever they're saying.
Not just the commission, but the state of Nevada.
Yeah, which is who's in charge of the Nevada State Commission.
Right.
So the commission came down and said, this fighter that punched Conor is we don't want him fighting. He needs to be suspended or whatever. You know what I mean? And then the UFC follows suit. You know what I mean?
Okay. Now
the guy that got punched, Katie, was actually he was
Connor's jiu-jitsu coach.
Conor McGregor's jiu-jitsu coach. So it was like a targeted attack.
Yeah,
like
it was a whole. It's stupid.
It's stupid,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm
So-
saying. Like they're fucking up the sport. They both of them.
Now I will say, like, okay, so I don't think the UFC fights are fixed, but that whole thing that went down there, like, I feel like that's kind of like almost suggested. Like somebody's
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
let's
It's
make
a
it,
shoot, man.
Let's
It's
make it a
some
little fucking
WWE
crazy.
shit.
Yeah,
Like, I don't.
I could see that being.
Look at how if you guys watched the thing live, as soon as shit started happening, the UFC pulled out to the furthest camera and you couldn't see anything.
Yeah, because they didn't know what the hell was going on.
Well, I'm
and
saying
they
if
just
it was
wanted to make
staged,
sure, like,
if it was staged, and they would be doing the WWE thing, have a guy in the crowd ready to film.
Or they don't want to make it obvious that it's
Yeah.
staged. I don't want to say it is.
Again,
but
if it was a Connor that jumped into the crowd, he's done that before. If it was
Yeah.
him that did it, I could see it because he's an actor. He's a character.
yeah.
Like Khabib, I don't know. I think
completely
Khabib,
agree, Katie.
What do
She said it's a hazard to the spectators.
Oh, it absolutely
And it
is.
totally
And he's going to
is.
be suspended. They're not paying him his $2 million. He's not going to make $2 million because he did that. He will eventually, but he's not going to make a big chunk of that.
I think they're going to not even give him the belt.
No, they're
going to be
him
a
the belt.
vacant title.
Data said he's not getting stripped. Which
But that's not Dana's decision.
Yeah, it is. He runs the company. Nevada could have suggested to him.
Was Dana White one of the ones that split up the fight out in the crowd?
No, he was in the cage at the time.
Oh, was he? Okay, I thought I saw a bald dude splitting it up, and I thought it was him. But
He could have. I don't know. I'm just assuming not.
Yeah.
But like the commission will suggest something like that, like stripping him. And usually the UFC will go with it to not create bad waves, but the commission can only really suspend you and take your money.
My issue.
I don't think they can have.
I don't know.
Someone could Google
if you're
it.
going to put this kind of zoo on, and then and like Das just said, like they're totally trying to set up the next fight.
Oh, yeah.
But like,
Which I don't
if you're
know
trying
why.
to set up the next fight, but you're also saying that Logan Paul can't fight CM Punk, like if you're going to put that shit on, I think CM Punk and Logan Paul should totally be a fight.
Well, Logan Paul's way bigger than CM Punk, isn't he? CM Punk's like 160 pounds.
But CM Punk is a trained fighter.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, no, I'm just saying like, the size
Logan
might not
Logan
be.
Paul he's done like a boxing event.
And
I don't know.
Dana White, he asked Das asked that Dana White is still the president. He's not the owner anymore. Or he never really was
He's
the
the
owner.
commissioner.
He's the president. He's the head
Okay.
of
Anyways.
everything. He makes all the decisions
Right.
only under.
So UFC was
Vince
owned by
McMahon.
another.
Yeah.
UFC. What'd you say?
I said he's Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Except Vince McMahon owns WWE.
And, yeah, Vince McMahon actually owns
But he
it.
is. He
Yeah,
is
that's
the
true.
Vince McMahon because he's the guy that
He's
everybody
the
knows.
promoter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The promoter.
Well, Vince McMahon was pictured. He wasn't pictured as the owner. He was pictured as the commissioner.
Yeah, that's true. And
But
he's
that's-
he
also
just happened to be
the
the
owner
owner,
of the
yeah.
XFL
And I
coming
think-
in 2020.
I think Dana White would be the
Oh,
first
it's
to tell
gonna
you
be
that
great.
he learned a lot from Vince McMahon. So.
Oh, absolutely. He
But-
just doesn't do as good as a job.
No, that's true. And
Yeah.
he's way more stupid. But anyway.
You know Dana is worth like $500 million.
Well, he's got stake in the company, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he got stake and he got to keep hired on once the
Yeah.
other people like
He's got it.
bought
He's-
He's got the best job in the world.
Yeah,
he is the real life.
He even said
it's kind of
after they sold to the Hollywood guys, he said, "I don't have to deal with any of the horse shit anymore.
Yeah.
I only do the
Yeah.
fun stuff." Which there's somebody else who's dealing with the Khabib and Conor situation. Then they're gonna be like, "Hey,
he got steak and potatoes."
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Hamj is here. What's up, Hamj?
Someone's gonna go, "Hey, this is what we decided with Conor and Khabib. What do you think?" And he's gonna go, "Okay," or
Yeah.
"No." You know what I mean? But it is all bullshit, man. And
tough,
in the
man.
long run of it, it's making them people more money.
So we do have to talk about more fight stuff. There was another story throughout all that. Too.
What?
Well, the new heavyweight fight that's coming up now. I can't think.
Just rebuilding a house.
What's his name? I
No
can't remember
big
his
deal.
name.
Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis, man, the best after fight interview, dude. Oh,
I
so
didn't
good.
even see any.
You
of
didn't
it.
see any of this?
No.
Oh my
So,
god, he's so good.
Let me recap for you, Jay.
I'd feel like you should just look it up so we can listen to it.
Let me
It's
see
too
if
long.
I can. Well, if it's long.
All right. Well, it's not long. Well, it's a little bit long, but you don't only have to do the beginning part of it. But while we talk about it, so what are your thoughts on him getting the title fight?
Finish him. I don't know who else you'd give it to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not. He could win. He hits really, really fucking hard.
Yeah, he's got no cardio.
Yeah, but if he lands,
punch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. Like, he's not a really good fighter, but he's really fucking strong.
Well, I know you're. Who was it? I think it was. I saw on social media your brother was kind of against it, or either him or.
My brother's against things just for the sake of being against them. I think at this point,
He's a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he hasn't. I mean, has he worked up to
Paul
a title
Heyman's the
fight? Like,
shit.
he hasn't been in that long.
In the heavyweight division, you only need like 2 or 3 wins, and he's been in the UFC for a while, and he's only got 1 or 2 losses, so he deserves it on paper. But
I'm
he's
just
not
pulling
that
shit
good.
out of the air because I don't know too much about it. I just know he's really good at his fucking post-fight interviews.
Yeah, he said.
Oh no, wait.
Jake's
Jake's
gonna try
finding
to find
it.
it?
Yeah.
Oh no, I wasn't finding it.
Oh, just try to find it so we can listen to it. It's so
All right,
fucking
let me
funny.
find it real quick.
I'm sure you could find it.
Which everybody keeps talking about the first part, but there is the end part too, where he's talking about being on Joe's show.
Oh yeah.
That's a good part too.
He is. He's. You should follow him at Black Beast on Instagram. He's
His
fucking
name is
hilarious.
Black Beast on
Yeah.
Instagram. Oh my god, it's amazing.
He is without a doubt the best fighter follow because he's just hilarious. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you
he's
get that-
humble because
Which-
he makes fun of himself.
How could he say that shit? Like, I guess we'll just talk about that part where he's talking about
What do you
smoking
want me to
weed.
search? Black Beast. The
Beast. Yeah, like,
no. What's his name? Fucking
Derek Lewis.
Derek
post-fight
Lewis
interview.
Yeah.
Well, they fight in. They live like California and stuff. Like
Oh, okay.
they live
So
in
it's-
California or whatever.
Well, so is
Or
there,
Joe Rogan's in California.
Yeah. So is there no like I?
Oh, in the UFC, you mean? Like
Yeah.
repercussions? In states, if you're fighting in a state that is, and this could be a little bit wrong, but if you're fighting in a state that's legal, you can smoke.
Oh, okay.
But you have to have they get tested, right?
I was gonna say so. Nick Diaz only fights in California now.
He doesn't fight at all, but
yeah, that's true.
You have to have a certain level when you get tested. Like, it has to be
Someone
below.
just fart?
Ladies and gentlemen, referee
here we
Hurricane
go.
has called a stop.
Oh.
Wait, just fast forward until Joe Rogan comes in.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's so good.
Can you bring it up on the screen?
Yeah, here it is. Hold on. You can't bring it on the screen for everybody else to see. but-
Oh, it's fine.
It's okay. The audio is perfect. The audio is great.
Hold on, I got. Come on, man! You guys put me on the spot trying to make.
Oh,
me
it's
do
okay.
shit.
We can keep talking.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
All right. So here we
229.
go.
Yeah, this is
Here.
awesome. You only really need to listen to hit it. To set this up, he was getting his ass whooped.
Oh, yeah, he was
for
getting destroyed.
2 minutes, 2 minute or 2 rounds, and like 90% of the third round.
Oh, you gotta.
My balls was.
Yeah, hold on. Back up a little bit.
That's the problem. Like, I'm just gonna skip. I'm fucking maxing out my internet right now.
Derek, why'd you take your pants off? My balls was hot.
That alone.
I understand. Listen, man.
I don't understand how Joe Rogan doesn't lose his shit right there.
Was absolutely phenomenal. That was an incredible comeback victory, and it shows one of the reasons.
Yeah, because like Justin was saying, he was getting beat pretty good, and he just clocked him.
With 12 seconds left.
12 seconds.
Oh,
left.
he just knocked him out.
Yeah.
In 12 seconds.
All right, you can stop it there.
wish
So
my fucking-
One shot. I told them boys, I got nothing but heart.
Nothing but heart.
You know, they keep underestimating me. I ain't all that technical and all that.
Yeah. it's
but
like-
the whole thing's really good. So he's literally talking about how out of breath he is. He's like, man, I need to work on my cardio.
They ask him, what do you feel about fighting for the title next? And he said, fuck that. I'm not ready for that. Did you see how bad I was in there tonight? So, like, that's just the kind of guy he is. He's funny.
And then he goes to Joe and he's like, man, next time I'll be coming to your fucking show and smoking weed with you, dude.
Yeah. He got
like on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
He got something like 700,000 or 800,000 new followers after that on Instagram.
Dude.
Something
Balls
like
were
that.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. His social media shit's blowing up
Yeah.
right now.
No,
He's
he's all
awesome.
that.
It's so funny.
But it was, I mean, all in all, it was a really solid night of fights, man. It was, most people wanted Conor to win because he's so popular, but
Right, of course.
Khabib's just a beast, man. And it's not about us telling you
I
guys
hate
before.
that stupid wig he wears.
Oh,
It's
so
a Russian
it's
thing.
a Russian
yeah.
thing.
I don't give a
But-
fuck.
so-
It's stupid.
We were talking about the fight while we were camping, and I'm like, I bet Connor's going to lose, and he's probably going to get tapped in the 3rd round.
That wouldn't have been
You're
a bad
a round off, huh?
Yeah, it was a round off because like he gets gassed, and you can tell he at that point. Maybe it's just me, but he looks like he just gives up and lets.
He does. He has a little bit of a
because he knows he's not going to win, so I'm just going to get tapped out. Fuck it.
I watch a lot,
which I understand. It's not like him giving up. Sorry,
but no, you're good. He did a lot better than I thought he was going to do, and I know that sounds stupid because he didn't do very good at all. But the guy he's fighting is a fucking monster. He might go down as the greatest ever. I was telling you guys this because. In MMA,
I don't think there's ever going to be the greatest ever because they keep
the
improving.
conversation. He'll be like in the top, like with John Jones and stuff. But like a great grappler.
I don't think John Jones is that good because he can't fucking keep his piss clean.
Well, but you know what I'm saying.
Good, just he's just dirty.
Well, you can't be good if you're not clean.
Well, the things that John Jones got tested for, if he did them, I don't think he did. Were not. They were like. Dietary supplements and estrogen blockers. They weren't things that make you faster or stronger. They're just things that.
Why are you doing it then?
Well, there are things that would block other things, like from showing up. So there's the debate out there. Like, did he do them? I don't think he did. I think he's just fucking stupid. And also, there's a lot.
He could have been doing other
greatest fighter ever, but he's stupid.
Well, he could have been. Oh yeah, you don't have to be smart to fight.
The thing about it, the thing is, there's a lot
You'd be
of
a really bad dumb fighter.
A lot of fighters are getting busted now for contaminated like supplements that have banned shit in them, and it just comes in their creatine powder or whatever they're taking.
Then I don't know.
I don't. Maybe we don't need it in our lives, but maybe they do because they're high functioning athletes. But
trying to be the best.
Yeah,
I think you can be the best with just eating whatever you fucking.
There are
eat.
some fighters.
Whatever he started with, I think he was good when he first fucking started.
But you know, back to Khabib. A great wrestler is going to beat a great striker 99% of the time.
Yeah, that's what sucks though, because a good wrestler is not good for the UFC.
Well, yeah, and it's just not quite as entertaining. But if nobody should have assumed Conor was going to win that. If you like,
estrogen blockers are a big mass for steroids or IRCs. So.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like that's what.
Well, that's the thing. Like they're getting popped for that now because it's trying to pop or it's trying to cover the fucking steroids. The piss tests are just getting better.
Yeah,
and they're only going to keep getting better.
I'm not saying people don't use it for that. I just don't think. I don't think John Jones did. I think he's just really like he took a Chinese dick pill that had some.
Why? Why?
Well, as he said on the Joe Rogan show, it makes his dick go from this to this. That's how he described it, from like this to this. So, I don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I said, he's stupid.
He's very dumb because he's fucking losing out on money. Like,
lots and lots of money.
A lot of money. He'd be fighting a lot fucking more. And that's the other thing.
True.
When
He'd be fighting more.
He'd be fighting more. He only fights like what every 3 years or something because he's always fucking banned.
He's coming up. Yeah. Hopefully he's got his shit together, man.
He probably doesn't. He's okay.
I'm an optimist, so.
John Jones is the fucking Josh Gordon of the NFL.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
That's really good.
Josh Gordon is an amazing athlete, and he is really good when he's fucked up, but he's also really, really good when he's sober. Like I don't know. Like
I think that John Jones is innocent,
but you too much when someone eats a cheeseburger the day before the fight and drops dirty. Otherwise, just a train of God. I agree.
Oh yeah, I agree. I don't think there's fighters that don't take supplements and stuff. Mighty Mouse Johnson, Demetrius Johnson was the 125 champ. He says he doesn't take any of that shit, and he was undefeated for fucking 10 years or something.
Right, and it's possible.
Yeah,
it's all possible.
People just like to try and get that extra edge, and then they fuck up. Some people do cheat. Maybe John Jones did cheat, but
I'm sure he cheated.
Well, maybe he cheated on purpose. You know what I mean? I don't know if he did.
Motherfucker got caught, therefore he cheated. You only cheat when you get caught.
Yeah, it's only cheating if you get caught, right?
That's it.
But I'm a John Jones fan, so I like to try and. It's like if the Eagles got caught with Spygate or something like that, I'd be like, "Oh, come on, guys! It's not that big of a deal." You know,
till your coach gets banned for a year or whatever.
But so I'm just trying to circle around the wagons a little bit here.
And I feel like there's no if you're already good, there's no real point in cheating anyway, because it's not guaranteed that you're going to win no matter what. Like,
yeah, you get punched in the face, you still fall down.
Yeah, exactly. There's no fucking point in cheating. Just do what you do. Like, if you're already good at it.
The idea-
there's no point in getting the extra edge because there's always that 20% chance, 30% chance you're going to get caught with something you didn't expect to get caught with anyway.
The idea of like steroids, as we think of them, is kind of stupid in MMA
Oh, yeah.
because you get too strong, you can't cut weight, and you can't you get tired more easily because
Yeah,
you take it
you're
has all that
slower.
lactic acid builds up in your muscles. It's never the muscular guys that are champions, right? It's always the scrawny guys.
Das says just say a CM Punk about falling down. His last fight, which is probably his last fight.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, did you see
in the
that,
UFC probably?
But that spin kick, like he like
It was pretty
that
bad.
was it's like
I think if he would have tried this 10 years ago, it'd been different. But he's like 40, man. You know,
Right.
40 and getting into it against young guys, it's just tough. Even
Yeah, but-
the best fighters when they're 40 start to.
then why the
dwindle.
fuck do you do it?
Because the UFC is
It's
giving
so
him
stupid
lots
to
of
me.
money.
Who's coming out of retirement to fight soon?
Fucking Tito Ortiz and
Chuck Liddell.
Chuck
Yes.
Liddell are about to
Yeah,
fight for
that's
the
who it
third
is.
time.
Yep.
And that's going to be a terrible fight.
Super slow.
Yeah, yeah. Das agrees.
It'll sell the shit out of some tickets, but
Is
yeah,
it UFC or is it?
It's
Dude,
UFC.
Chuck Liddell?
Yeah.
No, that's
no,
like
it's-
Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh
is
yeah.
doing
Oh
it,
yeah, that's right. It's some like
Oh, it's
third
not even
party
the-
shit.
oh,
Oh
Which
no.
I'm actually really, really surprised that Dana.
That they wouldn't do it.
Well, no,
Dana's
Dana
allowing
doesn't
it?
want anything to do with that. They're not
Right,
gonna-
because it's just too old.
Well, and that he's friends with Chuck Liddell, and
Yeah.
Chuck Liddell's been knocked out too many times, and
Right.
well,
So he's trying to
there's-
be a friend. Like,
there's not
hey,
enough
don't
money
get
to
your
be
fucking
made.
noggin.
Like
busted.
Dana, everybody wants to say, "Oh, I'm looking out for him." It's a little bit of him being his friend and looking out for him, but it's also
Guys should rotate in so we can do 2 camera angles.
you want to do a switch.
Well, at least take
I
your
can
mics
pop
with
around.
you. Just wiggle over.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Oscar, I don't know how.
Switch seats so we can still
I don't know how
see
De La Hoya got the rights to Chuck Liddell.
I'm sure it's plenty expired. You can keep your
That's what I'm saying.
microphone in your
Oh no, it's just-
headphones.
Whoa. Yeah, it's fine. This works as long as we keep the head. Oh god damn it! I switched to a shitty chair.
You can switch that too.
Yeah, it's fine. But there's a Bellator fight coming up too. It's Chael Sonnen's in it.
Chael Sonnen versus Fedor, yeah.
Yeah.
And Matt Mitrione versus Ryan Bader. Probably going to be one of the better events for any promotion. So check that out.
I don't follow Chael Sonnen, but he was in UFC, right? And why is he in Bellator now?
He just he lost his appeal.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
where a lot of the Bellator fighters are people who couldn't hack it in the UFC, or with the exception of like Roy McDonald and Gegard Mousasi, went there for better sponsorship money.
Yeah, and then who's he fighting? Fucking
Fedor Emelianenko.
And Fedor's just he's their face. Almost.
Yeah, well,
he holds the title.
Golden
so
Boy Promotions. That's right.
He holds the title, right? I'm not.
The title I don't remember who holds the
Golden
title.
Boy
They're having a
Promotions.
tournament for it.
Oh yeah, their
and this
tournament
is like
shit.
the
What the fuck you
semifinals.
drinking Blue Moon for?
This is what Aaron wanted, man. I'm just drinking it.
Oh, you're drinking it.
Yeah.
I have some sour beer if you want some of that.
No, I'm good. It's disgusting.
Doesn't look like beer.
He's the pickiest person.
Yeah, it's fine.
Without question.
He likes his things.
He likes his things. He likes like cheesesteaks,
But
chicken
you
fingers.
think he'd be refined on his things, though? But
No, look.
No,
All right.
no.
Before you get into me,
He's the blandest.
I like what I like, and I'm not gonna try and drink other things because other people drink them.
Right.
Like Chris
But
one
what
time
if
told
you
me.
might like it though?
I well, no, I've tried.
Now he
like,
didn't cut up an orange because that's fruit and he doesn't like that.
Yeah, fruit's gross. No, one time, our buddy Chris told us. He
regular.
said, "Why, you don't like this beer? Something nasty beer Greg had." And he was like,
"It's not
to me.
It's nasty to you.
Yeah, to me.
Which I understand.
And I drank it and I didn't like it. And Chris
different
was like,
palates for different
well, You
people.
just have to train your palate to like it. I'm like, why the fuck would I do that? Why would
Yeah.
I constantly drink something I don't like until I like it? You know what I mean? I'm just not gonna do it.
Justin does actually try things.
Yeah,
so
Greg makes me try every beer.
I'd make him try all the things.
well,
and
I
he
give
doesn't-
you that
And
then.
he's willing
And I
to
always
try
do this
things,
face.
but he doesn't like them.
At
And
least
that's fine.
try
Yeah.
it, I guess.
I understand it.
I'm a grown ass man. I don't have to do what you guys tell me.
I just have.
I'm not
Justin
gonna go
just has a
camping. I'm
terrible
not gonna drink
palate.
gross beer.
Oh, you'll go camping.
Yeah, I know. One day you'll make me.
I think next year we make him go
That
camping.
you got to come to the golf course we went to. It was fun.
Yeah, I might do that. That sounds pretty cool.
Anyway, this dude Das, I'm gonna get to hang out with him next month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he lives right outside of Detroit, and I gotta go to Detroit for work.
Oh nice.
We're gonna get all tore up.
Watch for the
And I'm
roofies,
go-
Das. Watch for the roofies.
Yeah.
Nighty night. Keep your butthole tight. No, I'm gonna buy him some beers because work's gonna pay for it. So.
All right.
Nice.
That's what's up.
I wish I had. That's the one thing I wish I had at work. Is every once in a while I would get to travel where I just get a per diem. I would love to have that.
I don't get a per diem. I just get to pay.
Well, yeah, they pay for your drinks.
Yeah, but like there's no limit though. That's what's great.
Yeah, that's nice.
2 rules of beer. 1, there's good beer. 2, there's cold beer. Not always mutually exclusive, but I'll try them all.
I can dig it, man. I just like
whenever I see Das like on his live streams, he's just got like tall Bud Lights or something.
Yeah.
But then Das, do me a favor. Can you give me the ingredients to your beer mosa? Because that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard of.
Give us the ingredients to the beer mosa and then answer me this, Das. Do you drink all the craft beers that are
He
popular
drinks
now?
everything.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just does it all. He's like me. Like
Okay.
he'll drink cheap. He'll
But then
drink
show up
fancy.
with a natty bow. You know what I mean?
Now say
He doesn't know what a natty bow is. I'll have to bring him some.
Yeah. Now, so I'm gonna go back to Justin's palate real quick. So Justin likes certain things, but he'll like certain craft beers. I just have to point him to the ones that he'll like because I know what he likes to taste.
Yinglings.
Yeah. So
If it tastes like Yingling,
Marizens, he likes dark lager or like medium dark lagers. It's
like okay.
So you would like Negra Modelo.
Negro Modelo.
I don't think he would.
I think he would.
I don't think he would.
Yeah.
You guys buy me a bunch of beer and I'll try.
Yeah, well, let's see what Justin
Ready?
likes. All right, I
Ready?
like it.
So the beer mosa is an IPA, a sweet light wine, and orange juice.
Huh.
It's some craft cocktail bar that he goes to for brunch.
And
they do these beer mosas.
Yeah. I could see it.
Say it again, Jake.
An IPA, so an India Pale Ale, a sweet wine, and orange juice.
I'd try it.
I'd dump the sweet wine and just put a little.
Das also likes the Mick Ultra, responding to Katie.
Yeah. So I would just dump the sweet wine because you already have orange juice and that's sweet. And
no, you gotta.
No, fuck. You just dump that. You throw
Dude, it's the fucking beer mosa ingredients. You can't change them. You
throw-
can make your own fucking drink.
They use champagne instead of wine, though.
Oh,
they
okay.
do.
Yeah, all right. That makes sense. Yeah. I was going to say you just throw a little bit of vodka in there instead of the wine.
Damn, you're going hard, Greg.
You got to go to the man moses.
Man moses.
The man beer moses.
Did you just try and assume the
hair
gender
in
of
your
his
balls
mimosa?
moses?
Oh, so we still have to talk about my hot sauce experience.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go there right now.
Or I was gonna say,
hold on.
I was gonna say we could do it now. Are we done the fight stuff? We still got some fights.
Do you have more fight
I
stuff?
tried to bring in everything that I could think of.
Don't hate on
Justin's a
Conor.
fight
He's a
guy.
better fighter. Khabib's just really, really
Khabib is a good fighter. He's just stupid. Like that was stupid.
Did you see Vladimir Putin be like, "You did a really good job." I'm paraphrasing. You did a really good job, but as a Russian, you shouldn't be as stupid to jump in the cage and like do that shit. And he was like, "We let people attack us, and then we fuck them up." I think there was a little bit of like a pay attention to this Donald Trump kind of thing, but we won't get into that.
Das says he uses a stronger IPA. I think the last time I was talking to him about it, he was using a Rebel, so like a higher ABV IPA.
You got to go. Yeah, that works.
I mean, you got to get that bite.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Hot sauce.
So I have a buddy who works at a brewery. He is their head chef there. The brewery just opened not too long ago. He just got the job.
Brewing?
Yep, Valhalla.
9%. Oh, he's using like Rebel Rouser. He's using heavy shit.
So the brewery's good. They're still trying to meet their demand, which is usual with like a new place that opens up. But our buddy Chris, he's really good. He's a really good chef. So they're working on a wing challenge. You know, you have the hot wings. You eat so many in a certain period of time. That blah blah blah. So he's been working on his hot sauce for a while. He gave all of us his first version of it, and everybody liked it. It was really good, and it was hot, but it wasn't anything crazy. They released it at the brewery, and people were eating the wings. They didn't announce it as the challenge or anything, and people would finish it, the whole round of wings. They're like, "This is really good. Like it's hot, but it's nothing crazy. But I'd order this again." So then they're like, "All right, well we got to come up with something hotter.
Make it hotter, yeah."
Yeah. So they came out with a second version. I didn't try the second version. I did try the first one. It was really good, and it was hot, but nothing crazy. So they came out with the second version. I didn't get to try that one, but I think it was the same thing. It's like it's hot, but we can eat it. So now they came out with this third version, and I was at the brewery the other day, and Chris was working, but he wasn't really working. He was just smoking meat,
Yeah.
So he came out and he's like, "Hey, I want to bring out some food for you to try." I'm like, "All right, cool. This sounds awesome."
Check out this meat I just smoked.
Yeah, I was hoping it would just be like smoked meat, but he.
I'm sure you would.
You would
But
love to smoke Chris's meat.
so he brought out some wings. He brought out the normal flavored ones, and then he brought out one that he put in a box that he had a glove on top of, and he's like, "I have this one for you too. You have to try this one, but
You
put
gotta
on the
put
glove."
this condom on
Yeah.
before you touch this meat.
I was like, son of a bitch. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. So I moved, like, he just poured the sauce on. I'm like, well, I want to have a full coverage. So it was a drumstick, just to let you guys know that. So I got a full cover on it, and I ate the thing. And he told me beforehand what was in this. And I will tell you guys what the hot sauce is made of.
Before you tell everybody, I just want to let everybody know that who's joined in the past, 30 minutes. You're watching the Ultimate Men's Conversation on Twitch and YouTube. But if you haven't followed already, please give me a follow, and I'll give you a big old shout out. Go ahead. What was in the hot sauce?
All right, so the hot sauce was ghost peppers, Carolina Reapers, chocolate habaneros, garlic, onion, honey salt, and white vinegar. I'll just go ahead and go through the hot peppers again.
Please.
Ghost peppers, Carolina Reapers, and the chocolate habaneros.
Oh, shit.
So those were the 3 peppers that were in it.
I've never heard of the chocolate habanero.
So any pepper strain, if they're chocolate, they're hotter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like the hottest version of what
They don't taste
what's
like
said
chocolate.
No.
Okay.
So actually, I had a funny story beforehand with the chocolate habanero. I was at my buddy Neil's house and we were doing infusions in beer. I was like, I had a beer that I wanted to infuse.
I'll take all the notes.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
So we're infusing different stuff in beer, and I'm like, I wanted to do a hot, like a peppered beer, a spicy beer, and I asked Becca to bring me some peppers, and she just brings over these brown, gross-looking peppers. I'm like, these kind of look like habaneros, but then I'm like, I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in the. And everybody's like, those look hot. I'm like, they're probably hot. Yeah. Like, you know what? Fuck it.
I think the chocolates means they're more aged.
Yeah,
you know
I think
what mean?
so too.
It's just like you go to the store and you get a jalapeno.
Yeah.
Jalapenos are green.
Yeah.
But I got a jalapeno plant out there. I
They're
got
red.
red ones.
Yeah.
That means like those red ones are way hotter than
Yeah.
the green ones. So like a chocolate habanero is just a fucking hot habanero.
Dude, they're
well aged.
Yeah. So
like a fine wine.
Yeah, before I knew that, I thought it looked like a habanero. I didn't know if it was one. But I'm like, whatever. If I'm gonna put it in the beer, I'll try it first. I take a fucking
that's
bite.
right. You just took a bite.
I just
of
took
it.
a bite of it. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty hot. Yeah, it's hot. All right. Well, I'm still gonna put it in the beer, and I just ruined everybody's palates that were trying to drink beer because I put it into mine, and they all got to try it afterwards. And I drank the beer. It didn't taste hot, but that's because I had already singed the shit out of my mouth with
burnt the
eating
shit out of
eating the pepper first.
See, Doss, that's where I kind of disagree with you. Like, I kind of like to see. I like to taste the core of the sun at some points in time.
Yeah,
I like the
taste
I like
of
super hot stuff. Like
me and
I don't
Doss
know.
might be best friends because we share a lot of the similar opinions and feeling like. So
Except for he's way cooler than you. though.
Most people are.
I do like the taste of a habanero, but it's got to be. I mean, I don't mind hot stuff.
I hear you, but like I don't know, like those ghost pepper peanuts at like I'm salivating right now thinking of those
Yeah.
ghost
You got
pepper
'em at work?
peanuts. No, they're 7-Eleven. Like,
No, you keep them at work.
oh
right?
yeah, I should have brought some here. I would have made you. Could
And
you
then-
eat one peanut?
I mean, I probably could. I wouldn't enjoy it. I can eat hot stuff. I don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could eat anything that Greg eats. But
So I'll go back.
I can eat hotter stuff than Greg.
Can you?
Maybe I can't eat hotter stuff. I can eat I can eat the hottest thing in the world. I think I just take it better than Greg.
Maybe.
That's
Yeah.
all. Like Greg, he shows pain.
Yeah.
I don't show pain when I eat hot stuff. I just like turn weird colors and like breathe a
dude,
lot.
I got
you know?
fucking. So
yeah, I just like even Aubrey was like, "You're turning yellow." Like when I ate like
Oh.
the Pocky one chip. Like, grab that box right there. Grab right there. Well, let that stupid barking dog out. too.
So now what I'm gonna say, like I don't know. I'm assuming that the wing
Go
that
outside.
the wing that I had was probably hotter than the chip, but I can't say it for certain. I will say,
yeah, like this, like the hottest thing I've ever ate in my life. It's the hottest chip in the world, made with the hottest pepper at the time. By the way, they're not doing this anymore.
they're doing a hotter one, right?
No, they're not doing it. They're
Oh, that's
done.
bullshit.
They're not
probably.
doing it.
That sucks. I would have done the next one.
Me too.
You
Yeah.
should Google that. I wonder if they got sued. They probably did.
No. They said that they're trying to mold their brand to like make chips that people actually eat.
Instead of eating
But
just
like,
one.
why would you want to make a bag of chips that people eat, or you could make one chip that you sell? One chip is like $10.
Yeah,
a bag of chips is like $4. Like, you're making way more money off of this.
Oh yeah, somebody else is gonna pick it up and they're gonna lose out on money. But anyway, so
the hot wings, from Coakley's, the ludicrous wings.
Yeah, I'm sure they ain't shit compared to what I had the other day.
I don't know. You saw my buddy. He ate like what, 6 of them.
Yeah,
he was crying.
Could you have eaten 6
Oh, I was
of those?
crying off of one. No, there's no way.
Yeah, but I don't know. If you got 6 wings, you're going to eat 6 wings, and I feel like if you eat one wing, okay, it was hot for you.
Yes.
But if you ate 6 of those, it's going to be 6 times hotter.
Oh yeah,
like that's how Scoville works. Like
Yeah.
you keep eating. Like I don't know.
I just think when he had them, that was before all these fucking crazy ass peppers.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
So is that what they're going with at the brewing company?
Yeah, this will be their wing challenge. Now they said the owner did 6 of them, but Chris also said that he was starting to peel things away as he was eating them, so he wasn't getting as much of the hot sauce, so he was kind of cheating. Yeah,
but still.
But I don't know. Like,
now I think that would be easier
if
with.
You gotta make it challenge. You gotta make it beatable.
Yeah. Well, no, you can do it. It would be. I think that wing challenge would have been. I could have probably eaten more if I was with people that were doing it with me, so we could talk shit and do that kind of thing.
Oh,
but
you need the competition.
Yeah. No, you need something because when we were doing the chip challenge,
snot. That was the thing I remember was the snot coming out of Rob's nose. When he was
I
eating
had
the wings.
Dude, everything was running.
See, I don't know.
I just saw a Snapchat of Greg going like,
dude, it was so bad. I had to literally
Jerking
sit.
himself off.
I
Keep the pain
finished
away.
an entire beer in like a couple seconds after I had that. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to get another beer.
I saw it was like
and
a
there were
porter
stout-
too.
Dude, it was a porter. It's like it was too much. And everything. sat.
I just need something cold to get rid of this heat.
Well,
Let
no,
me drink
'cause
this
beer-
porter.
Well, beer does the same thing as milk does. Milk does, not milk duds, as milk does, and it distributes it across your palate,
Milk
so
duds?
it'll go away. Like, well, no, it does. It doesn't distribute across your palate because that's what water does. The oils actually it eats at the oils. So doing beer and milk are like the same thing, from what I've read online anyway.
Okay. From all the research you've done on Google's.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was last night, right?
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna ask me about how today was?
No, I wasn't. I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
what you're talking about. But
He's
I was
talking about the aftermath.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
No, that was like 7:30ish, right? 7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had just left work.
Jeez,
I could have been there.
Oh damn!
I didn't know you were there.
Yeah.
I was like checking my Snapchat on the way home, not while driving. I was a stoplight or something. I'm not a terrible person.
I'm not.
And I
that
looked at it
crazy.
like 7 minutes ago, a Snapchat from Becca, and I was like, come on.
Yeah.
I could have been there for this.
Dude,
I
it
work
was-
like 2 minutes away from that brewery, by the way.
It was.
It's on the same road.
Yeah, that's. I didn't
I gotta
think
go
about
there.
it. Yeah.
I get off work at like 11:30, which
You got to go there to what? Not eat the food, not drink the beer.
they probably make. I like wings, normal wings.
Their wings are fucking good.
Are they?
I
Chris is
mean,
a good
I would
cook,
imagine
man.
they have good wings.
Yeah.
Chris is a good cook.
So Chris used to do the smokehouse, and
Yeah.
he was the one that
Got
made the
that,
smoked
yeah.
wings. So I guarantee you their wings are
Dude,
good.
I went there like a month ago. Blue, the smokehouse.
I stopped going.
Yeah.
Well, I stopped going because the service sucked, but I definitely stopped going because I don't eat meat anymore.
Yeah,
So.
well, you're not gonna go to a barbecue joint because you don't.
I mean, they do have good French fries, but I'm not going for the French fries.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah.
I'm gonna shit myself today.
Yeah, I was gonna.
So last
Fast
night,
forward to today.
Yeah. Last night I got home. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take a dump. And, like, it wasn't anything crazy. It was a little hot. Like the heat wasn't too bad coming out. Usually, with my body process things pretty well. I will say, after I ate way too much before I ate that wing, and I was drinking all that beer, and it just turned into this like pocket of gas in my chest that just wouldn't go away. So I was miserable the rest of the night.
Right.
But anyway, today, so we went out to breakfast, and we're having breakfast, and in the middle of breakfast, I'm like, I say something to my girlfriend Rebecca. I'm like, hey, where's the bathroom? I need to go to the bathroom right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Not now, but
Yeah,
right
now. So I go into their little sketchy bathroom and I get some out, and then I'm riding home, and it's like, oh god, No, and I have somebody somebody driving slow in front of me. I'm like, oh, you need to fucking get out of the way, or I need to find a spot to pass you. I finally get around him, and then after that, I'm just driving so fast.
Turns out that super wing was an Egyptian curse.
Yeah.
Forever.
So the rest of my ride home, I'm just thinking about if I get pulled over, the things that are going to happen.
Yeah.
So my first thought is like, all right, I'm not like to the main road that goes to my house yet. If I get pulled over now, then the cop comes up and I'm like, you either let me go or I'm shitting in the woods. That's my plan, and that's what's going to happen. I'm going to tell him that. I'm like, all right, well, I didn't get pulled over there, so now I'm on the last strip to my house. I'm like, all right, my next story is I'm just going to drive to my fucking house, and if he wants to give me a ticket, I will tell him when we pull into my driveway. It's like, hey, I'll come back out. I'm going to go shit because I'm going to shit myself if I don't.
And then you get tasered and shit yourself.
Yeah. Luckily, I didn't run into a cop,
Yeah.
but those
If
are
he
my
gets
stories.
tased,
Oh
he's
my
still
god,
gonna see him
dude!
shit.
If I got tasered, I would have shat myself.
Oddly enough,
You were going to shit yourself if you just stopped you. let
Yeah,
alone.
probably.
I almost shit myself today too at the event we had at work. So
nice.
There's a bathroom in there.
Well,
yeah.
I was at the other end, like getting ready to go bowling, and it's just we had the barbecue, and it was like I got the rum tums.
Yeah.
And had to hustle over there, so it was like I had to. And people knew I was going to poop, like from the way I walked.
Yeah.
People knew I was about to go poop.
You had a heavy diaper.
It was one of those. I was like, but yeah, Greg's story. I've been there.
Yeah.
We actually did in Ocean City.
I've been there many a times. I mean,
in Ocean City, like
it's been a long time. It's been over 2 years since I sharded.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I feel like it's been a lot longer than that for me, but
Since you sharded?
yeah, I did it. The last time I did it was I was picking dog food up from Petco, and I was carrying it, and I tried to fart, and was like, oh, gonna drive home in that.
Oh, wait, you drove home in it?
I was in the car, like
Oh, you were already in the
yeah,
car.
I was like,
Okay.
You just drive
I
with
thought
clenched cheese.
Yeah.
I thought you were just leaving.
No, I was like in
and
the
you were
car,
like,
leaving
up,
the plaza.
like you were like walking out after you checked out.
Because
You,
you don't want to
lifted
take
a
the
leg
chance of
and
like
went.
getting up and going into a bathroom, and then it like runs down the back of your leg, or you don't know how
Yeah.
bad it is. You know what I'm saying?
I've never had that. Well, do you wear boxers?
No briefs.
Oh, so like that catches.
But make it loose, you know.
Boxer briefs or briefs?
Boxer briefs.
Oh, okay.
I'm
good.
not at 75.
I was gonna say, dude, you said just straight up briefs.
Oh man, I'm just saying if he was like briefs and it was, oh right. Next time you need to fart in the
fart in the
microphone.
mic, yeah. That
But
might
and that's how you get pink eye.
but like if you were like no briefs, like I've changed to briefs, I would be like, all right, we got to see him right now.
I'm back.
I'm in thongs, dude. I'm doing thongs now.
Oh, dude.
I'm trying to get straight turds on the bands.
I'm down to trunks, so I'm almost briefs.
Yeah.
So like boxer briefs, you got the boxers loose flowing, boxer briefs tighter. Well, trunks are like they're almost briefs. That's where I'm
They're
at
like
now.
They're like.
I got these nice new ones. They're all like it's all air. Like,
dude,
look at that, all holes.
How much did you pay for those?
We got them at TJ Maxx. They were cheap.
Oh well, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I need to get some better underwear. Like I buy the pack of Fruit of the Looms or whatever, and you wear them like 3 or 4 times, and then they get stretched out.
Right. I pay for my underwear now. I pay $15 for one pair.
Nope.
Nope. Best underwear ever.
These are nice. I think it was $15
I get a new
for 3.
pair. I get a new pair every month. It's great.
That's too much.
Nope. No, it's not.
I have to pee.
No, it's not. It's really not that much. You spend more on dinner tonight than you did for my pair of underwear. For your beer and your tacos, you spent more than $15.
Oh yeah.
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 That's one pair of underwear. But I get one a month, and in a year, I've got almost 2 weeks of underwear.
Well, my underwear lasts for years.
Only because you let them.
Yeah. I don't need to look sexy in my underwear.
Yes, you do.
No.
Yeah, you do.
I look sexy no matter the underwear.
Yeah, my underwear are pretty nice. They stay pretty good.
You look sexy without your underwear.
Yeah, especially.
I'm gonna have to pee soon.
I need a beer soon.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with them when they do things.
Are you gonna help them pee?
I have to pee really now.
I mean, but hold on. I haven't put on the song yet. You gotta.
Here's the
stay.
song.
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on, I gotta find it.
There's gonna be pee on the seat soon.
Just go. I'm just fucking with you.
I shot my girl, boom, boom. I shot my girlfriend.
Hit my dog. Yeah. Who wants to party with me?
Bring a harpoon in when you can.
You guys want to have some fun? Come on. That's right.
Chronic and
and I think someone spiked the fruit punch. Let me take you out to lunch, buy you crab and carpet munch. We can go shopping, hunt, or stay at home or swallow some. Don't be a bitch. If you do, I'ma leave you at the crib, stuck with the kids. While I'm gone, I'ma get me some ribs. Everybody in the house say yeah. Throw your hands up like you just don't care. Everybody in the place say ho. Throw your hands up like I'm robbing your dough. Everybody in the house say yeah. Throw your hands up like you just don't care. Everybody in the place say ho. Throw your hands up cause I'm robbing your dough. Who came here with the name and lights? What type jeans hit a rock the mic? Andre Legacy, I do what I like, and I might go home with 2 dice. We can drink a Sprite. You got the vodka, I got the vice. Let's go all night, then wake up and do it again, right? Don't be a trick when I leave the crib and suck some dick. That's some fucked up shit. While I'm gone, I'ma get me some grits. Everybody in the house say yeah. Throw your hands up like you just don't care. Everybody in the place say ho. Throw your hands up like I'm robbing your dough. Everybody in the house say yeah. Throw your hands up like you just don't care. Everybody in the place say ho. Throw your hands up cause I'm robbing your dough.
What's my name? Nasty. I want it all. Nasty got money by the stack. Give me the cash, bitch. Nasty got money by the stack. Stack to the back, smoking crack. I want a fat bitch to suck my dick, cause all you hot chicks don't know how to spit. I want a car that's a piece of shit, cause my Lamborghini make me look like a prick. I met your mom at the Waffle House. Slapped the bitch, that's an awful blouse. I used to dream about green monsters. Now I got a bitch to clean my apartment. I'm so cracker ass fantastic. Smoke speed when I'm in Nebraska. I've been eating on Valtrex, cause the fault there ain't no canal sex. Now let's get naked and braid my pubic hairs in Jamaica. Gremlins, leave me alone. All I need is dope and a microphone. Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. What's my name? Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. I want it all. To the back, smoking crack. Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. Give me the cash, bitch. Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. To the back, smoking crack. I got a strong like Donkey Kong. Bought my Sean John in Vietnam. What's wrong? Do you hate the song or do you hate on me because of your mom? Cry me a river. Phoenix AZ where I ate your sister out. Crack babies love my steez like hippies all like to hug them trees. Grandma, down on your knees, close your eyes and take out your teeth. Y'all better press the Amber Alert, cause my dick's so big a hand gon' hurt.
Hey, Dirt, where's my mommy?
She at the deli with some hard salami. This song gon' send me to jail, that's cool cause your dad gon' post my bail. What? Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. What's my name? Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. I want it all. To the back, smoking crack. Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. Give me the cash, bitch. Smoking crack. Dirt Nasty got money by the stack. Dirt Nasty. What's my name? Dirt Nasty. I want it all. Dirt Nasty. Give me the cash, bitch. Dirt Nasty. I want it all.
We listen to our own music mostly.
Really sad.
Because we don't really like rap music anymore.
I think it's street chic.
I call it shit streak.
You know, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
That's the regale stage. Yeah, that's palatial. That's some stuff, yo.
She's a rock and roll princess, victim of incest. Daddy's little girl likes to play with the big kids. Running around with the boys in the band. My lord, that mama make noise in the van.
She's a rock and roll princess, victim of incest. Daddy's little girl likes to play with the big kids. Run around with the boys in the band. My lord, that mama make noise in the van.
5'9", 6 flat with the heels, razor blades in the braids, backstage with the pills. Sweet talk will get you a lot, but this sweet thing might get you shot. She got the soft spot for cocaine and Jimmy. She like the guitar player and the one who sings. I seen her skipping down the strip, shaking a tambourine, smoking on a cigarette dipped in PCP. Sweeter than a whole box of jujubes. Got so much love, she give it out for free. Tattoo on the left hip, guess what it read? Property of the AVE.
She's a rock and roll princess, licked up my incest. Daddy's little girl likes to play with the big kids. Run around with the boys in the band. My lord, that mama make noise in the van.
She's a rock and roll princess, victim of incest. Daddy's little girl likes to play with the big kids. Running around with the boys in the band. My lord, that mama make noise in the van.
She's about 5'7", straight from the heavens. A $1.15, soaking wet in her denims. Blue jean baby with the high class fashions. Her mama told her if you got it, better flash it. Fake lashes, late for her classes. Wakes up degraded, feeling cheap and classless. And she ain't ever even on the list, just shakes her tits and always gets in. And most dudes know she a psycho. Pull a knife to your nuts in the back of the nightclub. And even though she a white girl, she'll cold smack a bitch and fuck up a whole world.
She's a rock and roll princess, victim of incest. Daddy's little girl likes to play with the big kids. Running around with the boys in the band. My lord, that mama make noise in the van.
She's a rock and roll princess, victim of incest. Daddy's little girl likes to play with the big kids. Run around with the boys in the band. My lord, that mama make noise in the van.
Rock and roll princess, this is your inquest. Cash your chips in before they lose interest. Let it go bench press, mask unimpressed, undid, unfazed, totally relentless.
This looks like speed readers.
It was kind of like a magical thing. I worked at a pizza shop.
They said it couldn't be done, but then I did it. What now? Spending all the money out my bank account. I thank my mama and I thank myself. No thanks, partner, don't need no help. I strut through the jungle with my dick in my hand. I don't fear the Lord, I don't fear no man. I don't trust no bitch, and the itch is getting worse. I need a fix or I need a hearse. Bursting through the gates, the long shot got away. Collide with the divider, looks like that's the last race. Deep inside the mind of a teenage runaway, blinded by the lights, living for the day. I hate my teachers and I hate my folks. I wish this dirty old town would go up in smoke. I hate the police and the principal. I hate myself, don't wanna live no more. Just another lost cause on this last hurrah. Singing a swan song, fa la 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 la. I bring them all down, however many there are. And I could give a fuck less who your pa work for. This is my house, my block, my shop, and we can meet in the back. You wanna talk some more? From the coast of Cali to the North Shore.
When she was on the mic, she was hot.
I was like, wait.
No, she sounded good though.
I know.
That's my thing.
She was good, but she was really close, and it kept getting. I kept.
Yeah, I was trying to adjust it, but like, here's the problem: is you're sharing the mic with Aubrey, and Aubrey's like,
yeah.
You said Aaron was a little high. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I know that's what I looked like.
High right now? I didn't know that.
She was high as hell.
That was another part about the camping trip.
You guys got nice and high?
I didn't.
Oh.
Everybody else.
Are we on?
Oh, we're hot.
Yeah. So
no one did anything.
Well, I won't say any names, but so when we were on our camping trip, two people they had some candy, and they had
one female, one male.
Yes.
Okay.
And one had
with
a
this?
quarter piece, and one had a half piece, and they got a little high, and then
I'm like ASMR right now.
Yeah, and then it turned into like
this one?
they had a whole bag of candy. And the next morning, it was gone. They were pacing themselves at first, and then it turned into like
they went full hard.
We just have some like like you have the munchies, you want some candy, so they just started eating it like it was candy. And they were high until like 2:00 in the afternoon the next day.
Wait, so they ate it, went to bed, woke up high, and continued on.
Dude, the dudes,
I would
I'm sure
try
before bed they were like pretty good.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but like to wake up and be like, "Holy shit, I'm still high!"
Dude,
like that's
the one guy's eyes were so bloodshot. I'm like, you were high as fuck.
Is that why he was sleeping on the golf cart or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. I had the 2 cookies my brother made, and I went to bed high and I woke up high.
Yeah.
Not that high, but I was still a little bit. And I was like, "This is pretty cool."
Yeah.
Waking up with a little bit of, but I can't imagine.
It's good to fall asleep too.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I can't
Having,
imagine
like,
like a
cool thoughts and
handful or something like that.
Yeah, but to wake up to it though,
I like it.
Yeah, that would scare me.
What-
I'd be like,
yeah.
This is my life now.
This is my
I'm
like this forever.
I think it's gonna be an awesome day, or
Anyway,
it's
nice,
go
yeah.
downhill real fast.
I'd be like, I can't drive anywhere, and all I want is McDonald's.
Yeah, you don't want to be that commercial. You remember that commercial, like
Oh,
when
the
you
girl melting
driving
the
high? No. When you're driving high, it's like I want 15 cheeseburgers, and like the guy, he just like he leaves the driveway or the drive-through, and he runs over the kid on the bicycle. You've never seen that?
No.
Oh man, I, gotta
remember
pull that
the
up.
child
It sounds
died.
hilarious though.
Oh,
No, I've
it's
seen the
so
Dave
good.
Chappelle skit of the same
Yeah,
thing.
it's a doggo. You don't need to be all loud. You can go out there and do that.
Oh, Bo wanted in with his.
Oh.
I think you misinformed me earlier. Which dog was in here?
I just knew there was dogs in here. They can stay in. It's just you need to shut the hell up. Ram.
His new name is Remalema Ding Dong. I've named
Ram-
him.
Remalema Ding Dong.
Did he?
Yeah. I was like, I met him as Remy. That's what I'm gonna call him. He was like Wolfgang Jaeger Renly.
I'm gonna say Wolfgang's the dopest name I've ever heard.
He's like a chef.
There's already a chef named Wolfgang, right? So
Yeah, that's why.
Don't worry,
I
Justin.
think Renly was no Ramsey was.
Sometimes I
one
think
of
Justin is always high because he just doesn't get it.
sometimes my brain just doesn't. Like there's like the synapses in your brain just nah. We're not.
I'm sorry, I just caught on the Wolfgang, the wolf part of it. So I'm a little delayed.
Wolfgang
Wait, I
Van
never
Halen.
said Wolfgang. It was Wolf. What are you talking about?
Well, I was
Like
thinking
bark,
wolf.
wolf.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't that punny.
Oh, okay. Well, I went that way.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Like Wolfgang for a dog, like
Yeah.
WOOF.
Yeah.
See if it'll load.
Can I take your order?
Oh, was this made like the 90s?
Give me 15 cheeseburgers.
Also, is that girl like loitering?
Can I take your order?
She already wrote by.
I did
Take your number.
Can I take your order?
You got any eggs?
So they're hot
Why is this kid just
Can I take
continuously
your
running in front?
Man, I don't have any money.
dogs.
It's literally the
Set the
same.
tone.
Man, watch out!
I did not realize
Wow.
that was an actual video. I just thought it was a Dave Chappelle skit.
No, it was a real like
Oh my-
anti-marijuana.
That's like a
ad.
traffic cam
Oh my
from like
God.
Detroit.
What I'm worried about is why that kid kept driving in front of them.
I don't-
She's definitely up to something shady.
I will say. that
Oh, it's all her fault.
Yeah, she was waiting for the insurance money.
Dave
She
Cha-
did.
Dave
Her
Chappelle
family
killed
was
that
like,
skit
yeah.
then because it looked exactly the same.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, it was
Come
the
on.
same thing.
Steven needs a microphone.
Greg.
Steven has a microphone. Oh, headphones. I can't
No,
read. My brain's
Steven's
Steven.
fine. I
Still
can
on
hear
the-
Steven. He's doing just.
Becca says that?
He's
Shut up,
doing
Becca.
I
much
just can't hear
better.
myself because I'm not a narcissist.
Do we want to talk about Kanye?
Oh, I guess we
Oh,
have
the
to,
SNL
yeah.
thing?
No, like him actually being in the Oval Office and rambling for 10
I
minutes
saw
about
that.
nothing.
I didn't
and I
see it.
was gonna watch it, but I thought it was like a weird thing where they like make the graphics look like they're together.
No, like
but
Dude,
they're
I
not
thought it-
actually.
No, I literally thought
They
it was
were-
bullshit. I saw photos. I didn't
Yeah,
know it was
same.
real or not.
I was just kept waiting for like Dave Chappelle to pop out the back.
Did
Like,
you guys,
fuck
did you
you.
guys see him on SNL though? When
No.
he did his little.
Oh,
bit?
when he had
when
the-
he had the
the
hat on, and he
outfit,
like
yeah.
talked
yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
I heard
No.
about it.
I heard
Yeah.
about it too. Then I like watched some of the skit, and it was like mainly like singing and then a little bit like preachy stuff. But I don't know. He wanted to abolish the 13th Amendment in a
Yeah.
tweet.
Oh,
and he's like,
yeah.
"Oh, I don't want to abolish it, but we should like get rid of it." It's like that's what got rid of slavery. Like that's
Yeah, like abolishing
Bring
the
slavery
13th
back.
Amendment was what set African Americans like free. Like
I don't
He's-
get it.
No.
Like
don't think
I
anyone
like-
gets it.
I like his music, right? But then it's like
I don't even like his
stay in
music
your
anymore.
lane, you know?
Scoopity poopity poop.
What? Is that a
Lyrical
song?
You haven't heard
genius.
that? Oh
No.
yeah.
You haven't
Oh, yeah.
heard that?
Scoopity poopity poop?
Yeah,
Is
we've
that like a
talked
real
about it
thing?
before. Yeah.
That's
I don't.
the
Kanye West
last
is
Kanye song was Scoopity Poopity Poop.
Oh my
Poopity
God.
Scoopity Scoop.
Yeah, Aubrey
Did he
literally
just get a
read the lyrics on here. Just,
Yeah.
I hadn't heard
Oh
it
my
before.
God. Well, we don't have to rehash it just for me. I'll look at it myself. But wow, Kanye. What
Scoopity
happened?
Poopity Poop.
Yeah.
I never really did like his music much, but
I don't know what his like level with reality is, right? Because he has a clothing line where he charges all this money for like
like a white
rags,
tee,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like stuff that you could just rip and make your own. But then he has an opinion, but he has a platform so more people see it. But like, there's more people, maybe not so many African American people, but there's more people that agree with what he's saying or agree with Trump. But he's just like Kanye West, and people care about
it's
it.
because there's like a famous black.
Well, it was
person
just
agreeing
funny.
with him,
Like
you know?
I watched the video.
Someone
Like
that
I
should
watched.
know better.
I watched part of the video of like
That's Kurt.
outside. Let him in. He's fine.
He's just a monster.
But like my thing was like, I open up a can of worms with Katie. She loves the politics.
Speaking of politics, I love Donald Trump, and
I
all
agree.
women have
I
no-
agree
no-
with Katie though. I think he is mentally ill. He is.
too.
He has
I
a
am for
mentally. He has a mental deficiency. Like I have gone to therapy and I've taken depression medicine. Like there's a thing. It's a thing. Like, but that he says that he's on no meds and he's fine, but he rants for 10 minutes. I mean, just watching the video of Kanye talking about whatever he's talking about and Donald Trump just sitting there looking at him, like, it was awkward.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure.
And Donald Trump isn't all there, in my opinion, either. Like, I don't know. It's just weird shit, man. It's so weird. Like, this is what's going on. This is the same person that said that George Bush doesn't like black people because of Katrina.
Yeah.
But yet now a new Republican is in town, and
Dare I
he's
say a
kinda-
whiter president is in there.
Do you think like part of it might be this publicity stunt of him like wanting the attention of this controversy?
It's all. It just
But-
seems all like a zoo, man.
But he
It's just
really
so weird.
he portrays it so well that it's so believable that I can't picture it being a social media stunt. Like,
I mean, have you seen the reality of the Kardashians? He has experience of how to be real.
oh,
Like,
is
that's
a
the
very
problem
good
about
point.
it, yeah.
He could be an amazing actor.
My take on this is
I
he
doubt
said
it.
something years ago about how and all geniuses are misunderstood, you know, and I
Fair
think
enough.
that he fancies himself a genius, which he's not. I don't think he is. I think he's just was in the right place at the right time.
I'd say like a savant, right? Like he's good with music.
Yeah,
but I don't know if
wouldn't
he's
say
across
he's like
the board genius.
a musical genius. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But regardless of my opinion of him, I think maybe it could be an act. Like he's trying to play the misunderstood, like half-witted
The
or not
fucking
half-witted.
crazy person.
Yeah, like he's trying to play like the Picasso who like is losing his fucking mind. So maybe, you know.
How did he feel, or how did he like talk about Obama when he was president? Does anyone know?
I don't know if he said anything about him.
Well, I don't think any celebrities came out against Obama, right?
No, but like, of
Oh, I'm
course,
sure
during, like, his
plenty of
inauguration,
all
like,
those right wing
Beyonce sang
motherfuckers,
and
like maybe
everything,
like
so-
Clint Eastwood or something, but
Kid Rock or something.
Yeah.
By the
I
way,
just didn't know like if he's like always like this with presidents.
What?
but He's
Oh,
supposed
you're
to.
gonna get the Kid Rock thing.
What about Kid Rock?
I just saw a post about it. I don't know anything about
He
it.
was at the White House the same day as
Yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah.
It's because they
Was
were
it just, like, a
passing
pop
a.
artist thing?
They were passing a law about music copyright.
That's what it was. Yeah.
So
was
basically,
Taylor Swift there?
No, it has nothing to do with that. It was a bill that was getting passed to a law about people or artists, like when they get their music streamed on like Spotify, Google Play Music,
Trying to get
YouTube
them
Music,
more royalties
yeah,
from it.
well,
Well, that's why it's about Taylor Swift,
it's a
because her
matter
stuff
of
isn't on
it's a
Spotify.
matter of expediting them getting paid.
Which is
Right.
good. I think they should.
No, of
Oh,
course
yeah,
they
absolutely.
should. That was the whole, I mean, that's the issue with the whole streaming thing is people, but like that's why all those people were there. But Kanye was late to that, and then just did a 10-minute rant inside the Oval Office, scoopity poopity poop.
Scoopity poopity poop. I really want to hear the song later.
Oh, come
You
on.
Don't play it now because you
Don't
already did
make
it on the
me
last
do
one.
it. Don't make me do it.
Just what? You know, like,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess if you're
Hopefully, with like more people being ridiculous, it makes more people formulate their own opinion as opposed to like blindly following an artist.
I
so
agree.
Like, beyond like the presidency, you can look at Kanye and be like, "Oh, I liked him," but
I don't
now
know.
what?
Yeah.
You need to think about
We
what
have
I
Becca on
actually
both
like if I want
platforms
to support
over
someone.
I think that we love you guys back, but
I think we love you guys back.
Well, they said. I think that you should be able to follow somebody and not give a shit about their personal opinions. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, but they're
their
making
music.
money from you following them, though.
But I
So
don't
like,
care.
without a conscious effort, you are supporting them.
Yeah, but
Whether
always.
it's views or
Like,
whatever it is.
always.
I'm not
So
a-
you should educate yourself for sure.
Oh no, I mean,
it's just sad when you.
I don't like if
musicians.
like
based on
we talked about
what
the
you
other
know.
night. Kevin Spacey came out as a kid did. Like, I'm not gonna follow him anymore because that's pretty fucking serious. But
Yeah.
if I was a Kanye fan and I found out he supported Trump, I wouldn't be like, well, I'm not listening to Kanye anymore because fuck that. You know what I mean? I don't.
No,
know.
I kind of honestly, you just made a really good point. Like, it's how far do you go?
Yeah. Yeah. If it's just your opinion,
Listen,
to like
I'm
a
not a
different
Trump
political party-
supporter, but some of the things that he signed into law that I agree with, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't follow closely enough, so I really like to say about laws and shit like that. All I know is about the stuff he tweets or whatever.
Well,
And
he's a fucking madman when it
Yeah.
comes to that. But like, what are you doing getting in the mortar and pestle like that? What are you doing?
Just wants to be a witch.
He is a
Yeah, I
witch.
guess like in the dawn of social media and like having this invasion of privacy on famous
Dog
people,
on
you
the
get to
table.
know how they feel
Yeah.
about certain things. And like, I don't know.
And I think that's probably more of a curse than it is a blessing.
I think I mean, they're human, right? And you should be
Right.
informed if you want to support them. But like, how everyone had this reaction to Meryl Streep being against Trump, and like even Trump himself had a reaction against her and saying like actresses and actors shouldn't have an opinion or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's entitled to one.
No, yeah, I agree.
And it's
Right.
whether or not you want to like support what they're doing.
I agree. Anybody should be allowed to have opinion, and they should state it as much as they
Yeah.
want. But
Absolutely.
my
I'm
idol,
sure that there are
Especially as an
plenty of
artist, I mean, because
people-
that's the way it makes them.
And I'm sure that there are plenty of, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good.
I'm sure that there are plenty of people that support Trump, but just because of the fact that Kanye's black, it's kind of like a joke,
a
right?
weird thing,
It's
yeah.
something you can like poke at and be like,
Yeah.
wait a minute,
Wait,
how does this make
yeah.
sense?
I agree. I mean, I think you should be allowed to have any opinion you want. You know, that's like what makes it cool, right? Living in American stuff. But if Dave Grohl was to come out and be like, I'm a full-time Trump supporter, I love everything he does, which I don't think he would, but I'm just saying, like, hypothetically
Right.
speaking, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm not listening to Dave Grohl stuff anymore because he doesn't like what I like. You know
what
what I
if
mean?
he said that I hate black people?
Then that's a different. That's like a.
You would probably stop listening to him then. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
It's a
Maybe I'm
different-
making
Like
it too
catching
extreme
him
than needs to
red-handed
be.
versus like by affiliation, right? Like if you like Trump, it's like, oh, he might not like black people.
Well,
But
I
if he
think
said outright, it'd be
well,
like,
here's
oh,
my
you don't
thing.
like black people.
So like Kanye says, after Hurricane Katrina, he says George Bush hates black people because he didn't respond quick enough. I think personally, George Bush liked black people more than Donald Trump likes black people.
I don't
Trying to
disagree.
I mean, that's just me.
I don't know if Donald Trump doesn't like black people. I just think he's playing into the cards of his supporters. You know what I mean? He sees who keeps him in office, and I think because I mean, if you don't like black people, you would never mingle with them, right? And he has.
I
in the
think that's
past.
why he's mingling with them.
Well, I'm saying, but like,
I think that he's a like savvy enough businessman that he's playing the card that works.
Yeah.
So like,
Right.
look at his slogan, right? Like, "Make America Great Again." It's all inclusive if you think about it. If you look someone with like a right mind, being like, "Oh, everyone can be great in America," but then like the KKK had that same mentality of "Make it great again" without
Yeah,
this
without anyone else
if
but
it's the
white
card that
people,
works,
right.
he's going to play it because
yeah, I think that's what
he
he's doing. I
can.
don't know if he's necessarily like racist or a woman hater. I think he's an idiot, and he's
Well, he said
play-
some things that are like, "Oh, you might not be the most like respectful."
I don't know.
No,
women.
I'm not saying he's a rich white guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I think all of them are a little bit misogynistic anyway, and a little bit racist. But I think he's just playing the cards that he knows he's going to get him reelected or elected. You know?
Well, yeah,
I think
he's been in the spotlight his entire life. He knows how to work the system.
Yeah, I think that's it. You know,
make himself.
Is
look
anyone going to vote during the midterms?
Good. No.
No.
No. I don't know enough about it.
Yeah, same here.
It doesn't matter. Why don't you learn about it and then
Yeah, 'cause
vote
I don't
upon it?
care.
It's not till November.
Because it's too much, and I don't believe. I feel like it's half if it's fucking fixed anyway.
That's so pessimistic.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly. What if it's not
It might
fixed?
honestly,
Oh, yeah, no,
it
it's
might
true.
honestly be a different response though if like we weren't all guys, right? Like if it was like someone that was African American, someone that was a girl, it might be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna vote. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I voted for a woman last time. I mean, I voted for Hillary Clinton. I thought it was a possibility.
Yeah.
Problem is, it wasn't. I mean,
It can probably be like upsetting to.
It frustrates me
add
that people
to your
don't
table,
vote.
your plate, rather.
Even if you
that you're
don't
gonna
think
have
it
to learn about all
matters,
these politicians.
you should just fucking do it.
I think it matters. I'm not informed enough. To
Yeah, I
like,
don't-
to go in, and I could have.
But that means that's ignorance. You're not trying to inform yourself.
Well,
I'm not against, like, if he doesn't want to inform himself, if you don't, like, find someone that you affiliate with and you vote how they're voting, right? Like, so
right.
I don't want to do all the dirty
understand
work of finding how someone stands on a certain thing, but some of my closest friends, I'm like, I trust you as a person. I know you. I know that you have our best interests at heart. So, like, I'll go with them, but it's not that you shouldn't vote at all.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do the research, I get it.
I think
it's a lot.
I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, I don't
Thank
inform myself.
you, the Marla. I agree with the Marla. She is a new viewer. She says, it does matter. Quit being lazy.
Lazy's part of it for sure.
Lazy,
but
definitely.
I don't want to be one of those people that are ill-informed that just go out and vote and they just voting based on what they randomly see and they're not informed. So they're just making
my issue.
It's just gray. It's just the gray area where people are just voting and they don't know anything. It's like, I just like this
Homs
person.
agrees with you. He says if you're uninformed on the issue, then you shouldn't vote on it.
No, and there's a lot of fucking people out there.
Do you think,
I
though,
agree.
I mean, it's not all based on, like, human
But I
rights
think
things. But do you think, like, some of that uninformed complacency comes from, like, your type is a position of power, so you don't have, like, the residual effects of policies that could affect you?
No, that's very...
Yeah, I'm
very
like
good
we
point.
talked about the other night when you were at my house. I'm a single, or I'm a married white male, the straight white male. So I have nothing is oppressive.
It doesn't
me,
really
you know what I
affect
mean?
You don't have to worry about who's steering the ship necessarily when you see,
Yeah.
like, a white president.
That's
right?
what I mean.
Right. Yeah.
But my
which is not a good thing, but
no, my point is like I don't get into politics mainly because I don't know who the fuck to believe.
Oh,
there could be a Republican driven story about a Democrat that just completely shits all over him, and then
It could all be bullshit.
Could be a Democrat driven story about the same person and makes him look like the greatest person ever. And you don't know what to believe anymore, right?
I don't like the idea there's Republicans and Democrats. I hate that.
I agree with that.
That's where
That's why I don't want to do any of it.
Me and my boss were talking about that last week, and that's the thing that is so fucking polarized right now is that
There's
Republicans hate Democrats, Democrats hate Republicans. It's a 50-50 split, and it's just like it gets nothing done.
Yeah.
If they got rid of parties and you just fucking voted for what you believe in instead of what your party believes in, it would make a lot more sense.
That's like what I said. You should worry about what affects your wives and your
Well,
girlfriend.
Aaron doesn't vote either, so yell at her.
I wish that in a perfect world, like, when it came down to the politicians, you only saw them on paper. Like, when you apply to a job, right? You're a resume before you're an interview. So I wish that, like, we could only see how they stand on certain issues. Not, like, the whole, like, propaganda of, like, what did they look like? What did they do? Like, all that stuff. Like, I want to see how they stand on certain issues. And we should also, like, inform ourselves of what issues are being tackled by these politicians, right?
Easy. What is going on?
I'm going to give an
Like, what
example
about our rights?
about what I was trying to say. And it's going to be a little bit of like a hot topic, might trigger some people, but like the Kavanaugh situation. I'm not saying I think he did it or didn't do it or whatever, should or shouldn't be in there. I'm saying like the girl accused him of what she accused him of. And the Democrats were like, fuck, let's run with this and just ruin this guy. Not whether or not he did it or not, but I'm like, what if he didn't?
You're definitely treading on some hot shit right now.
I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying like, what if the Democrats are using that as
that's possible.
like,
my main standard should be like,
who
if
do you
you're gonna be in the Supreme Court, this like bipartisan like third party that like regulates the government, they should have the highest standards, right?
We're getting so much fucking good chat right now. It's so great.
So if you're in this position of nominating someone and letting someone join the Supreme Court, it should be like, even if there's a scandal surrounding you, we want someone else, right? Like they should be
totally
the
agree
highest
with Steve.
brow
I
people
totally
that
agree
even
with
if it's a controversy, like you should be omitted
that
from
wasn't
it.
necessarily. I
Stephen
agree with
Colbert
that.
said something great too. He's like, we don't want the people that went to high school and partied. We want the nerds. We want those people to like make
I
decisions.
agree with that. Like,
Yeah, but like, are those people even existing anymore? I don't
Hopefully,
even know.
if not, then it should teach kids in school that they shouldn't be like Kavanaugh
Shitheads,
or the
yeah.
option
Don't do
of that, but
I
they
agree.
should be like
If
in
there's
their
a
books.
question, put it off to the next time. Let's get it cleared up the
Yeah.
next election or whatever. My point was like, hypothetically speaking, of course, if he didn't do it and the Democrats were just like, oh, we heard this story, let's pick it up, run with it, and fuck this shit up.
Here's the thing
Not
too,
saying
though.
I believe
Like
that he did it.
Kavanaugh was in a list of like 25 people, not ranked.
Yeah.
And like
Well, they want
basically,
him,
Trump was like, I want that guy
because he's anti-abortion, right? Like that they wanted to get that.
I don't even care about that. Like
that's just what
you can't change that shit already, can you? Like
What's
it's
that?
already like.
well, they're trying to make it a federal law to not to defund abortion, right? Make it like a state decision.
fucking stupid.
But maybe the Kavanaugh is too hot of a topic. I'm just saying, like,
well, no, I think it's a good thing to mention.
If the Republicans were like, he did rape this woman, we need to.
My thing is, like, they could have just nixed him and picked one of the other 24 people,
Exactly.
and he probably would have fucking worked.
Because I feel like
just
picking him, it sets his tone of, like,
we don't
whether
care
he
if
did
he
it or
did.
not, but then, like, it
just
sets a
stupid.
tone for people in the future to be like, oh, if you're a woman and you speak up, you're not going to be heard. Or, like, if you do something like
Which
that, you can
that
get away
may-
with
yeah,
it. Because it's, like, an
exactly.
unresolved thing, and it doesn't set, like, a good tone for this, like, perfect government, right?
I think maybe the Kavanaugh was a bad situation because it is a hot thing. I do think he did. I think he's a piece of shit. I'm just like, if
I don't
in
think
the
he should have got the job, regardless.
In a hypothetical situation, if he didn't, or if he did, they're using this story to control. The Democrats are using it to control one side, and the Republicans are using it to control another side, and that's what I don't like.
Yeah.
Like
that's the issue. Is what I'm saying. It's
they're-
so fucking divided.
Yeah.
It's so
Who gives a
stupid.
fuck if he's a Republican or a Democrat?
So
If he raped a woman, he should go to jail.
Yeah.
And the Democrats
He
shouldn't be
shouldn't be
against it.
on the
And the
Supreme
Well, he
Republicans
can't
shouldn't
go
be
to
for it.
jail because it was so long ago, statute of limitations.
My
but,
point is,
like,
like, if he did
shouldn't
do it-
be a fucking person that runs our government.
No, definitely not.
I mean,
I just should have been heard too, like whether it was real or not. The fact that like, I don't know what she had to lose beyond her career and like her like namesake, right? Like people are only going to affiliate her with that, and then I don't know why they wouldn't listen to that. And then like we were saying, just like choose someone else without this scandal. And it would suck though if like the division between Republicans and Democrats would always introduce a scandal where it'd be like, oh, we can find something that like buries this person.
I'm
like,
sure there's no statute of limitations on rape,
And there
Maryland.
shouldn't be. There absolutely shouldn't be. That
Well, in
Yeah,
the
not
state
at
of
all.
Maryland, it's just a law,
Yeah.
and it happened in Maryland. I mean,
what?
How do you prove it?
Oh, well.
How do you prove
well,
it?
that's
he said, she said, horse shit. But again,
Not directly after. How do you prove it? Can you share this?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it's down to like the position of things, right? Like it's going to be something that he would carry with his career and like his ability to get hired in a new job. So like it should have affected his job again in the Supreme Court, whether it was like real or not, or whether they could prove it or not. Like women are allowed to take their time to say when they feel like it's worth saying. She felt like it was her civil duty to do that because he was about to be on the Supreme Court, so she like brought it up.
No, not the Kavanaugh thing, but in general, they say there's no statute of limitations on rape, but
in the state
you
of
could
Maryland.
just say you were raped. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? How is she gonna? I think 10 years ago, her not speaking up is a reflection of what it was like 10 years ago
Yeah.
for a lot of women, and now she's speaking up
Well,
because it's more
when
accepted now to be heard.
And
by
when she was
women,
being
but-
interviewed there, they had a specialist come in that was someone that could like look at people like that and ask certain questions. She was saying how there wasn't enough time to actually like delve into it because they were asking like new questions every 5 minutes. But if someone's job is to look into that stuff, right? Whether it be the body language or like what they're saying, how long ago it was, how they're acting. Like someone is a specialist to determine whether or not something might have happened like
I
that.
guess maybe to answer Aaron's question, there is like no concrete way to prove yes or no.
So
like,
how
besides-
is there even a trial or anything that would result of coming forward and making
Yeah,
it
a dog
public
in
if
your
there's
lap.
no way to prove it?
This,
Do you know what I mean?
the
Like,
Kavanaugh thing isn't. It's not a court case. It's a civil
It
trial.
was just
a
it's
job
not
interview.
even a trial.
It's
There's
like a
no
job
trial.
interview,
It was a job interview.
Yeah,
That's
he's
all
not
it
going to
was.
go to jail.
I'm saying in general though.
How about that one guy's response? Like the Republican guy that was like freaking out saying it was like the biggest scam he had ever seen. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I didn't see that.
He was like
It doesn't
the
surprise me, though.
he was like the Republican
I
guy
agree,
saying like,
Doss.
do you feel like you went through hell and all that stuff? And he was
Right.
like shouting at Kavanaugh. Like he was being so defensive. Fortunately, it was when the lady was out of the room, the one that gave her testimony against him. But it was, yeah. She wasn't there, but like just the way that they like.
You've been through hell.
Yeah, they try to like make him seem like the victim. I mean,
it
in
bad
some
enough?
case, if he was
Which
innocent, he
maybe
would be a victim
was,
for
because
sure, right?
None of us fucking know because it was in
Yeah.
the 80s. Like I don't know.
But just like the
here's
response of
my
sensitivity
thing.
to
I
that
don't want to get
matter.
on politics for too much longer. I've been so against politics in this show, but it's
Yeah.
been very good constructive conversation right
Yeah,
now.
it's been legit.
No one's been fucking mean. Nobody's been fucking mean in the chat. It's been great.
And the awkward conversations need to happen sometimes.
And I totally agree. When it comes down to this, though, it's a he said, she said that'll never, it'll never come to conclusion.
There's no way to know.
And it's this shit is only going to get worse as time goes on because there's going to be social media involved and shit gets scraped off of fucking MySpaces
Well,
and Facebooks and stuff. And it's like, no one's going to be a clean person anymore.
Well, I commend that now it's like a he said, she said versus he said, he said, right? The fact that we can
Right.
even talk about like a woman and like say like how she was defending herself and like, have a
Absolutely.
conversation about it.
And she is
that's
so
awesome.
brave.
That's awesome.
But like,
well, it's
you
all
wait.
these people coming forward from in the past and not being afraid to speak up, and now it's assumed that it's okay to speak up and to tell people what happened to you. So when it happens to you, you're going to say something, and you're going to have proof that it happened because you're not scared anymore.
And that's what I hope with the Kavanaugh thing. Like, regardless of how it ended, that women don't feel like they can't speak up, right?
I feel like
they feel like, oh, I can still say something, even though that might not have ended up in a positive way for her forward.
With the
like,
whole Me Too movement, and with like I said, Kevin Spacey, Bill Cosby, Kavanaugh, maybe like. People won't get fucked with, raped as much because they know people are going to come out now. And before, maybe they were like, "Oh, they're not going to fucking say anything, right?" Like,
oh yeah, that fear of being like a predator where they won't say anything.
Maybe now, hopefully, if you're a person that rapes someone, maybe you'll think in your head, "Fuck, they're going to tweet about this if I do this." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, not to laugh at it, but like, hopefully, there's more of a deterrent than like the fear of getting caught.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't think.
Did you guys hear about the like Dallas Cowboy cheerleader thing with the girls?
Hold on. So Becca says, does anyone know if Trump plans to visit Florida? Probably not, because he hasn't talked about it yet,
Does he have
and
any
people
Trump
have died.
down there?
No. Maybe
Where's Mar-a-Lago?
Becca also says, maybe we should get off politics. Becca, maybe you should get on Twitch.
Who said we should get off politics?
Becca did. Yeah, I'm just glad everyone's finally talking about these things when everywhere their entire fucking lives have felt the eyes of men on them. Some are stronger than others.
This is why I don't vote, because of all the bullshit that's involved.
No, that's what I'm saying, man. You need to be a fucking voice.
That's when you, like,
but
walk
there's
the
always
fence,
gonna
right?
be bullshit.
No, even if you feel like you're informed and aware of everything, you're
There's
fucking
still
not.
bullshit. Yeah.
All right,
well,
then
like,
fucking let's not talk about it.
If you walk the
Everybody
fence,
lies.
if you don't
anyways, Hamsh put up the thing. So if it's totally fabricated in a hypothetical world, what should happen? Well, I mean,
like I said, the
least wait
Supreme
till
Court
next
should be
term.
at a higher standard of like, we can't even acknowledge you as a person, as a candidate, because there's a scandal around you.
At the very, very least, you should
There
have
should
to
be
wait till
some people
next
that don't
term.
have
but I
scandal.
think here's the
Get rid of the
problem.
teams.
Here, so Ham says, you know, if it's hypothetical, and you're saying that he shouldn't even be thought about, then they're going to pick another Republican candidate. And then maybe the Democrats do it again.
Yeah.
But
I feel
that's
like
my
that's
issue.
Then you should dig into
for-
the Democrats, right?
Right.
If any
That's the
scandal is
problem
surrounding
with
you,
the
what if
whole-
someone's lying just to have a scandal surround you and
Do it, Becca.
have you
Which
out
is
of the running?
would be a
for
separate
just
issue
for
of like
anything?
the
Like,
Democrat
Aubrey
Party
to put
like
it on the
bringing up
TV.
scandals that aren't necessary. Like
We
if
have
they're
the-
like
we have
constantly
the
like
Twitch
throwing
app on
someone
the
like
Xbox.
a wrench in the system, like that's fucked up.
I don't think you should never.
Can we cuss on this?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, you
I
can.
don't.
Everybody's a liar, though. How do we know she's not lying?
They're
Like,
all liars. That's the
do you know
problem.
what I mean? Everyone's a liar.
I don't think
in
that
politics.
Kavanaugh, say hypothetically,
That's how they get in there.
He
But-
didn't. Kavanaugh,
you
let's
gotta
say,
fucking-
just
I
for the
don't know,
sake
you
of
gotta
conversation, he
participate.
didn't do it, right?
Mhm.
And
Greg's
it's all
getting
horseshit.
twat.
Hey, that's what the-
At the very, at the very
Greg's
least,
getting tired over there.
I'm
'cause-
good.
at the very
I
least,
just
you
don't
should
have
have to
much
wait
to
till
say.
the next term.
Oh, what
like,
I was
to
going
get
to
it
say
sorted
about
out.
you not wanting to get in politics because they're like so wishy-washy or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like if you walk the fence or if you like are complacent, don't choose something, then like it's better to make a mistake and then learn from it than
Right.
not move at all, right?
Yeah.
So even if you vote for the wrong
Right.
person, to learn from that is important. To like increase your knowledge and your information
Right.
about like that's what matters. So you should just do it. Like just like
I'm
make
gonna
a move.
I'm going to transition real quick off of politics to exactly what you said. So there's a new TV show on MTV, and I forget what the name it is.
Jersey Shore 6.0.
No. But Snooki is one of the hosts of this show.
Okay.
And it's like something about tattoos. So basically, you and me, we go on this show.
Yeah.
I get to put a tattoo on you wherever I want, and you don't know what it is. And you get to do the opposite of me.
Okay.
Whatever you want. And it's blind. You don't get to see what's getting put on you.
Right.
This guy goes in with his cousin. His cousin's like, I want this on his chest. He gets a picture of Donald Trump like back twerked like like Nicki Minaj.
Oh my god.
Because like the guy voted for Trump, so this guy gets to
Nice.
put the thing on, but the guy knew that he fucked up voting for Trump. That's why I bring in like learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
But this guy has to wear a Trump twerking tattoo on his chest for the rest of his life because he accidentally voted for Trump.
Yeah.
Well, hey, like
fuck, man.
I mean, it's kind of like play with fire, you get burned. So that's just a constant reminder that he made a mistake, so he won't ever do it again. That's how I view that.
But and the flip side of like, if you make a mistake thing, if I were to go in uninformed and vote for person X, and then all of a sudden like that was the deciding vote to flip abortion, and you're
never going to be the deciding vote.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
you cannot say that you're going to be that one person.
No, someone somewhere is that one person.
Believe
you know what I mean?
in something.
But
though.
no, I'm saying
that's
like,
what
if
I'm
I
saying.
voted
Just
for a
believe
person,
in something and vote.
if I voted for
towards it.
Steven and Steven got into office, right?
I'm the bad guy.
And hypothetically, of course, I voted for Steven and Steven got into office, and then he enacted something
horrible,
getting rid of abortion, or like delegalizing, or like making weed super illegal again, or something I was really against. I'd be like, well, what the fuck? I didn't know he was going to do that because I didn't. You know what I mean? Because I didn't.
And that makes you all the more passionate for next time to correct your mistake, right? So you like educate yourself more.
I didn't vote for Trump, but Trump's done a lot of cool things, like signing some laws in that I am super down for.
How red is Katie's face after she just heard you say that? I wonder.
Okay.
To Snapchat us.
Yeah, right. I would love to see how red her face is, but like Trump signed a law or signed a bill into law for terminally ill patients to be able to use medicinal ways that are not approved by the FDA.
Oh, that's
these
cool.
people are going to die anyways.
Might as well
so might as well like have.
Do you
these
think that
people.
there's a weird stipulation to that though? We have to be like in a certain like bracket
There's
to
always
access
some
that,
weird
right?
thing
Like
about
because they always
I mean,
put other stuff into bills, and then
right.
also, is it okay to have one good bill for every 10 bad ones?
Well,
we're just
and
trying
I'm
to look
not
on the
saying
bright
that's
side.
right, but I'm saying like he's done things like that.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a bill.
I'm glad he's just kind of like. I wish he was more like the Queen, where he's just a face, as opposed to like someone that actually does something.
I feel like he
wish
doesn't have a
there
very
was
good
one
face.
But here's the issue with like politics, though. In Florida this year, for their midterm, you have to vote on a bill. It's like a congressional bill where like you have the chance to make a difference. So this bill is allowing offshore drilling and and banning vaping.
What?
Yes,
just like the whole like
indoors, but like so
gasoline
like.
thing. Going to
Everyone
school for
loses,
environmental
right?
science, I'm like,
oh, I don't want offshore drilling, but I'm cool with vaping.
Oh,
Or
they slide
I
that in
hate
there.
Like, what
offshore
matters
drilling,
more?
or I want offshore drilling, but fuck
like
vaping.
on
It's like
page-
you fucking rolled yourself into some shit.
On
like,
page like 7 million, Amendment
Yeah,
23,
like,
sidebar
like,
G,
I
it's
don't
like,
know,
and
it's
you
just
can't vape
crazy.
indoors.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what?
It's so
yeah, it's right here.
So one of the like,
I'd like to point
I
out
had
Parks
it
and
as a
Rec
whole different
when
Thank you, Katie. I think it is.
what's the internet company in Parks and Rec on?
I just thought you would be upset that
The company
Grizzle.
Grizzle.
Grizzle,
When
yeah.
Grizzle
On one
slides
thing.
in the data collected,
Oh,
data mining
yeah.
bill
Yeah.
in the last season or whatever, that shit can't happen.
Yeah. So
Jesus.
I feel like most of the shit that's actually being passed would probably get passed no matter who the president is. It's based. I think that's.
Maybe it is, but
Yeah.
Probably popularity.
here's the thing, though, too. Like, if you have a shithead president, they can always say no and veto it, and then like, I don't know.
I don't like the
I don't think the
offshore
president has the main say. It's going to be
thing.
Yeah,
everybody. Yeah, I know
Can
they
we
are,
talk
but
about the
he has
offshore
so many
drilling?
people around him that's going to say you need to do this, you need to do that. It's not just the president. It's just it's the people. It's a whole.
But
thing.
the thing is fucking Donald
president's
Trump is
just a
such a
face.
fucking loose cannon that he doesn't care about the people around
I mean,
him.
just look at his Twitter.
Yeah, but
He does. Yeah,
He
he's just
doesn't-
fucking. He's on Twitter on the shitter at 3:00 in the morning.
Also, the way that
He's
we
crazy.
all say "on" as opposed to "on," love it. But with
The
the
music
offshore
bill is great, Katie. I think that was the greatest thing he could do. It's just getting the money to the artist quicker.
People who deserve it.
with the offshore drilling thing, why is it that we're so? I mean, I understand the whole like the gas companies that whatever, like making that money, but I don't understand why we're so dependent on a resource that's finite. I don't know who he was, but the guy that was under Obama, that was the head of the development. He was like a nuclear physicist guy. I forget his name. He was on Chelsea Handler one time, but he was saying like the country that develops renewable resource and like patents it and really like finance it to be like usable in everyone's home is the next $1 trillion industry. So I don't know why we're so keen on like spending money on a sinking ship when like oil's gonna run out, or like why we feel like we need to frack or have like the Dakota pipeline. Like I don't know why all of that's so. I know
feel
why.
like
It's like the companies that are making money from it and don't want to not make money
right,
from it.
and they have their money in it.
It's
I feel
all
like
money,
that's
but like
why.
I just
they're,
don't
they're
get it.
dumping money. Oh, I completely agree.
I don't
That's
get it
one
at
of the
all.
big negatives I think that people don't really talk about with Trump a lot is he's in bed with a lot of those fucking guys, and he's like,
No, he's
let's-
draining
in
the
bed with a
swamp,
lot of
dude.
people,
He's
yeah.
draining the
Really?
swamp.
That kind of shit happens all the
Oh, I
time,
was gonna
though.
say.
Like
That's what he
they were
says.
going to create paper out of hemp. That's why they legalized marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
Or made
hemp.
marijuana
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah.
Because the paper company would have lost all its money. They do that all the
Yeah,
time.
but like hemp is coming back now. Like they're like, oh, well.
Yeah, it's where the money
stupid
is.
thing is like, oh.
Well, we don't use paper now anyway, so it's irrelevant.
My whole point was like,
too late.
You know, there's the people who are in power now, not necessarily just Trump, but like the 1% of the 1% are the people that fucking run those coal companies and the other
Like the
gas
Koch
companies
brothers or whatever?
Yeah, like they're the people that are like have their stock and their money in that, and they're like, we can't lose that.
Yeah, what makes sense doesn't make
$1 trillion. We're already $21 trillion in debt. Who cares?
That's 21 less.
What makes sense doesn't always make money, so
Yeah.
that's why it doesn't happen.
Well, also, I think if you turn towards renewable resources, like you wouldn't be the producer of something that someone's consuming, right? Like it would be something outsourced, whether it be the sun, wind, or whatever.
Yeah,
like
but there's
you're
still
not going to
maintenance
be in
costs.
charge
I
of that. You
don't
can't
know.
like shade someone's house so they can't get that resource, you know?
But I think then you have a guy like Elon Musk who is trying to like make the electric cars a thing and does this and that and like flies to the fucking Mars and shit. Like, it's genius.
Did you see his satellite stuff in Sacramento when he like launched that satellite?
Put his own satellite
I
out
showed
there?
you guys.
Yeah.
But
it looks like an alien.
How many?
100%.
He lost. They said he lost like something like $1 billion or something because he smoked a joint on Joe Rogan's show.
He didn't even inhale.
That's the kind of bullshit we're talking about.
Like
though.
no,
Like,
literally,
you know?
like
Yeah, but
like
what's,
the
like,
whole
the
Bill
spectrum
Clinton
of
thing
how
was
much
like,
it
oh,
means
I
to him?
didn't inhale. Like you watch Elon Musk hit that joint, he literally didn't inhale.
But there's
he like cigar smoked.
Also,
There's
what's
like
$1 billion to him though?
But you know what I'm saying? Like there's like a trillion or like a fucking million douchebags out there that see Elon Musk like holding a joint and they're like, oh fuck that guy, he doesn't know what he's doing, let's go back to gas. You know what I mean?
So what do you think Elon Musk's opinion is on politics? Like if he's a Democrat or Republican?
Elon Musk is a maverick, in my opinion. He does not give a fuck.
He probably
about,
doesn't vote either.
No, he votes.
He's a very rich
he
guy.
has
Can you
to
give me one,
vote,
too?
and he has to like
Thanks, Toots.
because he's trying to do something different.
Natty Bone.
That's my thing, dude. He's trying to build $100,000 roofs that don't even get your investment back.
Yeah, well he's gonna do it no matter what. He's gonna try to.
Well, if
I'm
anything,
okay with.
hey,
I'm
you
okay
can't
with
bark
him
in
being
here.
some type of like outlier if he like gets shit done, right? Like if he like acts as like a weird third party, like I'm not fucking with anybody, and he like actually comes up with stuff that's progressing technology or whatever. Do it to it.
That's why because he's doing things because it should be done.
It's when having.
Hey man, I mean, my thing is too is like I don't know, like I'm becoming like super hippie these days. I stopped eating meat. I'm just trying to be like more conscious about like my plastic and my like intake, and if I'm like using aluminum, I'm recycling it. Right now, like when I think of it, like my biggest consumption, even hey, my biggest consumption is like toilet paper, like my paper products. You know,
I have an issue with that though. Like in Austin, like, you couldn't get plastic straws anywhere, and it's like a big thing of like plastic straws are bad for the environment. I feel like it's kind of like a Band-Aid on an open wound where it's like, I'm sure there are companies that are using more plastic, like Hot Wheels toys with all their packaging, or when you order something from like Amazon, it comes with like all these peanuts. I'm like, target them as opposed
Amazon
to like
packaging.
the individual that has one straw for their cocktail. You know what I mean?
I got a gift card off Amazon.com and it came with like 2 yards of that bubble wrap shit.
Yeah.
For a gift
and you
card.
to come for me for a straw where I have to pay like 7 cents extra for it? Like, fuck
Becca
off.
just said, now I want weed candy. So like
she's like 20 years behind.
Before I fucking lose my GIF, like my glide
Trina.
here. Amazon, terrible for the environment.
Oh yeah, there was
My thing is
deaf
like
school in Austin that they wanted to buy.
They're trying
out.
to get better. You can send your boxes back to them now so they can reuse them.
Well, my thing
I know,
was
but that's
like,
one little tiny thing.
Aubrey is like, Amazon's great. I love getting it in 2 days, but like we gotta put a plan together before we make a. You know, you can't get like.
There's a cost for that convenience.
Well, yeah, but like, it's not just the cost, but like it's the usage of it. Like, so we wait 2 weeks before we get the things that we want. It still comes still,
I want my shit now.
We only wanted 4
Amazon
things.
Prime.
We're
You know,
a very
you only
impatient
want
generation.
you wanted
you know?
you wanted 4 things. We were
Not me.
hoping
It took me
if
a
we
year
could.
and a half to buy my hoodie because I was like, I've wanted this for long enough. I can spend that money.
No, like so
I'm
it's
so
it's 2 weeks. We wanted 4 things. We wait till we consolidate it all into one order. That's the thing. You know, we just one order, one box. Now it all comes different. You know, it came from 3 different places. Got shipped 2 different times from one place.
Yeah,
It's
they
like
come day after another.
well,
yeah.
son of a bitch. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where it's annoying that they go after like the little person as far as like you should do this, you should
And that-
recycle
and-
this, you should do that. It's like, well, how about them? Like
and then
they have it on like
yeah.
a larger scale.
And also 4 different people from 4 different warehouses had to fucking package that thing. So it's like you're just paying more people to make more boxes. It's just
Yeah, we bought
stupid.
pillowcases off Amazon, and we got each one individually.
I've never
It's
bought
just
anything
like-
from Amazon
Can't
before.
stand that shit.
Oh my, we have Amazon Prime. and
Never.
I just ordered
I have an
something
Alexa.
today.
Does that count? I got it on
ordered-
sale during
I
Black
love
Friday.
Amazon.
I ordered toner today, so be here tomorrow.
Yeah. That just annoys me because everyone's like so big on straws.
Yeah.
And
I
I was
mean, you
like,
can-
I want to buy like a metal straw just to be like a good
Katie
person,
was like
but-
I
so
have a
down for
plastic
my
straw.
idea until it shit the bed. Oh, wait to get your order together, and then no, it all comes in
Still comes
separate
separate.
fucking boxes.
Yep.
That's where you gotta like do things locally. Which I mean, some of the Amazon stuff. I mean, Amazon locations are local, but it still doesn't help. Like,
I mean, if you have money, you can do whatever you want. But if you're poor, you
Oh, yeah.
just
I don't think we can
gotta do
ever
what you
fix
gotta do.
China and India.
so
from the
like
United
for me.
States.
So when it comes to when I get homebrewing ingredients, I usually go to like a local store because then you don't have to deal with that kind of stuff.
yeah, I would love to be able to do that, but
Yeah.
we
Oh,
just
warm in
Yeah, but
Damn.
and if I want to spend less money, then I can order stuff online. But if I order stuff online, I do it with places that are local because the shipping is just as good. I farted.
you okay? Good.
No, saying getting hot. I gotta take my shirt off.
It just smells bad in this room.
No, it was me. I
If-
tried to wave it away. There was some part of the video. You could see
Hey,
me
asshole! If next time you're gonna fart in the microphone.
waving. Dude, that one was silent when it was gross.
Silent? I heard it from
I think-
over here.
You didn't
Um,
really notice it until you smelt it.
No, I can't. Smell it
Are we off track?
Yeah, what I was
Oh,
gonna
then that
say
was me.
about
Aaron,
what
can you pull his sleeve?
what you were saying, Greg, about like buying stuff local. There's a concept in science which is the solution to pollution is dilution. So like if you're diluting it by buying stuff from Amazon, like a third party that doesn't exist near you, you don't have to like see the immediate effects of like whatever that product is. But if you buy local, you're gonna see that, right? Like you're gonna see when like crop runs out or when things
Yeah.
are being polluted. Like that's gonna be right at your front door. So I'm a fan of that, right? Like.
Yeah.
If you have to see it, you can't avoid it.
And
if you
I-
buy something from like China, you don't know what the work conditions are like. You don't know what like the
I think that-
economy's like. All that.
Yeah,
stuff.
but it's twice as expensive.
from China or here.
No, from buying locally, it's more.
Well,
But
expensive.
that's
Not
the price you
always.
pay to
Not
like
always.
avoid some of those negative
People
things.
can't pay
Hey,
that price
Doss.
sometimes.
I know, which
You
is
know what I mean?
which is
Beetozer
the government's problem.
I would love to do that,
is
but I can't.
his girlfriend.
But
It's
it's
all a
it's,
big family.
so
here.
for me, when it comes to buying
she's
brewing
also
ingredients,
she's
this is just a
also
very
in the other
specific
room
thing.
over there.
If
I,
you have the money, I would buy locally no matter what. Like if you have it,
You-
fucking support it.
Oh, it's definitely like
I agree with
it's
it.
a
I just
messy
can't do
conversation of like,
You can do
well, then
it.
where
Well,
does
no,
your money
it's not
come
going.
from?
you have to get more specific to buying things. Well, no, because the things you're buying from
It's actually,
Amazon.
like,
But Aaron, what I'm getting at with that is like,
I'm
th-
eating
there's a
some tuna some weeks.
yeah.
Like, I don't have the money. Like,
But there's a whole
maybe I
conversation
have
behind that of
some,
like,
like we don't have it.
yeah.
It's hard for some people.
There's
Well,
a
I
whole
would
conversation
love
about
to
that
do
of
it.
like why isn't
You know what's
it in
cheap?
America that the people
Going
that are doing like
vegetarian.
actual
No.
labor.
It's very cheap.
I only eat meat when I have money. I'm sorry.
It's the thing of like why isn't it that someone that's doing like an honest trade is getting paid for it as someone that's like a CEO that's doing very little is getting paid so much. Like there's more conversations to be had about like why you're not making the money that you should be making.
Oh, my
Yeah.
bad.
Or why
Oh,
these
yeah.
nice things are out of reach to you.
At
Because it's
my-
like kind of like the
yeah.
cheapest thing works, but there's a point when it's like, oh, this shit doesn't work anymore.
At my work, we made, I think, I don't know, just a tiny bit less than we did last year. And they were like, oh, well, we didn't do as good as last year, so you're not getting any raises. But the CEO still got his $3 billion.
I can
Do you
say
know
too.
what I mean?
I can't say the company I worked for probably because it's some weird thing, but it rhymes with like Mays County. And I worked for the Parks Department, and we had a CEO that was making $80,000 a year, like a coordinator for the department. She left. They reintroduced the position at $45,000. They held interviews, and they're like, you know what? we're actually going to raise the salary of the higher ups, and you guys can do all the work and receive the same pay. So it's like this weird like money hungry thing of like I'm out there like sweating in fucking Texas heat, holding a weed whacker for like 8 hours a day, making like $14 an hour, and then someone sitting in an office or
now
like
I know
at their
why
house.
You came back to Maryland.
Because
it's like cold here.
I
sometimes.
kind of know what that's like.
I just don't want to hold a
Yeah.
weed whacker for 8 hours a day. I go out there.
I did that for the past like 3 years.
Fuck that.
This arm is so strong.
You rip your own dick off with that arm.
Like
Yeah,
I
I've had it reattached
dude,
twice.
I'd go out there for 2 hours and I want to kill myself. Let alone fucking doing it for my job.
I just listen to podcasts when I do it,
But
so
I
plug
do
yours.
quality assurance, which is lab work. I'm in a lab
Fuck a
most of the day.
podcast.
But the packers who are out there standing on their feet for 12 hours, it's the worst job at my work.
Yeah.
Like by far, they get paid the less, like the least.
Yeah.
Out of everyone.
That's a shitty thing too, where it's like you're not valuing these jobs that other people don't want to do because they're like nastier, actual like physical labor. But then you have like
they don't-
sports people making so much money.
They don't pay you for labor. They pay you for responsibility, right?
Well, they pay you for disposability
Dude,
too.
you
If,
gotta
like,
get-
if you're not going to do this, there's someone else that will pay or like get paid that money to
like,
work that.
I'm not siding with the big CEO because I fucking hate all those people. But like at my work, if I make the big decision, and I'm wrong, then I get fucked, right? But I'm like, I'm not making that decision because I don't get fucking paid enough. You can make that decision because you make.
Have you heard
$20.
about the golden parachute though? Like that concept?
No.
So like CEOs, when they go to a new job, they get a golden parachute, which is if they get fired or if they quit at a certain time, they get like a certain amount of money paid out automatically. So like there was this guy that worked for this tech company that my coworker worked for. He worked there for a year, then he quit. His golden parachute was $30 million, and they just paid him that by default, even though he like quit after a year. So like, even though they're making those big decisions, like they're still getting paid, even if they fuck up.
I feel like if they're going to get paid, they should make those decisions. You know what I mean? I'm not making that goddamn decision.
Yeah, I make decisions.
But then what does it mean when
They're
like
not ever making any real decisions though when you're that high up. In my first,
I'm just referred to like at my work. If
my
you gotta
boss
change a
would
product or
decide whether or not we had to come in during a hurricane, and he didn't want to make that decision, so we had to use like it was the stupidest distinction. So if you worked Monday through Friday, if there was a hurricane, you weren't allowed to come to work. They would pay for it, but then the police department and the parks department would have to work Saturday and Sunday because like people are still out on the weekends. If there's a hurricane on a Saturday or a Sunday, we'd have to provide our own comp time that we had accrued or vacation time to cover that because the higher ups didn't want to make that decision, even though like they're getting paid for it. They'd be like, no, you guys can cover that. It's stupid.
It's definitely like a little bit of give and take on the both, but until someone starts paying me more, I'm not making the tough decisions at my job. You know?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of like making money.
I leave that to my boss.
That's what I'm saying. Until
I'll
someone
take
makes
like
me
weed
that.
whacking, listening to iTunes or whatever for cheap money.
Did you at least
And
have
I'll-
like a sling on your weed whacker, like to keep it on?
No.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like I said,
at my work,
I hate that thing.
you can't do
Also, we
anything
had, like,
without
rattlesnakes and
support.
like ants and shit. Like stuff would fuck you up.
You see a
Yeah.
I saw a dead one.
I feel like
A lot of fire
mowing
ants.
is
Weed
harder
whacked
than-
them up.
Push mowing is harder than weed whacking.
Mowing even on a riding mower
No,
is
because there's
hard.
at least wheels
In what?
on
Yeah,
a
but you
push
still-
mower.
If it's flat,
We
it's
never-
not bad. But I
we
just
had
mowed
too
my
much
grandmother's
property.
lawn, and there was just a hill. And it
There was too much
just
property to use a push
horrible.
mower. It would be like way too much. But even with a riding mower, like it's not like comfortable. You're not like in a fucking Cadillac. Like it was
Yeah.
very uncomfortable. You'd be shaking
Right.
the whole time. Like your hands are going numb.
Yeah.
And you have to like watch to avoid like snakes and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's not like
Yeah, that's
that
crazy.
chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Parks.
like even Aubrey does most of the mowing sometimes, but you know, her boobies be bouncing all around sometimes. You know,
That can be painful as shit,
Everybody
too.
sit and picture Aaron on a riding mower for a minute.
My aunt said that.
You wanna mow
everyone
my
was
lawn?
watching me mow the lawn.
Yeah.
They keep
Just like wear like 6 sports bras.
Here's Becca laughing.
I
I'd have
think
to wear, like,
these
three
like
bras.
Mike's
commentary.
picked that up.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, I have to address this, Steven. You
Yes.
come home. You've been here for
A week today, yeah.
and you're just drinking Natty Bell right out the bottle.
Yeah,
huh?
I feel like Becca would probably tell you, but it was like I got here on a Friday, or maybe we went out Friday night. I got Natty Bell first thing.
Yeah?
I was also
You
wearing
just missed
the
it,
Baltimore
or
Orioles
you
shirt.
just wanted something cheap, or
Always cheap because that's
Yeah.
what my wallet allows.
No, that's fine.
I feel that, dog.
But
Nothing wrong with that.
it's like easy, and it's also like a sentimental thing, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not
Right.
good. but
it's not bad.
I know it. And I know it's like a Maryland
bad.
thing, so I'm like, oh, I'm a Marylander.
Living in Austin,
yeah,
were you still drinking cheap there?
Yeah, they have Lone Star.
So Lone Star is the cheap beer.
Mm-hmm. It's like $2 for a tall boy.
Not bad. Yeah.
No, it's not bad beer either. I mean, they're all like the same.
Yeah, I guess like $2 for a tall boy is, and that's at a bar, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking like a
like a
at the
six
gas
pack would be
station
like
or something.
$6 or $7.
It's like, oh, Natty Daddy's like,
but that's awesome too because you
$1.25.
can like buy them in the grocery store or gas station.
Yeah.
So here I forgot, like, can I not go to 7-Eleven
All right.
because they don't have those?
All right, I'm going to interject. If we're going to talk about politics again, let's make the goddamn politicians allow you to buy beer at the grocery store. Make it happen. Make it happen.
That's state law.
I know.
So
I mean,
yeah.
if you, I was going to say, if you go to any state other than Maryland, you can do
That's
that.
what's really important.
Not Virginia though, right?
Virginia
So all right, so on
they
the
were the
Virginia.
ABCs. That's what they were.
No, you can get them in like.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can get you can get a beer at the.
Never like
store.
hard liquor though.
Yeah, no.
Like,
that's always
But,
like
I mean,
a
that-
But that's
I
why
guess
I haven't
in
had like
Texas
whiskey
you can
in so
just
long.
get everything at the grocery store, right?
Just wine, champagne, and beer.
Oh,
like
okay.
Beer and spirits.
So I can push on like the craft beer side of when it comes to being. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it.
Oh, let him go.
Yeah, so when it comes to having beer in grocery stores, like it is a good thing. Like I appreciate being able to go to a grocery store and get beer. It's nice. But when it comes to like local beer and like people that want to have their beer out there, if they put it into a grocery store, they don't give a shit about your beer. So you go to a grocery store and you can buy some beer that's supposed to be really good, but it's been sitting on the fucking shelves for months and it's just terrible. So it's not good for the beer industry. It's good for the people that are buying the beer.
Consumer, yeah.
The consumer, it's
I
kind of
definitely want
good,
some, like,
but it
stale
looks
So you're
like
saying
gas
that
stations.
Maryland's the last?
it's good for the consumer, but or it's not. It's bad for the consumer, but it's good for the brewery. The people
Here's
that are making
my
the beer.
issue with this whole thing is you're so against corporate beer America, but they help the distributing. Do you understand?
They own the distribution.
Do you understand that I got Wicked Weed today or yesterday?
Yeah, that's fine. We
Oh,
also
so
got
what do you
Hollow
mean?
Earth.
Like I
we
just
also
had
got
dinner?
Hollow Earth today.
Yeah, but I'm not.
It's
Yeah,
all
Hollow-
beer.
It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can have just as good local beer as
No.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Tell me a brewery around here that makes just as good beer as Wicked Weed.
Greg Newswanger Brewing
I
Company.
like Union. Union makes really good beer if it's fresh.
I have to
Flying
drive
Dog,
an
is that
hour
considered
for
local?
Union. What are you talking about? Yes, I do. We could drive there right now. It's an hour. It's an hour drive from here.
You can go to any liquor
Well,
store.
we shouldn't drive because we were drinking, kids.
Yeah, but I can go to any liquor store and get Wicked Weed, and I think it's better.
Well, I want to say that
I
Yingling's
had-
better than all of this, so fuck everybody, and I can
up.
get it wherever I want.
I think that's gross, and you should probably side with Greg because he knows more than anyone about beer.
Don't think that
Just
Well, I
Greg's
definitely
an
agree that like
expert
the
because he makes
distribution
his
of
own
it's like
beer.
convenience, right? Because I
Yeah.
would buy like cheap beer that had been on a shelf for a long time. It's not like the artisanal good beer, right? Like you're not going to the gas station or the grocery store to like really have a good time. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't want to stop at two places when I'm coming home from work. I want to buy
I
the
just
cheapest
wanna
thing
get
to
a
get
buzz.
drunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
I
wasn't
can
like
see-
That's
good,
me.
not
Oh, I think I just
expired stuff.
I can see why you don't like Wicked Weed getting bought out by Anheuser-Busch. But my thing is, they are so good,
So good.
and they wanted to get their beer out to everyone.
Right.
Do you
I
think
can
there's
understand.
like the whole like when people are like selling out, whether it be like a
Is
coffee
that a
shop or
mosquito
whatever?
on your face?
Is there a mosquito on my face?
Get it. Oh my god.
Did you just like fucking
Yeah, he just
Karate Kid
no.
that?
Look, he picked it right off your face. Like
my blood.
he didn't even. No, he didn't even like hit you. He just grabbed it like a ninja.
Because it was tasting the sweet honey of Steven. Do you think that like beer companies sell out and they're like product quality
They sell
dies
out.
down?
That's what
It
he
will,
thinks.
yeah.
That's what he thinks.
It will. 'cause
No,
it-
it's what he thinks.
But
kind of
you
makes
don't
sense
know.
though, right?
What
well,
is-
imagine like if you're a company and you make so much beer, some of that beer is not going to be bought and it might be like past
What-
its
Greg,
great
maybe-
prime time, and you might buy that. It doesn't taste as
They
good.
increase their they increase the recipe. They increase their canning and stuff like that.
But there might be a
And
they have
reduce
to
in,
they have to
like,
pasteurize,
quality.
which is going to reduce the quality. I agree with that. I mean, I don't.
You make more beer, and if people don't buy it, you're dumping more beer.
Here's my thing: like we were talking about politics, and like we were just having constructive.
Now we're getting heated.
Now I'm getting heated with
Fuck
Greg.
this game.
So much more heated when it comes to
just
beer.
like
I mean,
so
who's
getting
drinking a
heated
craft
with
beer
Greg.
right now?
This is the
Who's
one
drinking White Claw?
person thing that we can fight about.
I'm just saying.
No, my point is
I
like,
love White Claw.
If Budweiser
White Claw
buys,
is local. It's
Greg, if
You see, it's independent.
if
right?
Budweiser buys
don't
brewing
think
company
it can, but at
XYZ or
least.
whatever, and they don't change anything, who gives a fuck?
It's true, but they're making more beer, and it's not all of it's gonna be purchased. They're pushing a bunch of beer out into all these areas. They're just pushing it out there. They're trying to compete with all the local breweries. So what they're trying to do.
So you're trying to keep the local beer breweries in business.
Yes,
in
and
a
they're
roundabout
trying to
way.
not. They're trying to get rid of local
Oh, yeah.
breweries so they can push their own shit in there.
They're like, how much more water can we add to this to make it cheaper so that other people would buy it, but it'll still taste like beer?
I think we should all get a business together of, like just buy bunches of vodka and drop a little bit out and just put some water in there.
Tara says Budweiser's good beer. Bud Light is a shit beer. As much as Budweiser makes me so like Bud Light is shit. I will give her that. But like Budweiser, as much as I like to drink it, it makes me feel like ass.
That is literally the only beer that I've ever had a few of, and I woke up and I was absolutely fucking miserable. I don't do that with anything else.
I feel like the only time you're drinking Budweiser is when you have like a Marlboro Red in your mouth and you're like
you ready
baling
for this?
hay. Like
Das is like, you can talk about a lot of things, politics, religion, whatever, but never bring up my booze. Yeah, like I almost no. I mean, like, I get heated about this stuff. Like,
no, that's why like you should have more availability to buy it, right? Like you should be able to buy it in a gas station, grocery store, whatever it is, so that we can like have.
Well, he's saying the opposite though. You give the ability, then it's just getting.
He's not saying the opposite about like accessibility. He's saying that like quality kind of goes down when it's that accessible.
But the thing
about
is, like
PBR is like what, like $6 for a 6-pack. If you go to like Japan, it's like $12 for a small can.
Right.
And I've been at bars where it's like $6 for like a small can because it's like this weird nostalgic thing. But quality definitely dies down as you get bigger.
Oh yeah,
just because people get in your ear about what sells.
I think in general, the locally made and brewed anything, beer or blacksmithing, like what Todd's doing, it's all on the up and up, man. It's coming up a lot, and I think that's probably due to social media.
And that's why I don't think it's good to branch out like what Wicked Weed's doing. It's not going to be good for them. It wasn't good for.
All right, I'm going to throw you a hypothetical, Greg.
Hold on, let Greg finish.
Well, so shit, what's their name out of San Diego? Or not San Diego, but they do. God damn it,
Whale's penis.
No,
they do. God damn it,
I'm not gonna be able to come up with a name right now because my brain's not good, but. Like certain breweries, they try to expand out too much and it doesn't work out good. They just end up having bad beer on the shelves and people just still push it, and then you're just drinking bad beer, and it's just you're taking something that's originally good and you're just trying to push it to everybody, and then it just turns into something bad.
What if, and this is my hypothetical,
like that was the worst thing you could ever like. You made no sense right there.
Why?
If Budweiser came up to you, Greg, and says, "Greg, we love your beer. Here's $5 million," you would be no.
You would say no.
You would say no?
There's no way. That is the greatest thing you could ever say. Because Greg won't fucking make his own beer because it's not enough money.
No, I think
if he got paid too much money, he wouldn't do it.
No.
I highly disagree.
I'm just going to say now, if anybody offered me $5 million for anything, anybody listening, I'll do it.
I think
literally anything.
I think you'd say yes.
Greg makes too much money now
like, I can
doing the job that he does that he won't quit his job to make beer, something that he loves so much. But yet, if he was doing that and somebody came to him with a big fucking check, you're saying you wouldn't do it?
On the
He might
spot
hold
right
it
now.
to a higher
Budweiser's
standard.
listening, Greg.
Right? He might hold it to a higher
standard. I pinned you into a corner.
It's selling your fucking soul. That's what it is, though.
Is it
that's what
selling-
I picture it as.
Yeah, but it's so much money.
And that's what's hard, because that's why everything's fucking based on money, which fucking sucks. So
I fucking hate money.
Yeah.
But you need it.
No, but like he has a job, but he does that for the love of beer, right? So all of us individually have something we love that is priceless.
You do
right?
make a lot of money.
Fucking
porn. If someone paid you $5 million, you wouldn't quit porn.
We're poor, so I would do motherfucking anything. But you make so much money, you can do whatever you want.
But I don't have that much money. It's all just paying
Yeah, but
bills.
it's enough to like give you the option. Like if anybody was like, I don't know, give me an example, I'd fucking do it.
I don't know. It would be nice to be financially set, but you're also selling your soul, and it would eat at me
not
for
your
my life.
No,
you can have
if he loves it. It is.
You can have my
But
soul.
here's
I'll
the
take your
thing.
$5 million.
Here's my
It's like a
shit.
musician,
Here
right?
it is,
They
and then
wouldn't
you go
sell out.
start it again, and you do what you really want to do.
You might have
Well,
to wait a
then
couple
I
years.
can see that. Yeah,
I'll sell out and move to Europe.
I would sell out and then start fresh. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can buy more beer with more money. Tara's right.
Like, I don't know the beer.
But
price.
I
We could
wouldn't.
buy so much
I
yeast.
wouldn't sell out and then sit.
Tara
and,
says you could buy more beer with more money.
Yeah. What I would. I would.
Tara, I don't know who you are. You're active in the chat. Welcome to the Ultimate Men's Conversation. I'm glad you're a part of it.
Everybody look down Aaron's shirt.
Give me a follow. We haven't got to hear the la 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 song yet today. No follows tonight. It's sad. Wait, Aubrey could follow. Becca could follow. Come on. I need to hear that
I wouldn't sell a
song.
dog for $5 million.
You what?
Well, if somebody
Katie said
followed,
she
we'd
wouldn't sell a
fucking see
dog
it.
for $5 million.
She loves her dogs.
Yeah. Would you sell Murtaugh for $5 million?
No.
See, there you go.
That's different.
Are you
No,
kidding me?
like,
I'll
who's
sell
buying it?
any
Is
of
he
my
gonna
dogs for
treat
$5
them
million.
I'd be like,
nice?
who's buying? You know?
Yeah, I would be like, who's
Sorry.
buying?
If Becca wants to buy Remy, she can do it.
Right. Give me another year or two with Murtaugh because he's almost getting to the old point. Then I'd sell.
He's already old. Let it go.
Bitch.
$5 million?
That's like I would sell you before I sold Murtaugh. You know what I mean?
Oh.
My next husband is going to be so much nicer to me. And he's going to have money, you poor motherfucker.
I think I technically make more money than you do. So
It was a funny thing that Stephen Colbert said. He was like, I love my wife, but I never leave the house without
There
my
it is.
I sometimes leave the house.
Thank you, Tara, for the follow on Twitch.
Thank
La
you,
la
Tara.
la 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 la. I love that shit. I love it.
I thought it was like
Put
the
some fucking
Sam Smith.
headphones on. You would know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just
They're
kidding.
too hot. My
I
ears
didn't
are
think they
sweating.
were necessary.
They're not, because I'm watching the board.
Okay, here's the thing, Greg. If someone offers you $5 million to buy your company, say yes and give it to me. If you don't want it.
All right, so I would sell a company, but then I would start a new one. That's the only difference.
That's
Yeah.
You'd probably have to sign like a 5-year non-compete or something like that.
Sometimes you're supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah, but
so the guy that sold. Sorry. So
dank. That dank.
So the guy. Yeah. So the guy that one of the main owners that owned Elysian, the other owners wanted to sell and he didn't.
There it is.
Silence yourself, animal.
Who's barking, dog? There's another one.
How many followers you got
the
now,
follower train is coming.
How many you got now? Like 10?
No, we got more than 10.
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks. I think I'm out anyway. So.
Do you want to bro?
Yeah. No. Thanks.
Hey, if you can grab me a seltzer. Thank you.
Are those things good? I've never had them. I think
they're so good.
Are they?
You probably stopped drinking beer.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
I do love me a girly drink. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, those things.
Well,
the
do you like
girliest.
seltzer water?
Not really. No.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it.
I don't know. I don't know if
I don't like seltzer water. I like those.
I'm gonna say I've
like
not had a salsa
dogs.
water I
Stop
like,
barking.
but I haven't tried a lot of salsa water.
Yeah.
So
I'm not big on seltzer. I have the same opinion on those as I do with seltzer water.
All right, these dogs are barking. We're gonna take another break, and I think we're gonna come back and try to get heated again. 'Cause
that was fun. Jake was getting hot, man.
I am getting hot. Oh man,
Greg's a dipshit. Let's just put that out there. I'll see you later.
Every single night, taking Ambien 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 every single night, taking Ambien.
I try to stay alive, and I am alive.
Man, you should protect your rectum. What's it all about? Dirty nasty.
Dead baby, pussy, butthole, shit, diarrhea,
do cocaine.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
This is crack.
Dirt nasty, got money by the stack. Hat to the back, smoking crack. I go on and on like Shaka Khan. Dom Perignon to the break of dawn. Diamond rings and golden dreams. These are just a few of my favorite things. Rolls Royce on the PCA with a fat blonde bitch with Dookie braids. Menage a trois, so I'm running late through Beverly Hills on my roller skates. I love the hate. Please don't stop, cause I be fucking my way straight to the top. My leather seats go way back like fat laces in the Cabbage Patch. When I rap, you go get wet as my stereo bump out the pink Corvette. Caviar and escargot on my private jet to Monte Carlo. So please let go of my donkey rope filled with emeralds. All regalia, palatial views from a yacht sailor. My shit's exquisite, like a Cadillac with a Ferrari engine. You might find me golfing in Honolulu, swimming with the dolphin. We can fuck in my Gucci sheet, but when I bust a nut, it's time to leave, bitch. My butler's the shit. He's old and British with a wrinkly dick. Check it out, y'all, it just don't stop. Choosing Vogues up and down your block. Lamborghini, zucchini green, I make it seem so easy. Dolce Gabbana, partner with the Yves Saint Laurent. I'll be naked at the opera. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's a dream. Caviar and diamond rings. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's delish. Collagen lips on my baby dick. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's a dream. Caviar and diamond rings. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's delish. Collagen lips on my baby dick. I've been talking to NASA and shit about putting a hot tub in my space and shit. Rub and tug in the bubble bath with the trouble team with the lovely ass. I got a million Brazilians, their titties jiggling in my condominium. I put the condoms in them, man. Ain't no bees made out of peanut M&Ms. Now you ladies pull your panties down, hands on the wall, turn it around. GPS to find the G-spot. Jake the jeweler, design my cock. I go on and on it, on and on and on it. Dirt nasty up in the ass like Charmin. Even my dog eat filet mignon, and I taught him how to pass the Grey Poupon. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's a dream. Caviar and diamond rings. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's delish. Collagen lips on my baby dick. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's a dream. Caviar and diamond rings. I don't wanna grow up cause my life's delish. Collagen lips on my baby dick.
Doing it with crack isn't just wrong. It could be dead wrong.
Yeah, it's Hollywood's finest, baby. Dyslexic speed readers, Andre Legacy, my man Mickey Avalon, Dirt Nasty, El Media on the track. All you bitches grab your tits and throw your motherfucking dicks in the air. Hide your wallet.
I'm borrowing from Peter to pay back Paul. I got to ask him my wiener for the teens at the mall. Wanna meet the Av? Take my number and call 323 blah 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 blah. Straight to the neck, dude. Check the restroom. Babylon's gone. Shoulda never spilled the test tube. I'm coming back to get you on the MIC KF to the rescue.
I second that emotion.
Likewise.
Me and Mickey just a couple lucky strike guys, sniffing white lines. We like white girls with white thighs. We been known to get real milky, bust them flows that run the city. It's Hollywood, baby. So all y'all fake tip plastic lip ladies, if you like to get naked so the boys know you shave it, put your skirts up, put your skirts up.
If you give it, I'ma take it, daddy. Shake, shake, shake it, pull my skirt up, pull my skirt up.
If you like to get naked so the boys know you shave it, put your skirts up, put your skirts up.
If you give it, I'ma take it, daddy. Shake, shake, shake it, pull my skirt up, pull my skirt up.
Andre legacy. I should have a holiday named after me. And you can call it blasphemous, but if I blast, you be the last one missed. Paying cash for dick, just like that last bitch. And you might.
Got rid of my iTunes. What is it? I forget what it's called. iTunes Match. Anyways,
I had
like
that a long time ago.
yeah, it's like $20 a year. It keeps your shit. Well, I don't fucking use iTunes anymore except for this fucking show. And the first time I try to use it, it's like.
What do you use for music?
Google Play Music.
Is it better?
So iTunes Match was $20 a year, but it was all your music onto a cloud. Google Play Music, $15 a month. You get whatever the fuck you want.
Well, that's what I do with iTunes. It's like $10 a month.
Yeah, so I do $15 a month for Google Play, but it's me and 5 other people.
Oh,
and I get
it would be 15 if I added Aaron.
Right. So I'm up to 5 people now because I put like her mom, my dad, her dad.
Okay.
And that puts 5. No. Anyways, I got 4 or 5 people.
But it doesn't have, it's like everything else. It has just the music you want to listen to.
And you get YouTube Red.
Oh.
So no ads on YouTube.
That's pretty cool.
Oh.
Nice.
Whoa.
Nice.
That was sharp.
Oh, God, so bad, too. I knew it was going to be.
That was a sharp one.
Do you save your nasty shits for like when you come here?
As soon as I sat back down, dude, it just moves the system.
That's what you gotta do, man.
Target. Right now. Walmart? Didn't they change the color to brown?
Walmart? Did
But Mike, das caught the sharpness.
Nice.
It was sharp like a cheddar cheese, you know.
It smells like a fucking.
Steven, do you
Bruce
smell it?
cheese.
I don't want to.
Thank God.
Are you choosing not to breathe, or you just don't smell it?
In mouth breather.
He doesn't smell it; he just tastes it.
Do you guys catch the mushroom farm from here every once in a while?
Not very often.
Yeah.
There's actually a giant mushroom farm back there.
Is there?
It's huge, 10 times the size of the one in the
on Hopewell or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah.
But they've got it so well ventilated, you don't smell
That's
any of it.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's way awesome.
I just feel bad for the people that live across the street from it because it basically ruined their property value.
Their clothes would stink and.
Well, no, I'm just saying like that place, like it doesn't smell, but yet it is just atrocious to look at.
Yeah.
Chocolate wiener. That's a cute dog, man.
So cute.
What up,
He's
dog?
cute. He's so skinny too, though. Like he just
Doesn't
he
make a
eat?
goddamn sound.
Nope.
Yeah, he's cool, man.
That's my favorite little dog. Doesn't make noise.
Your dog doesn't make that much noise,
He'd
does
be a
it?
tumor because he wants to be on my body all the time.
Yeah.
Horribly weak. Das. Horribly weak Wisconsin cheddar. That's your fart. Sharp but weak. I thought I had something to talk about and then I forgot about it.
I'll pose a question.
You have a question?
I have a question. I listened to another podcast. Do you want me to reference another podcast on your
you
podcast?
can do whatever the fuck you want. Nobody's listening.
I listened to the last podcast on the left. It's my favorite thing in the world. They talk about all kinds of horror shit, which is amazing. They just recently did the Donner Party, like the Oregon Trail bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, that made me think, like, what if anyone alive today in like a non-third world country, like the United States or something, could have survived that?
Oregon
Trail?
You have to explain it a little bit more.
Well,
to me.
okay. These dudes, there's like 86 people, lots of kids, families, in like 1847 who decided to take this Oregon Trail over the mountains and through the woods and to grandmother's house and horse shit like that. But they left
Died
late.
of dysentery.
They left late.
They didn't have any Pepto-Bismol.
That's the whole problem. They left late and they got stuck in the winter, so they ended up traveling like 6 months and like.
Hold on. Tara has a good... See, I like this person because she has good questions. How do you feel about kettle sour beers versus wild barrel... Okay, let me rephrase it. I don't want to fuck this up.
I want to go back
because
to
it's
beer.
a very good beer question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about kettle sour beer...
Kettle soured beer.
Kettle sour beers versus wild/barrel fermented sours? Do you drink sours? Yes, we drink sours. But I want to give the beer expert the first answer of kettle sour beers versus wild/barrel fermented sours.
So if a kettle sour beer is well done, then it's fine. And I like some kettle sour beers, but some people, since it's a big popular thing, sour beers are really popular. They'll try to push out kettle sours really fast, and they'll put out really bad beer that should not be put out. And usually they're way too high in like the lacto, like super tart, like puckering, and it's just too much. I like the complex flavors that come from like a long-term aged sour. They're usually done in barrels that you get the wild yeast from the barrels. It can be reused multiple times.
I'll give you some wild yeast.
I'll give you some barrels.
Now the big thing for Now the big thing for consumers is you have to pay a lot more money for like the long-term aged beers. And it's like it doesn't cost more to make them, but it costs more to like house them because it takes up more space.
Right.
And kettle sours are relatively easy and fast to make, and they don't take up much space. And they're good because they're like you make them really fast. They're faster. You can put those out faster than an IPA. Like those beers go out really fast, and they're really good for the business, but not necessarily the best beers, especially when they're not done well.
A wild pickle barrel appears. Yeah.
Like a Pokemon.
Yeah, that's where I went. That was awesome.
Oh shit! All right.
But if they're done well, kettle sours are good. But
some more than
what we're drinking now is a kettle sour beer. My homebrew is. I have not had much luck when it comes to long-term aged sours.
You did do one though, right? That really funky one that had all the bubbles over.
I have 2 in 3-gallon carboys now, and I don't know if I'm gonna like them or not. I actually should check on those soon. They've been sitting in the fucking fermenters for like 2 years, maybe. Almost 2 years. Yeah.
What?
Well, it's about a year and a half.
You've got some stank ass beer.
How sad are you gonna be if you open it up and it's just god awful?
That happened the last time I did it. It was a year-long beer, and it was just I dumped them.
Holy shit!
Your heart just crumble a little.
It's whatever. It's.
I guess you go in with the risk of it. You know
what you're getting into, I suppose.
And I know the mistakes. I learned from it, so that's all.
So they can only get better.
Hypothetically, of course, right?
You can hope they'll get better.
Right.
There's certain things about them that won't get better, and if you get that early, you should just dump them. And I have, there's a little bit of a, not pickle, but just vinegar taste that it probably won't go away, but hopefully it's not going to happen. I'm just going to fucking dump these 2 beers anyway. Whatever.
Katie says bring back the cucumber beer. That's what she says.
Cucumber's always good. Cucumber is good in beer. It's really refreshing.
Yeah, it's an underrated vegetable or fruit or whatever in everything. Cucumber
agree.
soda, amazing.
Cucumber water,
cucumber gin and tonic, amazing.
Yeah, outside too.
So we have some plants that Becca's planted some stuff out in front of around
Eric
the house.
Fromm says grapefruit beer. Have you ever done a grapefruit beer?
You can get grapefruit from all sorts of I don't know if I've actually put grapefruit into beer, and you can, but you can get a lot of grapefruit flavor from hops, and why spend the money putting grapefruit into them when you can use just hops?
Grapefruit's like 10 cents, man.
I know, but you can also fuck up.
There's so much aroma and taste from the hops to get that grapefruit, though. I see what he's saying.
Yeah, you can fuck it up with an actual
beers
grapefruit.
where they're like grapefruit this, and they're like, we didn't put any grapefruit in it. It's just the hops.
So anyway, back to cucumber real quick. So Becca has all these plants outside, and every once in a while I'm walking through the yard, and it just fucking smells like cucumber throughout the entire yard. I say it's got to be the plants, but she says it's not. And I'm like, I don't know where the fuck else the smell would come from.
Could be a snake. Black snake smells like cucumber.
Really?
We found out that copperheads smell like almonds. They told us that in Tennessee.
Fun facts.
Yeah.
Do you smell a lot of almonds out there?
Well,
what does an almond smell like? Also,
it smells like almonds.
I don't know if I've ever
I get Nutri-Grain.
I don't know if I can tell you what an almond smells like. I couldn't describe it.
Nutty.
Oh,
that's what she was telling us.
No, I mean almond extract is like that weird cherry smell.
It's like a Swedish nutty smell. I don't know.
It's a smell you don't want when your legs bust open, right?
By the way, Eric Floms Thank you for joining the Ultimate Men's Conversation. I'm glad that you came in and joined. Talking about beer, I guess, at the moment. I should probably change the title. You know, I change the title like every time we... Kanye West. Politics. Kanye West. Selling out. But thank you for joining the Ultimate Men's Conversation. If you enjoy your time here, please give a follow. I would love that. Because how many followers do I have now? I'm trying to get up to 50 followers. That's my thing. I want 50 followers. Anybody that's listening and has not been a part of the chat, give me a follow, man.
What are the chances that everyone in this room doesn't follow you? I don't.
Well, Becca follows.
And I don't have a Twitch.
Yeah, I don't either.
I was on Twitch. I don't have a...
You should give me a follow.
I subscribed on YouTube.
I'll make an account just to follow you. No, I won't.
You should do it right now.
I forget.
Yeah, I followed Jake on YouTube before
before we even started doing anything.
Yeah.
I follow you in real life.
Yeah.
All the time.
You don't.
Here's a follow.
No, you don't.
Because you don't see him follow you.
You don't follow me.
He does it very stealthily.
There's nothing stealth about that man.
You don't know. We stalk. You don't see us.
I'm surprisingly nimble.
Dodge. What is it?
We follow
Dodge what?
Dart.
Yeah.
Dodge dart.
He's stealthy.
That is a
nothing.
Dart.
Nothing about my
nothing
card.
stealth about
That's
that.
the douchiest car I've ever seen.
Puts it on eco mode.
Aubrey, the slimmest thing you could ever see. Not stealthy. Look, I saw her. I saw her right there as she walked in. No, nothing stealth about your fucking flat feet. What?
Flat feet?
They're
very curved.
Yes, you have high arches, but they walk like this.
High arches is the
What's up,
opposite of
babe?
flat
Because
feet.
I'm probably pretty pissed.
Nice.
Oops.
Happy wife, happy life.
Preferred method of shotgunning beers.
Greg
Always
likes,
the knife
Greg
hole.
likes to use his thumbnail. He has a
Yeah.
very sharp thumbnail.
Yeah, not right now. I
it's
fucked
a
up
thumbnail.
not too long ago. I tried to do two at the same time, and I couldn't get either of them to go. And it made
Yeah,
me
I was
so-
there. I think.
Yeah,
Well,
I was so pissed.
Definitely the hole,
key?
at the bottom. Huh?
With like a key?
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
always gonna be a fucking hole.
Well,
at
no,
the bottom.
like people put the hole in the back, like the back behind the top.
Oh.
That's,
like on the
what, you
base
talking
of
about
it?
like here?
That's a breather hole. That's
That's
not
a breather
shotgun.
hole.
She
That's
said
not shotgun.
Favorite method of shotgunning
Well,
beer.
maybe she means knife or key.
Be more descriptive, person that asked that question.
Greg's sharp ass thumbnail.
Use a
I
nail
have
to
to
break
stop.
into the beer? Yeah, you need to stop.
I do. I keep forgetting they smell so bad.
Do you forget that?
Yeah.
Because it's a constant in your
I have a
life.
short. It
How can
hasn't
you
been
forget
that bad.
something that never stops?
It hasn't been that bad lately, but today.
Has
Like,
it though?
farting is
Goddamn
not
hot
socially
sauce.
acceptable.
What? Your spicy
My
butthole?
Yeah, dude, they stink.
That's so crazy and
It's
out
short.
of the norm.
It's short though. Did anybody get it? No, just me. That's good.
I don't want to get it.
Becca, at least she isn't flat-footed like a duck, like me and Greg. So I guess
have
you're
really good
louder
balance.
walkers. I just feel like Aubrey has a loud walk. I mean, I can hear
She just
her,
walks
that's
with her heels is all. It's not flat foot. It's just walking with your heel.
I hear it. That's all. I feel like I'm very
Does
gentle
it bother
in my
you?
walk. Not that it bothers me. I'm just stating it. That's all.
I do the same thing, except now that I'm in an apartment, I try not to walk so
Shit
heavy on my
people
heel.
under
But
you.
yeah, but when you live above a bar, just expect it.
Right.
I'm actually,
Well, yeah.
I'm not that heavy. I'm really not that heavy-footed for being 330 pounds. I'm sneaky. I'm sneaky as fuck.
Katie says.
Can you wear high heels?
Katie says she
walking on your
stomps
toes
like
so
a
much.
rhino, but she also like Katie wears like shoes at all times. So maybe that's why she wears shoes. I don't know.
Also, have you seen a rhino stomp before? Anyone?
That's a good goddamn point, Steven.
No, because like I have.
I've never seen it happen.
Yeah, it was like the zoo in Memphis, I guess, and there was like a rhino that was in heat, and like
she was stomping, huh?
I think it was a he, and he was like running
he was
around,
stomping.
and there was like a pile of clay, and the way that his nose just like carved through it like butter. Ooh. That was like more horsepower than any car.
It was rhino
Yeah.
power. One rhino power.
We could like feel the power.
What's the equation to figure out how much rhino power is equal to horsepower? You know what I'm saying? Where's the math person?
Oh no, you can't use the white rhino because they're extinct, right?
Well,
I feel like it's
Black
torque
rhino, white rhino.
though, because they have more power versus speed.
Listen, horsepower is more I mean, horsepower was created over torque, so it's rhino power. I mean,
yeah, we're going. That's it now. It's now rhino power. Yeah. We've created it. I'm now the meat diva, and horsepower is now
the meat diva. The meat
I'm so glad you brought that back up. We have to remember this shit.
Because I'm very diva about what I eat, and I don't want to go camping, and like I'm hot, and like I'm.
So he's the meat diva.
Because he's a carnivore. He doesn't eat vegetables.
Instead of big meaty claws, he's the meat diva.
Yeah,
he's
just
the
a diva
meat
made of
diva.
meat.
I also constitutes you being a diva, though.
I don't like camping. I won't go camping.
You wear hoops so you can put your fist through?
No.
He will.
I will. I mean, you give me $5 million.
Wait,
he doesn't like dirt or bugs or insects. He doesn't want to go outside ever.
Evan, do you... Or, I'm sorry, Aaron.
He called me Evan.
That's okay. Oh, no, okay. Oh. That's different.
Aaron. I'm sorry.
At least they're close now.
I'm sorry.
Syllables, everything.
Would you go camping?
Fuck yeah, I've gone camping. I went camping with last year in October with you guys.
Okay.
Where were we at?
He didn't go?
We were in Northeast by a lake with Elliot and
Tom
Ashley, and it was cold as shit.
Yeah, we got there really late.
Yeah. Yeah. I love camping. I love camping and fishing and hiking and
Oliver said, "Oh, good night."
I just prefer to be treated like a princess.
You are a princess. Meat diva, man. That is your name.
I'll play football in like the rain, get all muddy, and I'll play baseball and get dirty and like cut myself. And I just don't want to like.
Okay.
Yeah. Camping, lazy river, beer flotation devices. Sign me up.
That dog is Frank.
Well, that's funny because
is that dog's name Frank or is that dog very to the point?
His name is actually Franker Z if you put in like the name for the emote, but he does look like Frank though.
Yeah,
his name is Franker Z.
Look at him.
He's so cute. Didn't mean to call you Evan. I mean, even though you all live together, you know, it was just like, see, that's where you should have put webcams, everybody, like all over the house.
Keep talking about it.
Oh, I'm going to keep talking about it. If I want to dig my hole, I'm going to dig it deep.
I mean, my feet are about the same size, so.
At least they don't look as nasty.
Probably bigger, actually.
What size shoe do you wear?
I wear an 8.
So it's like a 6 in men's. So he has small feet. Okay.
Oh, he does have small feet.
Tiny little baby feet.
You know what they say about small feet?
Did you see that picture? Like
Becca and him?
No, it was like the portrait mode where it was like Sarah and
he
Evan
added the
like,
filter to it,
and it was just like this giant swollen nastiness on the bottom of his foot.
Yeah.
Gross. Anyways, technically all weenies should be some sort of Frank. That's true, because they're little Frank.
They can be served on like a Kaiser roll.
Little Frank. Little hot dog Frank. See, look how cute he is right now. Oh, he's sleeping he's standing and sleeping in your like lap right there. Where's my mouse? I gotta go back to the other.
This camera angle makes my tits look way bigger than they are.
How about right now?
I'm being self-conscious now.
Katie, the nastiest feet I've ever seen. Look at that little doggo. I don't know, guys. I think it's about calling it quits. I think we've ran out of steam.
Yeah.
I think we did pretty good, though.
We got a question.
We should move to renewable energy sources then.
Are you just beer fans, or do you work around beer? Beer fans.
I know a lot of people in the industry, and I brew beer. Could eventually be part of the industry, I guess. I'm loving it.
It is the same it is here as it is on Twitter, DOS. And I thank you if you give me a follow. Oh, I'm sorry. Tara asked earlier, are you just beer fans or do you work around beer? Katie answered.
I answered also.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I missed that. All right, I think that's it. I think I can't go any longer, man. I'm winding.
I gotta get up at 8 o'clock in the morning to brew beer tomorrow.
That's true. We'll.
No, wait. I have to be at Neil's house by 8 o'clock, so I have to get up at like 7:30. I have to get up at 7.
Chris.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We are out of here.